What is up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGD going here solo with this Intellivision Amico update. We had a nice little news drop, I guess you would call it. So apparently, Retro Rich Haywood, he made a post in a Discord. Somebody picked that post up, brought it over into a different Discord where I got a hold of it. And we're going to go over it. It's a statement from Phil Adam, CEO of Intellivision. It's going to tell us about the future of the Amico, everything that they're playing, everything that they got going on. I hope you're excited. What's up, Tommy? Yeah, I will post the link in the chat if anybody wants to jump in. But before we get to it, let me just remind you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, share this with your friends. Now, I did reveal on Friday that an insider, someone close to the news, someone close to Intellivision had told me they were going to do Chapter 11. Now, when we go over this new statement, this does not mean that Chapter 11 is off the table. You have to understand that Chapter 11 is still on the table, and it can still work with what this statement is. Now, I'm sure later on tonight when Mike Mullis does his stream, they're going to spin it. They're going to tell you how this is all hunky-dory. I'm going to wait. I give a couple minutes, let some more people filter in. And like I said, if anybody wants to jump on in, get in on the discussion, just let me know. Link is in the chat. I did invite Retro Bro to get in on this. He said he'll pop in later if we're still live. It is his birthday today. So he's doing a birthday stream or something. We got some other people that are going to pop in. So we are going to stall for a little bit. We got Bouffons. Thanks, Francis Candy, for damn near breaking your finger clicking on this. I guess we'll go over the Hans Ipish thing first. Get everybody else up to speed on that. Sorry for the silence, whatever you want to call it. Running by yourself. It's a little different. It's not what I'm used to. But we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, so the first thing we're going to share here is this is Hans Ipish was contacted by Price of Gaming. As you can see, this is Hans's Facebook. Hans is not quit yet. He's not quit. As far as I know, he's a consultant to Intellivision, so he does still have some information. He still gets some things, sent to him, told to him. So here we go. We got Hans's Facebook, like I said. So someone, Price of Gaming, I don't know what his real name is, but he says, "Hello, I guess the word is Intellivision is filing for bankruptcy. That sucks. I had hope, but not a shock at this time. Just wish it would have came out. Seemed like a cool idea." Hans replied, says, "Well, actually, there are good news on the way. Chapter 11 means restructuring, and the console will be launched." So then Price of Gaming said, "Do you know when?" And at that point, Hans had stopped replying. Didn't say anything. No more updates from Hans. But here it is. Hans did say Chapter 11. While some people were questioning whether or not this is real, this is 100% confirmed. This is the real Hans Ipish. This is his Facebook account. What's up, Rabbit Dude?
Hey, what's up?
So what do you think about this? Hans saying that they're going to do Chapter 11.
Opinion on it? I guess the bad thing? I don't know.
So how's it going, Rabbit Dude? You excited for the big news?
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited for the big news. Yeah, so what's going on right now? Are you going through chapter 11?
Well, not officially, not yet. They have not filed. There's no court date. There's nothing in the pacer. I checked, so it's not official. But Hans says they are going to go through it.
Wait, did you actually talk to him in person or something?
No, someone contacted him on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
That would be Rabbit Dudes. Rabbit Dudes got a little vibration going on.
Yeah, it is. It's me.
What's up, Andy? Andy says, so do you think Intellivision will still announce Chapter 11? I don't think they ever were going to announce Chapter 11. I think that was always going to be a hush-hush. The same way that they didn't announce Phil Adam taking over as CEO. Instead, they just had him take over. Then months later, we had to discover that, hey, wait a minute. Something's going on until they officially were like, yeah, you're right. Something did happen. Tommy's not the CEO. Yeah, exactly, Beefy. They got nothing to gain from announcing bankruptcy. They'll just pretend.
So, where's Gary and everyone else?
I don't know. This news just came out of nowhere. I told them all to drop what they're doing. I said, stop hanging out with your loved ones. Stop having a life. Drop what you're doing and hop on in.
Exactly.
But they didn't. Ninja Kitty said he's hanging out over on Rhea's stream, trying to pick up chicks.
Oh, he is? That's awesome.
We will have Vito pop in later. He said he'll pop in a minute. Like I said, Retro Bro, he said that, after his live stream or whatever, if we're still up, he'll pop in.
Yeah. So go on with more about the news.
Right now, like I said, we're kind of waiting on Vito to pop in. I don't want to go into the big news.
Oh, Vito has more news on this?
No, but I just want to get his opinion. I don't like talking about myself.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Bring in Smash JT. If Smash wants to come, I don't know. I'll invite him.
I don't think Smash... Did you say Smash doesn't like us anymore or something?
That was a joke. Smash is indifferent to us. Ninja Kitty says, so far I found 5 gals. Unfortunately, none are under 19, so none for Tony. 19 is fine. Right? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Now we're starting to push it a little. On occasion, I do. Like, we were never best friends, but I talk to him every once in a while.
Yeah. Wow. So, is the quiet period finally over with? Are they still doing it?
Apparently, it's finally over with. I think their plan, because they're always screwing things up. Their plan was to send out some information to only a select group of people. Then Mike Mullis was going to take that information and spin it later tonight on his stream, and then they'll have DJC and them spin it. But of course, we always gotta be the fly in the ointment. We always gotta fuck up their plans.
I don't get why they spilled the beans about this whole thing in the first place. Just spill the beans.
They can't. They're trying to raise money. They're trying to do things.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Retro Bro.
What's up? Bro says, another announcement kicking the can down the road of them expecting people to just simply trust them. Nope, I'm going nuclear on them and canceling my pre-order. Yeah, Retro Bro got all the news. He's got all the inside info. Andy says it makes no sense to do a small production run. Who will they be for? Well, Fig said they're supposed to get 100 units. That was part of the agreement. So
100 units? Wow.
Yeah. Well, because when they did the Fig deal, part of it was that they would get 100 Amigos, and then Fig would have those to sell themselves or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Dorkside says, after this from Hans, the quiet period is done now. Tonight will be damage control. Yeah, it looks that way. It does definitely look that way.
So how's your son doing?
He's all right. He's got finals. He's taking care of all that stuff.
Is he still in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Last year?
No, he's a junior.
Oh,
Next year's his last year.
that's cool.
God willing, next year's his last year of school.
So what's he gonna major when he gets into college? Any plans?
No, he has no plans, Rabbit. Maybe art.
He'll figure it out.
Nah, or he'll just be like me. I'll do
Yeah.
YouTube videos.
Oh God. I don't know if I want to be like my own dad.
That's Rabbit Dude has a Sibian on.
Yes, I have a weird I have a weird thing that's doing vibrations.
Kermit will continue to have a wet mouth. Good job, Albert. You've cracked the code.
Hey, Albert. So, yep.
Darius says Tony will continue to have fake stories with fake unknown sources and continue to be wrong about all Amico news. Wow. I mean, I could pull up some receipts of you telling everyone how right I was and how I said everything was correct, and the comments that you leave all over my videos saying how good I am at the stuff I do. I mean, if you want to just be a snarky little bitch and sit in the chat and talk shit, it's fine. Exploring video. How long will the stream be? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe an hour, maybe 2. It's not going to go longer than 3 hours.
So when is Vita coming over? Do you know?
Oh, he said give him like 20 minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes.
So in Vito speak, that's probably like an hour.
Yeah.
I'll give it a couple more minutes. You're only right when you're stalking. Well, here's the thing, Darius. I don't have to stalk anybody. You see, people send me stuff, and then I just report on it. I don't necessarily say every time someone sends me something because they ask me not to. Fortunately for you, it sucks because you're wrong. Who's getting a haircut? Yeah, that's Rabbit Dude.
Yep. Yeah, I have a weird vibration at the moment.
Oliver says maybe that person was being sarcastic. This is at least the second time in a row that literally the thing you said would happen happened exactly as you said it would. Yeah. You want to bet on this, Darius? I will prove right now. You delete your YouTube channel if I show you that somebody sent me something. How's that sound? Sound like a deal, Darius? Because you got some big balls. You want to come in the chat talking shit? So I'll prove to you that someone sends me stuff. But if I do, you then delete your YouTube channel and fuck off. How's that sound? Sound like a deal? Come on, take the deal, Darius. Now, we don't ban people for being dicks. I mean, at least they could be dicks to me. I mean, if they're dicks to you guys or to Rabbit Dude or someone else, then we'll ban them. Oh, now Conmen sent me shit. Man, you really changed your story real quick. First, nobody sent me shit. Now it's Conmen sending me shit. Which is it? Am I getting nothing or am I just getting fooled? How's that an even trade, Albert? It's not an even trade because Darius is correct and I won't be able to prove it. So then he has nothing to worry about, right? I'll look like a fool because I can't prove it when he takes the bet. And then he'll get to gloat and make fun of me and he'll win. So it's definitely not even because I definitely did not get sent anything by anybody at any time. Right? So. Where's the 20 consoles being announced? Would you like to see them? Because we're going to get to it, Darius. You sure? I would just hold your tongue just like maybe 5 more minutes. Because we're going to be there. You know what? In fact, let's just jump right into it, Rabbit Dude. We got people that they're upset. We got 37 here. Hit the like button.
Yeah, I think I kind of want to get started now.
We'll just go ahead and get started. All right. So if you missed the beginning of what I said, Phil Adam, the CEO of Intellivision, sent this out to some people. One of those people, Retro Rich Haywood, Bacon Ice Productions. He posted it in a Discord. Someone else saw it in that Discord, posted it in a second Discord. It has now been posted on Reddit too, if you want to go over there and look. But we're going to read it along. You know what? I don't have the link to the Reddit. You can find it on Reddit. If you can't read it, don't worry. I'm going to read it for you. We'll go over it step by step. So it says, "Greetings, Rabbit Dude." I'm going to mute you. Just unmute yourself when you want to talk, but mute it. Yeah, I did. I got banned from Reddit. I was a bad boy. You know, you can't tell people that guns don't kill people and stuff like that. All right. So it says, "Greetings. It has been a while since our last official update, and I thank you for your patience. I hope that this update on the state of Intellivision will answer some of your questions and explain where we are and where we are heading. When I took over as CEO of Intellivision, my goal in leadership required some tough decisions to ensure that we launch a quality product. Number one, we pulled down our investment campaign on Start Engine." There he is. There's Vito.
The Amico! It's a coming, folks.
It is, according to this new...
we just have to burn the company to the ground first, and then you'll get one 5 years from now.
How's it going, Vito? How you been?
I'm all right. I mean, I'm sad. I've pre-ordered several hundred Amicos, so I'm just waiting on them now.
Oh, sure. Gary hops in when Vito shows up. Now Gary decides he wants to show up.
Hello, Gary.
What's going on, guys? I was just eating dinner, so I didn't realize there was information released.
Secret information. To recap, because Gary missed it and Vito might have missed it, Phil Adam released this to select people. One of those people, Retro Rich, put it in a Discord where someone took it, put it in a second Discord. It's now on Reddit. It is a statement from Phil Adam. And it's going over all the things that he's going to do in order to make the Amico successful. Retro Bro says he just requested his refund.
And,
I thought he already did that.
Doesn't Smash JT say that means all the people who have crowdfunded this thing, they get completely screwed in bankruptcy court?
Completely screwed. That's if Chapter 11 goes through. Well, here's the thing. If they put in for Chapter 11, they can still get denied, right? It's not like the court's going to be like, yeah, don't worry, rubber stamp it. So this could have been, they could have went in, said, hey, we want Chapter 11, and the judge said, you guys are fucking idiots. We're not going to give you Chapter 11. Get the fuck out of here. And now this is their damage control for that. Or this is their damage control while they do Chapter 11 on the sly without telling anybody. Because I never thought they were actually going to make an official Chapter 11 announcement, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of the only trick left in their book because they couldn't trick any investors into funding the ridiculous hole they were in. This is kind of all they can do. But, man, I think that everybody's going to get screwed by this. Anybody who's got a hand in it. That one guy who was supposed to get $100 for each Amico, I imagine he was going to get screwed too, right?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah, that's a good scam they ran on that guy. I almost got to give it to Tommy. Go, well, that's a pretty good scam. You tell him, hey, don't worry, you're going to get $100 for each one.
Well,
you just declare bankruptcy and keep all his money.
They pushed Tommy out. He's not the CEO anymore. He's just the president. He put a little president cap on him, told him to sit in the corner. As far as I know, he doesn't actually do anything.
But he's got equity in the company. I don't know how much he's got, but he's got something.
Yeah, he's got a little something.
Someone says I talk like an overacting Kevin Smith movie character. Well, I'll do an underacting Kevin Smith movie character. God forbid I bring a bit of showmanship to YouTube.
You don't know this, Vito, probably, but Evil Knievel here did a song recently where you were included in the song.
Really?
Yeah. I believe the line was something about here comes boring Vito. He's always talking about himself.
I don't even show up on these streams that often. What did I say when I was on a stream? I
don't even remember.
I haven't been on a stream in months. I don't talk about myself. That being said, go to superkiller.org and get on the mailing list for my comic book. You
Maybe that's what it
fucking
was.
animals. There you go.
All right.
My plugs are wonderful.
Almost as wonderful as Tommy's hair plugs.
Where do I find this song? I gotta listen to this.
You got to go to Evil Knievel's channel.
Well, it's not. His name's not Evil. Ken Evil.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Evil Knievel's like a real person. I assume he has. It's gonna be a lot of channels.
Yeah.
Retro Bro. Okay, I've been told I'm in the GameStop documentary. I still haven't seen the documentary because I think I made a YouTube video one time where I said GameStop was going out of business, which it looked like they were at the time.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
Can they just use my YouTube video and not even credit me? I didn't even give me a heads up or like ask to use it. Those bastards. I guess it's fair use.
I mean, I guess it depends on how they used it and what they used it for.
Would have been nice to say, hey, we put your footage in our documentary.
I mean, that was the same thing that Tommy and them did when they took everybody's YouTube footage and put it in their promotional videos.
Yeah, the testimonials.
Yeah. Let's be clear. When I made that video, I had just shorted GameStop stock, and I made a decent amount doing it because the stock.
No, you were going to say
down.
fortune. Say it again, Vito. You were going to say fortune. I heard it.
Nah, I didn't make it for it. Well, whatever money I made is gone now.
Hookers and
Tell you what, I wish I had spent it on something fun. Just watch the whole market tank.
Yeah, I invested in Ethereum and that fucking tanked. Now I'm like $80 down.
Oh man, $80. I wish I had $80 in losses to worry about. Yeah, it all comes back eventually, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, this is a great time for the Amico community. Who's still making pro Amico content? I saw one guy who's like still pretending.
DJC Game Studios.
Yeah, was that guy like what, like mentally challenged or something?
He's from Detroit, so.
Oh, yeah. So yes. Yeah,
thanks a lot, Vito.
Well, what do you want me to say?
At least I'm 5 minutes out of Detroit, and I wasn't born near Detroit. So.
Yeah, you didn't. Well, I wonder if he if he was exposed to the Detroit school systems. No wonder he's still making Amico Forever episode 36.
That would explain it.
Quiet time ending soon. Wow, as recently as 5 days ago, he has an Amico Forever stream.
Oh, he has one coming tomorrow.
They don't really, but to be fair, Vito, they don't really talk much about the Amico.
Yeah, I know, but they made their whole identity the Amico of all things.
And that they did.
Well, who was that guy who made that whole 3D Amico set for himself? And I was like, what are you doing?
Panda Sub. He recently got out of the Amico game.
Panda Sub?
Yeah, Panda Sub 2000.
Yeah, that guy invested a lot of time in building himself a whole.
I think a lot of the shtick was more based on probably like Mystery Science 3000.
Yeah,
that's at least what I get from it. So, but yeah, you don't want to hitch your wagon, your trailer to the Amico wagon.
No, it was bizarre that he did that.
Well, he claims that it was an idea he was already working on that he just reconfigured to fit the Amico into it.
Well, yeah, because there's so much work that went in. He's got all these characters and whatever else. And I'm like, why are you wasting this on the Amico? What's wrong with you?
It's a whole cinematic universe that he's got going or some shit.
Did he take all his Amico stuff down?
Yes. You can find it on Odyssey. He forgot to go to Odyssey and take it down from there.
Why did he take it down? Because he's so embarrassed about all the time he wasted talking about the Amico? Oh, my God.
Probably.
Why are people taking this stuff down? This needs to live forever in a time vault. Retro, bro. I'm so mad you deleted all that stuff.
Retro Bro didn't delete all of it. He privated
it's just hiding it. Why did you private it? This is like a time capsule.
Well, he said if you need any of it for research, just hit him up and he'll give you access.
Because at some point we're going to get a documentary about all this stuff, I hope.
Well, several people have already contacted me about documentaries that they need info for.
Yeah, you're like the keeper of the lore here, I would say. You got all the facts.
Yeah. And only one documentary is going to get the Amico shell to be featured in it. So,
is there one kicking around?
Oh, the one I got signed by Tommy and the crew.
How'd you get that?
You don't want to know.
Horrible things.
Yeah, spent $2,100 on it, Vito.
For how did you? Why? Was it for charity or something?
Yeah, there was a charity auction,
All right. Well,
and then the charity auction screwed me because it was supposed to end on like Saturday, and then they just kept letting it fucking get bids into the next day.
hey, well, let's be real. That thing might end up being a collector's item. You know, charge them to rent it.
Well, fucking Keemstar offered me $1,000 for it. I'm like, dude, I spent $2,100 on it. You're not even gonna get me fucking even.
Yeah, you got to make back what you got. I don't know why Keemstar is interested into this at all. He's such a weird dude.
Yeah, we're sorry, Red Bull. We got off track. We'll get back to the news. All right, so where we left off at number 1, it says we pulled down our investment campaign on Start Engine, which is untrue. Start Engine said that they pulled it down themselves, but we'll allow Phil to lie. He says a few weeks after it launched in February of this year, without better visibility of our path to profitability, we felt that it was the right decision in the short term. Any funds committed by Start Engine investors as part of the campaign were returned in full. Of course, this required us to take other financial measures to make up for the foregone new investment. Number 2, we have dramatically reined in operating costs, which unfortunately required a significant reduction in staff. Our resources are focused on engineering and testing to ensure we have a quality system, as we cannot succeed by producing anything less. Well, that's funny because a lot of their engineers, software, hardware, the QA people, they're all gone too. So I don't know how they're going to ensure a quality system with, QA staff.
Whatever they have done is that's all they got. So
Right.
they're not funding any future development on anything. They'll have one guy go in and maybe like, I don't know, make sure the icons are updated or something, but you ain't getting no Earthworm Jim, I tell you what.
Yeah. Well, Interplay made them take down all the Earthworm Jim videos.
I saw that. Who won those signed Earthworm Jim prints? Because that was the biggest news to come out of E3, I think.
Well, Tommy said that he wouldn't release the names because they would be harassed by the haters.
Yeah. You don't want the haters to come at your Earthworm. Yeah.
And nobody at this point has posted that they actually received anything, right?
Nope. They were supposed to give away 10 Amicos too, and no one's got those, obviously. Cheetah Man says, is this an email? No, this was a post that was put onto a Discord that made its way into my hands, as all things do, Amico related.
How am I going to play Farkle if this thing doesn't come out?
Well, if you have Kingdom Come Deliverance, Farkle's in that game.
Oh, thank God. Well, then I'm set.
Well, I shared on Twitter that if you really want to play Farkle, you just go down to your local Walmart and go pick it up for like $5. That's just a sheet. Yeah, that's just a sheet. They give you like 100 sheets of paper. You do got to buy the dice too. So.
Oh, well, that's where they get you, making you buy the dice.
Can I still buy the physical Amico pre-orders? Are those still available?
The boxes?
I believe. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I'm going to say, look, I think maybe they could get out, maybe they could. If they get bankruptcy approved, they could just do it for the cheapest possible price they can and just to finish it and say they did it.
Okay, so breaking news.
Ooh.
This thing that I'm reading right now, the thing that I'm reading, just got sent out into your email 10 minutes ago. It's official. So,
well, there you go.
We'll keep reading this. See, they tried to be sneaky, and then when they found out that I was doing this stream, they're like, "Fuck, we better send the email out."
Yeah, they knew they couldn't hide their hand anymore.
All right, so number 3 is we are working with game development partners to license classic Intellivision intellectual properties for publication on other platforms. Wah, wah. These licensing deals will help fund continued development of Amico. A broader distribution of Intellivision classic IP will also help raise awareness of Intellivision while not directly competing with Amico because of Amico's unique controller and family-focused gaming adaptations. Many people in the retro gaming community have embraced us because of our family focus and the fact that all of our games, including retro titles, are adapted for group play. While Amico broad catalog will continue to include retro titles, our mission has been and remains cross-generational in-home family entertainment. I remember telling Tommy this at the beginning of this whole saga, and he told me I was a fucking idiot and that there was no reason to put their IPs on other systems. So thank you for proving me right, Phil.
A way to make easy, free money by just being like, here, do you want to use the Running Man and the what even are the big Intellivision franchises that they own? Breakout, but not Breakout. No. What is it called?
Astro Smash.
Astro Smash. Oh boy.
Missile Command, not really that big, but
they don't own Missile Command. That's Atari.
Oh, they don't. Okay.
They got Astro Smash is theirs, and
skiing.
Trying to look up Intellivision.
Backtalk Party. They technically own Backtalk Party.
Yeah, I don't know what they own.
Frog Bog.
Yeah, Frog Bog.
I guess I should look at what's on those Intellivision classic things, but I don't even own everything that's on there.
No, they don't, because some of it was Atari, some of it is other licenses like
right. That's what I'm saying. Missile Command usually makes its way onto those collections and stuff like that. Usually, like I don't know if Bump and Jump usually makes it on stuff like Burger Time, but I know those aren't. They don't own those.
Actually, they do, Gary. They own they own the name, the trademark for Bump and Jump and Jungle Hunt. Remember?
Okay, we did talk about that. You're right. They also own like Utopia, but Utopia is like, I mean, it's nothing that nobody knows about. Like this is
none of these are household names at all.
No, not at all. You're only if you're a guy like me who's a collector and is grew up with the Intellivision, you're gonna know it. But other than that, you're right. No household names here.
I'm looking at the Intellivision flashback game console, and it's all like math fun, boxing. Oh man, they own boxing, chess, checkers. Why don't they license out checkers if they own that? Word Fun and Math Fun. Kids have been clamoring for a sequel to Word Fun for years.
All right, we're being joined by the Retro Bro.
Yo, can you hear me all right? I'm on my phone. I usually use my PC for this.
Yeah,
you're good.
Are you fucking kidding me, Intellivision? This is the fucking email you put out after months and months of being quiet? Oh, we're going to make our big announcement. It's the same shit you've been saying for the last 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking months that I fell for months ago, over and fucking over again. Just trust us, bro. We're going to come out with a console. They give us no news, no new IPs. Motherfuckers, you don't even have your old IPs ready. We're going to get the hardware ready. What the hardware was supposed to be ready last year when you told me it was ready. Intellivision, are you fucking kidding me? Yes, you know what? I was used and I fell for your bullshit. And now I want to see who continues to fall for this bullshit because now you're part of the fucking problem. This is ridiculous. I canceled my pre-order. Tony, I'm done. I'm completely done. I requested a refund. No, Phil, I'm not messaging you. I shouldn't have to fucking message you because I know you to get a refund. I'm going to wait like everybody else that you fucked over and said the $100 was refundable a fucking year ago. I'm sorry, 2 months ago that you haven't refunded. So I'm out. I'm going live later on my channel. Tony, thanks for letting me rant. I gotta get out.
Happy birthday. It is Retro Bro's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Retro Bro.
Retro Bro. Get some cake.
They dropped the email on Retro Bro's birthday. It was his birthday.
Oh, it is the best birthday present of all, is knowing that your life was a lie.
And he came in here hot.
He sounded extra Italian. I don't know why. It was like
he's very upset that this is that this email has come out, but I don't know what else could happen.
I mean,
this better or worse than nothing.
This has really got to be like, are they just forcing people to just like flee at this point? Like, who's going to continue to support this?
Oh, I mean,
when you tell me you're going bankrupt, I go, well, how about I get that pre-order money back then, and you guys figure out what you're doing. Like, why would I waste my time keeping my money in this thing?
We'll get to it because the pre-order money is in the email.
Yeah, I've read ahead a little bit here, but we're only on.
Don't read it.
I did. I just didn't say nothing. I didn't discuss it. We're on number 4 here. It gets juicy here.
Number 4, we have begun a test production run of Amico that includes every aspect of the product, including packaging. This is the first and foremost an assessment of our manufacturing approach and overall quality of the delivered product. It is critically important to show to our current future investors, partners and customers that we have built a sound platform that delivers on the in-home family experience, which requires our immediate focus on value engineering and hardening of the platform. These units should be completed in the next few weeks. Are those the 25 units that I said that they were making from the dev kits? Sounds like it, right?
It sounds pretty good. I think Keith owes you an apology.
Lots of people owe me apologies, but I don't need them. Number 5, we are slowly processing refund requests. The public's uncertainty of our status in the last few months have understandably led to an influx of pre-order requests. Because of reduced staff and financing requirements for continued operation, that means we don't want to give you money because we want to use the money for ourselves. Our responses to and processing of these requests have been delayed. We told y'all to fucking wait. Why you keep bothering me? Rest assured that our intention is to honor all refund requests. You can intend to honor whatever the fuck you want, but I want to see you actually do it.
Well, because they probably have no employees left. There's probably like 2 of them there. So,
Right. Like I said, I read ahead, and that was the key word there was their intention.
Says we will allocate a portion of all new funding. Where the fuck they get new funding? And staff time to winding down the refund queue. While our primary focus is funding and completing a quality product ready for manufacturing. To make sure we see your request, please submit to support@intellivision.com. People have been sending it to that, and so far that hasn't worked. So I don't know why Phil would tell you to keep sending it to the thing that hasn't worked.
I wonder if they're lying. They might just be lying. It might just be like, yeah, we're gonna get to those refunds. Just keep sending them in. But where are they gonna get the money to refund people? All the money's gone.
Well, my theory is that they were going to do bankruptcy, clear out the debt, or reduce it in a way. Then, because people like David Perry, board members who have money, they had refused to invest prior while they still had debt. After Chapter 11, now they ain't got no debt or reduced debt. Maybe now they'll kick in some money just to get some units out and be like, see, guys, it wasn't a scam. We sent out like 10 units.
I guess, but like, I don't know, man. If I was those guys, I'd be like, nah, this is a waste of all our time. Let's just run for. I don't know. I wonder if they think there's any way to. How do you make this into any sort of success at this point?
I mean, you don't. The only thing you can salvage is just your reputation at this point.
Yeah, but why do those guys care about their reputation? I don't even know who they are. The only person who comes out of this looking like stupid is Tommy Tallarico and a couple of the other face guys. I don't know.
Well, egos, they want to be right. They want to prove the haters wrong. They want Tony to suck it. So
take that, haters. We had to go into bankruptcy to prove you wrong, but we did it. All right. Well, congratulations, I guess.
Vito, they were literally looking for ways to sue me for saying things on the internet.
Well, they could have used that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe they could have got a big settlement out of it.
Yeah, they would have took the
yeah, I'm sure paying lawyers to sue you and try to get whatever, that would have been a good use of company funds.
Well, why I welcome the lawsuit because I was like, discovery would have been so much fun because you have to prove what I said was not only a lie, but that I knew it was a lie. So then you're going to have to open up your books to counter all the things I said. Now, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be in favor of Intellivision. All right, so number 6 is the big one. It says, we will focus our initial mass production on fulfilling pre-orders and supplying our 2 major distribution partners, despite being taken off of GameStop and Amazon. The focus will remain on direct orders until our cost structure can support the margins required for retail channels. Obviously, the markets continue to be somewhat volatile with rising inflation, rising energy costs, and lingering supply chain issues that affect all manufacturing businesses. This has impacted both our cost and pricing and has required us to narrow our initial distribution strategy. Our hope is that we start shipping production units this year.
Ha! Ha 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 ha. Yeah, like 2 of them. You know, you're not gonna shipping production. They're gonna send like 10 of these out and go, see, we
You might
ship
get one.
production units. We did it.
There's more because you might get one, Vito. It says many challenges lie ahead for the business, and we appreciate our investors, partners, and customers for your patience and support. We will be formally announcing some new IP licensing partnership deals soon, as well as showing off the Amico units currently in production. These units will be shared with partners, investors, and a select few in the media. Maybe you, Vito.
I mean, let's be honest. There's 6 months left.
As more production units become available, we will broaden the distribution to media outlets that cover our target demographic.
Remember when Tommy last year was like, we might get them out for October? And you're like, what are you fucking talking about? Oh, these guys just lie all the time.
It's not a lie if you believe it, right?
Yes.
Nicely played there, Tony. Nicely played.
I mean,
what a nightmare.
Yeah, there's no way. You would have to have production started right now. FCC still not listed on there. You have 4 LLCs connected to this company that are either suspended by the Secretary of State of California or suspended by the federal Franchise Tax Board of California. Additionally, they have one LLC that's in Delaware, which is says active, but that's all the information they give you.
Yeah, this is not coming out. I look at those physical games and I'm like, how many of those are even done? You're gonna have a bunch of RFID cards that don't do anything. This is insane.
Show says this shit ain't magical. Logistics takes months. Yeah, I think what like Vito said, they're gonna try to hand manufacture like 100 of them and send them out and be like, see guys, we got some out. And they'll just lie about the number. They'll be like, you don't know how many we sent out. The people that got them are not telling you they got them because they're scared that the haters are going to harass them. You don't know. We sent out thousands of units. Prove us wrong.
Yeah, they're going to get us good. I tell you what. They're going to send out 10 units and the only thing it plays is Farkle. And they're going to go, see, we did it. Even if they get them out, there's not going to be any games. They didn't finish the games. What games are going to be ready to go?
You don't need games to play a game console, Vito. What are you crazy? This is
Fox and Forest done? No. Is Earthworm Jim ever coming? No. God, Earthworm Jim. What a joke that was.
That was the gift they kept on giving.
Yeah, like there's nothing going on there.
Well, you had Earthworm Jim. The cartoon became free on Tubi. You have the new Earthworm Jim cartoon coming out. What was it, Netflix?
Yeah.
Doug being crazy all over Twitters and stuff, and he's got his comic book. So there's tons of Earthworm Jim stuff. Just no Amico game. I mean,
no,
really.
not anything close. They're gonna put out 10 of these, and the only thing it's gonna do is I don't even think they're gonna have a storefront. How are there going to be any games? How have they set up a marketplace or a? That all takes coding and infrastructure.
The back end on that wasn't done. So we're assuming here that the only thing they really got is just these pack-ins. So it'll essentially be a glorified plug and play.
Yeah, it's going to have to be loaded onto the console because there's not going to be anything to connect to.
That was what I was assuming was going to happen. That there was going to be a glorified plug and play, just to say, "Hey, we pushed some out." They'll give them to like DJC, Mike Mullis, their other YouTube friends.
I wonder if those people will be able to convince, because they're high on their own supply. They're going to go, "Oh my God, you guys, the controller justifies everything."
Oh, they've already said that, Vito. You must have missed that.
Yeah, but how can it justify a console that doesn't even have an online marketplace and you're stuck with the 2 games that are on there?
Because they already played it.
All right, so I do have a special surprise for everybody here.
All right.
Because, I'm always got to bring a little bit extra when we do things. So about a year ago, Scott Barrett released a video about Bomb Squad. Except for he did it on a separate channel. He started a brand new YouTube channel and released this Bomb Squad video and didn't tell anybody. So it's been sitting there. I think it was F1JV found it. He let me know on Twitter. And it shows just how much of a shit show the fucking game is.
Good old Bomb Squad.
That is Bomb Squad. So we're going to see the controller in action. We're going to see how to cut the wires. It's truly a thing of beauty here.
And you got to navigate with that friggin' thing? Jesus Lord.
All right, and it tells you instructions. So it says, like, if this one is cut, then you have to cut this. It's like a puzzle.
Right.
You get this nice static screen. These numbers here, they just look like they're sitting on top of the other screen. It's like one screen sitting on another. It looks ugly.
They already have this game, by the way. This game is a VR game. Have you ever seen that one?
Don't Stop Talking.
Oh, yeah, where everyone dies.
Yeah. All right, Red Bull. Red Bull's out. You don't want to. Pong Show says only the 3 Amico Forever Stooges will each get an empty shell. I already have an empty shell. They're going to get full shells. Look at this. Riveting gameplay.
I'm just wondering how precise that touchscreen is, because I know it's like the cheapest touchscreen they could buy.
Well, in one of the official videos that they actually showed, the touchscreen had like a 3-second lag compared to the TV screen.
Oh my god.
Like he cut a wire and it cut on the screen, but not on the controller screen. Yeah, look at the lag.
Oh my god. The thrilling gameplay.
No sounds, no nothing, just.
Oh, I nailed it. You tap on the screen, and I mean, like, I get it, but this should be in like a Jackbox party pack or some shit, you know?
Yeah, I agree. If a gray wire is above a jade, that's a lot of shit to read.
Yeah, not to mention with your buddy comes over and he's like, "What is this? I've never used this controller before." And you're like, "Well, I don't know. Here it's got this wheel and shit, and like the screen. It's like your phone, but complicated and unintuitive." And he's like, "Can I just use my phone?" And you go, "Yes." And he goes, "Well, then why aren't we all just using our phones?" And you go, "Because I spent extra on the controllers, so you have to use them."
Yeah, because controllers are like $80 each.
The wheel does nothing in this game, right? It's just literally for the touchscreen.
Yeah, I think the wheel just lights up.
Oh, it tells you the color of the thing.
Yeah. You see how right there he cut it on the screen?
Yeah, look at the little things on the side of the college. Oh my god, you couldn't do that anywhere else. It's incredible.
Eric Wells says I'd rather play a rape game on the Switch over this piece of shit.
Is there anything else to this game? Is that on loop? You just did the same thing 50 times.
No, he just did the same thing 50 times.
Wire cut test. What about all the buttons and shit? That game ain't ready.
That was a year ago.
That was a year ago. I haven't seen any updates since.
There hasn't been any update on a lot of things because I think they spent all their money. Instead of getting like 5 to 10 developers and working on 5 to 10 games, they decided to work on 50 games at once and figured we'll just keep getting more money in to pay these developers. And they ended up like half paying everybody.
They're just brilliant over there.
I mean,
well, I'm very sad I'm not going to get to play what was a terrible looking. All the games look fucking terrible. Not a single game looks good. The only game that looked good was that, like, I think the Breakout game looked good because it's made by the guys who made
Choice Provisions made that.
Yeah, but then they made Bit Trip Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like those guys, and I met those guys. I don't know how they got tricked into making Amico games. It's funny you brought up Brandon Sheffield on the last episode, because I know that guy, and he sucks. But I asking that guy to make Christian games is like the worst idea in the world, because of course he was going to go and tell everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure that happened.
I think part of the thing, Vito, is that these guys probably wanted to be, you know, pioneers, you know, like the first to get their games on a new platform, right? There's always that exciting appeal to getting it on a new platform.
Yeah.
But
You know what it was, Gary? It was they got lied to. If you listen to what the the people behind Toe Jam and Earl, they thought that they were going to be able to do all kind of things with the controller because they were sold on this product being able to do so much more than it could.
Well, right. It was it's two parts, right? It's one part they got lied to, and it's one part, like I said, they wanted to be there. They wanted to plant their flag first. So, yeah, I definitely think they were. You know, I agree they were definitely lied to, but just didn't work out, and we're in the conundrum we're in with the Amico. So.
Well, it is funny that, you know, them reaching out to Brandon Sheffield. I was like, that guy has never really. That guy took 6 years and his game still isn't out. So if all the Amico developers are the same nobodies they're reaching out to, then that tells you what kind of trouble they're in.
Well, they reached out to somebody's, and a lot of somebody's told them no, from my understanding.
Well, because it makes no sense. It like literally they're what's the pitch? We're gonna pay you not that much money to lock your game into this console that no one's gonna own.
We're talking about 3 billion. They got an audience of 3 billion, Vito.
They needed to find like literal teenagers who are like learning Unity and be like, "We'll put your game on a console, bro."
Well, funny you say that, because one of the interns actually helped design and make one of the games.
I bet, because they all look like they're made by. It's like they're all like first year Unity projects. It looks like they rolled up into like a first year computer coding class. Just we're like, hey, we'll give you $20 to buy your demo, and they're like, this is not a game. I don't know what I'm doing, sir. And they're like, give it to us. We're putting it on the Amico. I think they got to paint them all white with gold accents and put a big gold cross on it and call it the Jesus Miko 5000. I think making religious games for it was a better plan than what they have now.
Are we sure there's not like a local commercial floating around somewhere in California where it's like one of those like, hey, come to this gaming college, and instead it was like Amico, and they had people sign up to make games.
Speaking of Amico, Mike Mullis and them went live. Should we listen in?
Yeah, I mean, what are they going to say? Like, have these guys given up yet? Or are they still pretending? That
they're still pretending, apparently.
What is wrong with these people? Yeah, slip on over to. Oh my god!
Our good brother Retro Advisory Board. What's up, Rab?
I thought you were talking about Dread here. Hey guys, I was gonna say Nick's going on a little break, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to come back after like 1 week. I can't leave like July too dry." I'm like, take your time. A year may be overdoing it, but you know, maybe a month and a half.
Well, they're all laughs and smiles over there.
Gonna be on and chat with you guys.
They got John Alvarado over there too in the chat.
Wisecracking in the chat. This is nice.
Answering questions as usual.
And it's really great. Tonight was a great night to have, you know, the whole Amico Forever crew on. You know, obviously we've got lots of Xbox and Summer Games Fest news to talk about tonight.
That's not important. Get to the Amico
stuff
shit.
and predictions and things, but we have other news to talk about. Before we get to that news, our returning champion. He hails from down in the.
Is this how people feel when they watch us and we're just like bullshitting
in the swamps? Get to it? Wait a minute.
I guess
Cousin Bourne says punctual as usual, Cousin Mike. But wait a minute, you just arrived. So which one of us is late there, Chuck?
How do these guys not all have guns in their mouths? You know, like shouldn't they be suicidal at this point?
Call him.
Well, I'm sure I can't confirm this, but
Poor
I'm pretty
guy.
sure that they
How
all
we
got
going?
told
It's frickin'
this news
Skype.
before us, and they probably
hold on.
got told
Dialing in
how
on this
great it
Merlin.
was.
Like, I
This is
think
a
it's
literal
real.
cult.
Can't get-
All right, you're talking about the company that you've been supporting for the
setting
last
us up. I know what he's
3
doing.
years is going
He's
out of
setting us
business.
up
You're
for
like,
he's
oh,
setting us
gee
up
golly,
for
can't wait to
later.
have a great show, fellas.
Yeah.
It's like,
I would.
All right.
so you should be ready to jump off a
Okay.
bridge. There's
All right.
nothing left,
Chuck?
you morons.
Hello? I see him.
Mullis
All
is
right.
the worst.
I'm going to remove him and call him Basil. Yes.
Tell him he needs to do the X. He needs to do this.
Right.
Just
Just don't
help
do-
with the connection.
Don't do the bat wings.
He said, I see and hear all of you. Skype won't recognize my camera. All right.
G10 says
Okay, we go
Mullis
with
knew
that.
ahead of time. I think Mullis got it the same time that Retro
Yes.
Rich got it, but he
They
didn't
recognize my
figure on
camera.
Rich putting it out to everybody, forcing
I'm here and
Intellivision
hear all
to
of you. No
send out
flamingo
the,
jokes.
email.
All right. Is anything
You're
else
joined by the
using-
spirit of Chuck.
Yeah.
We are consummate professionals.
Are we ready
people.
for the spin, Vito? Are we ready
Dred,
for it,
what's up,
Gary?
man?
I don't even think they're going to do a
Oh,
show. All they
man.
do is sit around and they go, oh, Tom's fucking Skype isn't working. What a waste of
It's
my
been a
time.
while, but I'm here. You know, it's
No
great.
one cares about what's going on in your
welcome
life.
to a new Thursday.
That's right.
That's
I
right.
like it.
So, yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
Okay, do it. Say it. Talk.
Absolutely.
Did you hear
I'm
that
just gonna
Tony
throw
Vito
those
says we
little
need to cut the
one-line-
intros from our
one-liner little
shows?
jabs out there, but
Yeah,
it's
he's
all
been
You
good.
can have a
telling me
little.
that.
You can have a little intro, but you man, go watch my show.
No.
Like, man, I
It's
specifically as the host, I'm
great
like,
to
hey,
be
we
back
got
and
whatever,
actually
and then
see
keep trying to talk and say, I'm
friendly
like, shut the
faces
fuck up.
from
No one
before
cares.
and be able to
You
talk
just-
to you guys too, as opposed to reminiscing
I
from a
seen
year
that the other
ago
day.
and
They were
trying to type
talking
away real
over the
fast while
video.
guys
You're
move
like,
on
"Can you
to
hear the
next
video?" They're
subject.
like, "Yeah," and you're like,
Hmm.
"Good, shut the fuck up
So,
so I can hear."
yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys hear the video? Yeah.
No, it
yeah,
will.
then
And
why
as
the
soon as
fuck are
we
you
can
talking?
As soon as we can get Chuck kind of up and running here, we'll
You're
of
gonna
course,
wait
we'll
for
get
one
him
guy
in
to
and-
fix his camera
No,
to
he's
do the
lining
show.
up like
This
he's
is
trying
why
to
this
talk.
guy never go anywhere. Okay,
Hello?
nobody
Can
wants
you
to
hear me?
watch your show.
There he is. Hold on. We've
Hear
got
about the
I-
camera
I-
issues of one of the
I think I
members.
I think I figured out why DJC wears
It's from the
wristbands,
great
Tony.
Why?
Up to light.
He's
From
a
the great
he's a
beyond.
cutter.
This is your first time on the podcast?
He's hiding.
What did
hiding
what
the
did
pain.
Art Big Fall do to you? Where are you? Art, can
Joshua
you say?
says, "Watch
can
out,
you-
Mike
you-
Mullis might copy strike
tap
you." He can
once
try, but we're being very transformative.
if you're okay.
You
We're
can finally
transforming
hear
the hell
me.
out of this.
Okay, well that's
we're making
fun.
it better,
Let me try unplugging my camera. So all you did was unplug the
and it's not like the 67 people watching. We're gonna
Try
go over
no,
there and
you're
watch
Like
him
5
anyway.
minutes ago.
Yeah, try
What's up,
blinking if you're
brother?
Okay.
What's up, brother Jesse?
Since
Jesse's
we
in the
can't
chat.
see his video, blinking wouldn't really help us.
My God, how
Said,
long
brother
has this
Mike,
been
why
on?
did these PlayStation fanboys think Elder Scrolls 6 and Minecraft 2 is exclusive to PlayStation?
We
I have
definitely
not
did
heard
not
that
go
at
15
all.
minutes without.
And when are you
actually
going to
getting
have me
news.
on? When do you want to come on, Jesse? We got to get you on
Yeah.
here.
I give up.
Hold on, wait. All right. Well, playing the part
Here
of
we go.
Chuck is a big S.
Yes, you're all big asses.
Uh,
Look, anytime I have my avatar and I can hear everyone, like this whole time I've heard the whole show. And it's
I'm
just
telling you,
like,
there's blood everywhere. He
Skype
can't
is
show.
awesome. I can't wait for me to switch to Skype because it's such a great platform.
Have you gone to video settings?
Yeah, go to video settings.
Dude, I've went to everything. Like I have the camera like right now. I
Just
Dude,
do
it
the
just came
show
out.
without your
See,
camera.
You're
bro.
welcome.
We can see it,
You're
Chuck.
Wow, I
Oh my
love
God.
I couldn't
All right,
recommend more.
So we've lost the Skype
Chuck
sponsorship.
disappeared.
Taco Bell is out the door.
Taco Bell.
Who's left?
And Go Game Go. Jeff says you don't see these technical problems on Go Game Go.
I'll
Now
tell you,
listen, you.
Exactly.
These
They
guys
just
are
bring it
all
like normal
hype.
people.
They're
Oh my God.
They're excited
Oh,
about the
all we have
news.
left is Sherman.
they're stalling.
And these
I
wonderful
thought we
news
stalled,
is available nowhere.
but these fucking guys are stalling.
Hey,
Lance
Brad, you're
says,
right.
Lance
Taco
says, it's
Bell is out the
alive.
door.
Oh.
Goes that quick.
Oh my God. Chuck, how you
Is
doing,
that-
man? Other than,
Oh,
I'm
don't
you
doing
know.
good now. I guess I had to reset everything and buy a new computer so I could use Skype. But
How
other
many
than that, I'm
thousands
here.
of Amico
Glad to be
investors
here.
have
Glad to be
lost
here.
all their money today? And these dudes are going, "Oh, how's it going, Rob? How you doing?" Literally, people have lost their money in droves. Who knows how much people invested in this thing? You're going, "Oh, just another fun day talking about the Amico." You guys are psychopaths.
There you go.
You guys are insane.
All right.
They really are.
And
Oh,
Buddy
my
Tommy
goodness.
Tallarico
Got
pissed
enough
everyone's
to work.
money down a
That's all the
hole.
stuff we need.
You're goofing around about
No,
it.
that's it.
Take
That's
it
So
seriously.
about that Xbox.
So we've been live how long?
Like 20 minutes.
Folks, take care.
Okay. So,
Well, I don't see no topics, so just predictions. So
John
Right, so we
Alvarado
don't do
said
topics
Hans
here.
misspoke. They didn't file
there's
bankruptcy.
topics.
No, they
We
didn't
don't do
file it yet.
topics.
They're going
we
to
have
file it.
topics?
Still in the process.
no,
Yeah.
we never have topics.
Occasionally, I think you guys have topics. I don't
Who
know
do
that
you
you
think-
guys ever actually do the topics, but they're there.
We do. We do the topics.
Takes an hour.
You go right. You're
All you
usually
need was one
asleep.
topic that said predictions. That's it.
Come on, I'm
You're
ready for the
usually a
spin.
Wednesday, folks. It's okay.
Wow.
I'm sorry
Skype and
to everybody in the chat. I
Wow.
didn't realize it was going to be 20
No,
minutes. of them
actually,
not doing
his
shit.
his channel is down in the description below. Chuck, Nick, Rab by extension, and One Day Dread, all part of the Gamers United Guild. So, all good people,
Fascinating.
all
Yeah, I know.
fun-loving, good gamers.
Fascinating.
We all get to talk about a whole bunch of things. One of my other favorite things, besides NLG, of course, being with my brothers Chris and Peter here, is being with Nick on Mondays, every other
Oh,
Monday.
fucking
to talk
get
retro.
to it.
Get-
There's a
stretch out
there's a
the
lot
retro.
of smoke being
roots,
blown up
as it
people's
were.
asses over there.
Is that with the
So-
Sony Donkey Kong Nintendo machine?
Hey, you
Yes,
love that
that's
machine,
what-
sir.
He needs to get all those extra nickels.
You know,
Why don't you
Chuck,
guys
one
just start
day,
the stream and
one
you can
day,
give each other
I'm gonna be
blowjobs for 20
streaming.
minutes?
You're
'cause
gonna
that's all
pop in,
this is.
and it's actually gonna be
Oh, first of all,
Pac-Man.
suck your dick, and then you can suck my
Because there
dick, and
is
then
a- there's
I'll
a-
grab his dick with one hand and
There
your
is a
dick. and
new
fuck up and do a
there's a
show.
new Pac-Man game in Game Pass, and I've been dying to try it out.
There's the new Namco
Oh,
Museum thing.
Dude,
That's-
there's many games in there. It's an arcade.
It's a whole
Yeah, I cannot
arcade.
wait to get that. That looks fantastic.
Oh, I played it.
I agree,
it
Ninja
was
Kitty. I
fun.
agree.
Namco
Ninja
Museum
Kitty?
thing that just dropped.
Well, it was
No,
actually
it's
called
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man something or other. Pac-Man.
Arcade.
Pac-Man
I
Museum.
saw it in the store the other
Peter,
day.
you,
almost
I
picked
think
it
you
up.
played it.
I played Pac-Man.
Oh, fuck.
It's,
I want to blow my brains out.
was a
Can
little
we
bit-
like at least can we like pause this or
Yeah,
like come
yeah,
back
yeah,
to it
yeah,
here in a
yeah.
minute?
How is
Unlock
Ms.
certain
Pac-Man
Pac-Man.
on there? Because you know how they've been removing
The
her.
company these guys have spent the last 3 years obsessed with is going out of business. They're like, you heard there's a Pac-Man? We talking about Pac-Man? What the fuck? Your life, you just found out your god is dead and you can't even talk about it. They're in denial. They don't want to talk about it because they're in denial. So they're somehow swallowing this and go, they're just going to restructure and everything's going to be good. None of the games are coming out. They got 2 guys working in a dim warehouse screwing these things together. You're fucked. You get nothing. Ever. All right? Like, you should have got your refund while you could. And they lost everybody's money, and none of you care. That's the worst part. Tommy told people, you're going to make a 10x return investing with me in the Amico. 10x.
Not
Make
just
it
10x.
0.
He said 10x plus. You can
10x
start seeing
plus.
returns. You can start seeing returns as soon as this year.
As soon as this year, you can start seeing returns.
That
How,
was-
Tommy?
that was
How would that
2.5
have been
years ago.
possible at all? In what universe? There's no way you thought that thing was coming out. He lied. Either that or he's like literally insane.
Ninja Kitty says he played the Pac-Man Pass game. Pac-Man 256 is addictive. The rest is meh.
I
remember
like
playing
the
that game on my phone like years ago.
I don't know if I played that one, but the last one that I played was the Pac-Man like tournament or championship edition. That was really fun. I liked what they did with that.
The one on like Xbox 360?
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, that's a while back. That game's like at least 10 years old now, right?
All right, DJC
At
is now
least, yeah.
showing off products that have his name on it, so we're still not there yet, I don't think.
Pac-Man Championship Edition's all the way back
All
to
right.
2007.
Oh,
It's a
God,
good
I
one, though.
like that. Let's
Yeah.
start making some cocktails myself. I'm
Well-
on vacation, dadgummit.
They got the Blackberry back now, Nick.
Yeah, they-
The Lavuna's
What?
back at they have it back in stock everywhere.
Place, man. I'm glad you found some.
Yeah, my
Black-
cousin found 2 bottles, and I went up to the bar the other.
Now they're talking about drinks.
Yeah,
God.
this is just ancient old men who just drink all the time.
I mean, it's worse than watching the Nick and Chuck on the Amico forever. I mean, when you get the 6 or 7 of them together, oh my God, that's awful.
Now I feel bad for making our audience when we get 4 or 5 drinks.
I don't think we're that bad though.
I think we
I mean,
have a
they're
little
not
bit
getting to any news. Like Vito said, they're just blowing each other at this
Yeah,
point.
it's literally just like one of us can't get our camera working. Oh, I love your thing. Oh, I love your thing too. Can I stick my finger in your butt? Yeah, sure. Like that's the whole fucking show. You got to just cut that
Yeah, the
shit
cops
out.
are carting away.
There you go.
Either you're doing
People
a
still
show.
smoke those?
I don't know. I
It's
just had a
worse-
pump sign 'cause I
it's
sell a lot of
like-
pancake stuff.
The audience does not want to listen to you and your buddies talk about, I don't know, what stupid shit you did this weekend. You gotta have a topic and get
Oh
to
fuck!
it.
That's like one of our topics every week. What's this?
56K warning says, "Let's be real. This stream is the younger version of what that stream is right now."
No, this stream
Give us
is
a little
good.
credit. Give us a little credit.
Because we're talking about the facts. We're getting right down to business.
We go brass tacks. We already went over everything. We're just trying to see what their reaction is.
The reaction is they're gonna go like, well, you know, it's better than nothing, guys. And it's good to know they're still working on it. This is the best news we could have gotten, you know.
Yeah. Not
we've
the
been-
system's releasing next month. No.
Hey,
Why
you forgot that Rab's going to tell us how in 1978 Atari one time decided to just not tell everybody any information, and then 3 months later the 2600 came out and everything was grand. So of course, Intellivision is going to be perfect. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, they got a secret plan. I forgot.
What does the pot call the kettle? We don't call people
White.
names around here. We don't call
White.
people names.
The thing about me is I usually can admit when I've made a horrible mistake.
I think he's saying that our stream is just as boring as theirs.
No, because we're not delusional the way those gentlemen are. It's sad to watch a bunch of guys come together and be like, no, man, we were always right about the Amico, even though not a single prediction about it has come true, and it no longer resembles the thing we were sold at the beginning, and all these people have lost their money. But really, it's exactly what we wanted, and everything is perfect.
Yeah, like it
This
was
is
like Dig Dug,
crazy.
Popeye, Donkey Kong. It was like everything.
Oh, now they're talking about Donut Dodo.
Yeah, he recently released a video of that. I mean, that's the thing. The well's dry. They have nothing to talk about. They know they have nothing to talk
But
about.
they have something to talk about. They released a fucking email.
They don't want, like Vito said, they don't want to talk about it though. They want to spend as little time talking about it as they can.
No, you know what I think it is, and I hate to say this. Mike Mullis, it's on his channel. He has over 1,000 subs. He wants everybody there as long as he can because that'll get him a little bit of extra money. Get that little extra change in his pocket.
From like ad revenue or what? Does he get any donations on that show?
I've never seen.
Who would send these people $1? For what reason?
Tommy used to send them dollars all the time.
Yeah, that's run out. Those dollars ain't going that way anymore.
You say that, but then people give me dollars all the time, and then I feel
Let me see. I can send them a super sticker for $2. Is there a super sticker that says you guys are fucking stupid as hell? There's one that says game over. That's pretty close. I'm not gonna send them $2.
You're like $2 is too expensive. I'm not.
$2 is too much. It makes them think they're doing something right.
So they get into it now.
My goodness. Okay.
They're gonna get to it now.
All right.
Lynn, how you doing?
Here we go. Here we go.
Let's get this out of the. Well,
Yes.
I don't mean it like that.
Yes.
I was gonna say let's get this out of the way, but I don't mean it like that at all.
I'm ready for it. They've been blue balling me too long. Let's go.
As Chuck reaches through the
Man,
Skype.
I tell ya.
So
abused.
yeah, I am glad that you guys are here because
he needs his support. Hold hands, guys.
So
as they drink the Kool-Aid.
about I don't know what, a half hour ago,
9:17.
9:17,
like
right
that.
before we got started. We got some breaking news from Intellivision. People have been asking questions and wondering why Intellivision hasn't said anything, and it's been since
Albert
March.
says you should send me money. Vito.
And so
All right. I'll do
it has caused, as we all know, speculation abound.
Speculation, guys.
And
That's all it was.
and so yeah, And so
yeah.
today,
Wow, he
we
really doesn't know
got
what to
a
say.
statement from Phil
He
Adam,
doesn't.
CEO of Intellivision.
This is kind of embarrassing.
And I have that statement. It came into our.
He's skirting around it big time.
We're going to talk about it. A couple things that I do want to start off with, though.
Okay.
We were wrong.
Just as an aside,
Geek Getaway was right.
Yeah.
Don't typically have to worry about it here with our chat room because everybody in here is awesome people. We all know our chat room. They're all good people. But
they've all taken the Kool-Aid.
We're a no tolerance channel. If you're listening now and you're thinking to yourself, "Ooh, I'm going to create like a little account and I'm going to go in there
Cyanide pills have been crushed."
Cause a little ruckus.
Have a good night.
Because you're going to get bounced. So, and you know
right,
what?
Oh
It
my
won't even be me
goodness.
doing it because there's enough of our friends and gaming family in here to do it for us. So
family,
be respectful.
The muscle.
We were told that
Get on with it.
no tolerance include harassing Nick. No, that's totally cool, Hasselhoff. That's your.
That's one of the benefits.
That's right.
That's how it is. That's how it is. I'm away for like
Called the
a week
rite
and
of
a half. I
passage.
can't even do that consistently.
Get to the fucking news. Jesus.
It's not you though until you're eating on stream.
You know what? I'm not going to be eating on stream tonight. So there. Yeah.
Don't worry. You
Oh.
can catch that tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern.
Oh, good. A little aside
right.
for everybody. Make a little
That's
joke.
right. Amico forever.
Everybody
right.
get a little joke in.
So I wanted to say that.
Come on.
And I wanted to. With that, what you're saying, I'm guessing it's supposed to be bad news. No, actually, no.
What?
Nav, it's not. You just have to understand.
It's not bad. You just have to let
the
me
way
spin it
things
first.
are.
Hold on, guys.
Oh my
whenever
God.
anything Amico is talked
Not
about.
bad news. I want my house to be on fire.
You guys went to.
I had too much
good
house.
news,
I had to let
right?
it burn down.
Sure.
I'm glad all my kids
Here's
died.
Here's
They
how
were
we would do it.
annoying. Like, come on.
They're going out of business. It's the most wonderful thing in the world. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way.
Basically, we're going to be reading an email. And,
yeah.
What's going on?
No, it was my. No, it's actually. Sorry, that is my.
The mic drop,
That is
he
my
can't find his prop.
Sonic. No, that is my Sonic Mania. I've been holding my Sonic Mania card that I got with my Sonic Mania collector's
so
edition.
glad. Yeah, let's talk about
once
that
again,
now.
brother Dark CMF. Thank you for that collector's edition. That was really awesome. So and it's actually metal. So what you heard was,
goodness.
He's so nervous that he like has to change topics to something he knows how to talk about rather than just talk.
I'm not the only one.
It does sound like a spoon on a plate.
This is what happens when you're not honest with yourself and not honest with your fan base.
These guys are shaking.
I will get. No. All right.
Let
me bring it up.
Shit.
For starters, and we'll just get this out of the way. No, it's not Chapter 11. There. Nobody has. Oh, sorry, wrong one. There's my Sonic Origins. Nobody has. He is.
He's nervous.
Let me get the right freaking browser.
Let me get the.
Okay, so as an aside, I will pause that real quick.
This is awful.
So I will share because I already know where he's going with this. I always plan 2 steps ahead. This is the email that I received. As you can see here. It says, "Hi, Tony. Glad everything is okay. Saw your message on Reddit. I was told by a very reliable source, former colleague and current friend of Phil Adam, that Intellivision is going to file Chapter 11 imminently. They've run out of working capital and have no way of repaying the loans they took out. They were able to produce 25 units that are ready for retail and could mass produce if they had the funding, but a loan agreement they've entered into that is tied to manufacturing makes it impossible. His view was that they were going to reorg under Chapter 11 and still try to bring it to market." Then it just says thanks from a name that I blocked out.
Okay.
We didn't show that on the 6th when we reported that, did we?
Of course not, because you always got to hold one card back. Willis.
Dated the 6th, Keith.
So they're saying it's not Chapter 11, which is we disagree.
We disagree.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they haven't formally announced it yet, but
they never will.
Again, they haven't filed for it at this point, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to take that avenue in the coming days.
Yeah, well, see what they got to do is when you do Chapter 11, you have to file it. You have to go to court. You have to talk to the judge. They have to see your information. There's a process. It's not just hey, Chapter 11, boom,
you're good to go. Right? I understand that.
So
you would know if they did because that's a public knowledge thing. So.
Snowball keeps rolling down the hill when there's no news, and a lot of people like to speculate. Like we speculate on, like, oh, what cool games could be coming, or what fun stuff could we do?
Other people speculate on reality. We like to speculate on fantasy, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if the Amico was an airplane and I could take it? Yeah, that's fun to speculate. Let's talk about a real thing, which is that the company's going out of business.
They should just attach a fleshlight to it and just fuck the.
Well, yeah. What if I could have sex with my Amico? I don't know, man. Yeah, what would that be like? I guess.
Oh my God, Vito, you don't know, do you?
Well, somebody try to have sex with an Amico.
Chuck, DJC there, he had a whole segment, a whole quote-unquote comedy segment where he dated, married, and then had babies with the Amico.
These guys are comic geniuses. Incredible.
They did that. It wasn't even us. Like, if the haters did it, I could understand it, like, as a joke, like we're making fun of you. But they did it to themselves.
Oh, it's dead and it's dying and all this bad stuff's happening, but it's like, no, they just haven't said anything.
They haven't said anything. And guess what?
They haven't said
if you
anything.
know anything about Microsoft and Nintendo, especially Nintendo, and
oh
Sony,
my goodness,
they don't tell you shit.
Okay.
They don't have to. The fact,
right? Because they're
they don't have to. They have
products
money
already on the market. You fucking idiot.
And they do tell their investors.
Because I can go to the store and buy Nintendo products.
And that is untrue. They tell their investors what's up.
Yeah, they have investor meetings and investor things that get released to the public. We talked about it, like 2 months ago, when Nintendo released all that shit to their investors.
Yeah, when they're ready, they talk when they're ready to talk on their time. Clearly, when you have a failed business venture as Intellivision has going on right here, there's not really no news to really drum up other than, hey, we're going out of business. How can we dress up this shit sandwich? So.
Well, plus it's different because this is a crowdfunded venture with people who put in pre-order money and they want to know what the hell is going on with a system that has been delayed 4 times now. They've been told multiple things. Suddenly, the price is being raised, features are being removed.
I mean, in 6 months worth of time, their updates have been. We have news. We'll tell you at a later date about. Wasn't it back in of last year was manufacturing, right? Didn't they specifically say that or no? They give themselves a
formal production,
right? So
they invented a new term.
They haven't said much of anything in 6 months. It's atrocious.
It is. Ninja Kitty says he got shadow banned over there. Yeah, Mike Mullish preemptively shadow bans anybody that's from this.
Yeah, different thinking. You're done.
Yeah,
that's not covering half of you up. The fact that we're even getting this is more than you get when you are. I mean, I've been around this for a long, long time.
And you should know better then.
Yeah, that stream is cringe. Just for you're aware, the host of the stream, Mike Mullis, he's proud that he covered the Phantom console as if it was a real console, even though that thing never came out, and they got sued by investors for basically running a scam. So that should tell you the level of journalistic integrity. Mike
Dorkzide over in their chat is actually roasting them a little bit.
Yeah, he's one of our guys.
Yeah, telling them, Microsoft and Nintendo are reputable companies that have released multiple products, so they don't have to answer to us. Amico, if they want to sell something, they should probably convince the only people who might want to buy it, like, we're a real company, but they're quiet time. Quiet time.
As a game journalist, I've done this for years. You don't get Phil Spencer doesn't put this shit out when people are
this is
upset.
such a terrible
and certainly
comparison.
Jim Ryan, all he does is go on interviews with Game Biz Daily and those kind of things and give happy-go-lucky things. So,
when you're a first-time crowdfunded project, one of the rules of crowdfunding is you have to be in constant contact with your backers, or they will fucking turn on you. This is a completely different product. A crowdfunded product, they're like, "Where's my thing? You need to prove that you can make it. Where's the money? What's happening?"
You know,
It's not
Microsoft is
Microsoft. It's
right.
like,
Microsoft's going to announce the next Xbox console in a few years. They don't have to tell you shit because most people know it's coming. Just give them time. This
Yeah.
thing is it's a different beast
people have already
entirely.
paid money for it. There's already money. They have their money. You don't go,
It's a
well, we
bad
don't have
take.
to tell you anything. We get to just take your hundreds of dollars and not send you. This is insanity.
I don't know.
No.
I think if Phil Spencer went on some YouTube channel and was telling me that Nintendo rather had rape in their games, I would start asking questions like, Phil Spencer, I think you need to start answering some things. We need to have a discussion here, but
It's a bad take.
The fact that we're getting a statement, you guys, we're consumers. Nobody in this room except for Chuck.
After you get smacked around by your spouse, the fact that
Chuck
they gave you an apology
the rest of us
should be
are
enough for you to
consumers.
be happy, all right?
Right?
So
So
and even Chuck doesn't even count on that because it's profit sharing. You don't
Right.
necessarily
Oh, Retro
So-
Bro is in
that
their
kind of
chat. or-
communication.
He just
Yes.
needs someone
Oh,
to
Retro
rules.
Bro just posted in the
exactly.
chat.
So we don't get
Retro Bro posted, sorry guys, I've had enough of this kick the can down the road nonsense and being told we should just trust them. I'm out. I've requested a cancellation on my founders. That's probably the last thing he's ever going to be able to post there.
Oh, they'll probably comment on that. I can't wait to hear that.
emails from these other companies. You know, every once in a while you get like a Nintendo Treehouse, and maybe in a Nintendo Treehouse you might get something, but otherwise it's hey.
I get a constant barrage of emails from just about every publisher, developer every day.
Nintendo, yeah. On Nintendo, they constantly, almost every other day, they have games that are, you know, I noticed that are like, I'll check YouTube and it was like 5 hours ago, this game was announced, you know, first trailer.
It doesn't matter because Nintendo has never taken our money and waited 6 years to give us a thing.
Right.
Like, this is it's completely. It doesn't matter how frequently Nintendo communicates. This is a pre-order situation. Our money is in their hands.
Well, not my money.
Not my
Tony,
money.
Not my
Tony's
money, but
money.
somebody's
Or no,
money.
Tony, that's right. You got your money back, Tony. That's
All
right.
their
Nope.
investors have no fucking idea what's going on. They're just twiddling their thumbs like, you know, we'll talk about it later. It's
Yeah, did they
different.
update the investor page at all? Probably
No,
not.
Of course not.
Check out these games. So,
Will Mike molest DJC?
Matt, throwing out something on Twitter, you got to remember, is
Fucking
not the
Albert.
same. It's just, you know, he doesn't divulge company secrets to where they were, you know, where they are financially, right? They don't.
Yeah, the
do
big
that.
secret of
It's
where's
not
everybody's
what he
fucking
does.
money.
That's not Sony doesn't do it. Nintendo doesn't do it. None of these people doing it. So just getting that out of the way.
Different ballgame. I mean, you're talking about a $2 billion
Nintendo doesn't run
company, and a $100 billion
Kickstarters.
company, and a $50 billion company, and a $1 million company.
Somebody needs to find like a Where's Waldo, Where's Tommy and the Amico
There's
book.
a difference
Even us
between a
that are
company
in the-
with money,
we're just
guys,
peons.
and a
So
company
we
that
don't
doesn't
know
have any
anything.
money.
I mean, I bought a device that my company makes, and guess what? They stopped making it. They stopped supplying it. And now, 2 years since they've stopped making that and supplying tech support for it or any kind of support, they pushed out another one.
Who gives a
different type.
fuck?
You know, and it's the same difference. They don't have to tell you anything unless you're actually a true investor that, you know, have your money in there. The rest of it is just fandom. You know, so
Right.
whether or not it's a spin, it's always a spin. It's just what they want you to know. And then morons go out there and they spin their narrative to what they want. Okay. It's like someone going to the hospital because they have an ailment, right? And these guys, these are the idiots that go out there and go, I hope you come back out in a body bag. You know, and this is like a person, right? We're talking about a product. And this is
Is that what we are, guys? Are we cheering for death? Are we like,
We should
yeah?
be happy.
It's the same
that they're hiding
thing,
it.
Tony. The same thing.
I don't think it's the same thing. What I think it is it's someone going into the hospital and these assholes going, I hope that all the money you spent doesn't get you cured. And we're going, hey, you probably should give them back their money and send them to a reputable hospital that actually has doctors that know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Nice
And let's
analogy.
not
there.
forget, they're acting like, oh, well, you know, it's good they're not saying anything. But you loved it when Tommy was telling you it's coming out, you know, in October. You love when they had constant updates just lying to your fucking pig face. But now they go quiet and you go, no, this is better.
This is the way it should be done.
this is the same mentality. You know, we're all like, hey, I hope everything speedy recovery. You know, people are saying prayers, people are saying thoughts, you know, this and that, right?
Thoughts
we're on
and
that same
prayers
page
for
of,
your
hey, I hope
Amico.
everything works out. Not hope you come back out in a body bag. You know, that there's the difference is the mentality of people on what companies are doing. They think it's like their own private gain. It's not a game. It's people's lives that are on the line. You don't start a business and hire all these people and then say, guess what? We're out of money.
By their own logic, can they trust anything this guy says because he's a faceless avatar?
Industry secrets
No.
on how we got here. You know, all the stuff. You know, they've hired on people that have been in the industry, also new people that are learning the industry. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's not just, well, we're going to spin it so you guys can just buy everything and this and that. No, they're going to spin it so it's appeasing to want something and want to buy it and want to support it.
Yeah,
And
Retro's on his way to being kicked. He's causing a ruckus over
Yeah,
there.
Retro's challenging him 100%.
Yeah, well, we got to catch up.
We got to catch up.
Also, because they would have been like, hey, this is a sinking ship.
I'll just let it play.
Okay, so morons posting on Twitter, they're morons. Yet again, it's a, hey, look at me, look at what I'm doing.
I think he's talking about me.
Saving your life.
Am I the
I'm wishing
moron?
you death.
Right.
You see,
Well,
why do these
both
people
of us have done
why
it.
do people fall for this stupidity? I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I can speak to the drama
No, exactly.
the drama zone of YouTube that I don't really cover. Right?
It's insane, this topic, as we all know, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a delicate dance that I think Intellivision has to do to try and get some level of interest and support to be able to show that this console can stand on its legs and divulge some of what they want to work on. And they've definitely been guilty of, as Dorkside said, saying too much in the past. And now they've kind of gone on the other end of the pendulum of saying not enough or saying nothing during quiet time outside of revealing what the packaging would look like. So in that void, you have a lot of people that have taken an interest in this, and some of them are very convinced of what Intellivision is trying to do is hold the wool over people's eyes and scam people and make a run with people's money, and others are waiting to kind of see how it plays out. And there's very little middle ground. It's been drama and entertainment that kind of filled that void for the better part of the last year and a half.
Well, yeah, very well said. Brother Toto Dope is in the house.
Am I frozen again? I think I'm frozen.
Yeah, but we can still hear you.
Well, I'm afraid to touch the camera now.
I'm irritated.
Yeah, I'm so irritated right there. Like I'm like, oh, here we go. Someone got you, sir.
So for those of you guys who haven't actually touched
all right, so
we should probably cover that real quick. I don't read the full thing, but you might want to at least give a rundown on it because it's kind of
No, we're gonna go through it all. And folks, hold on. Hey, chat, I'm gonna say this one more time. If you don't like what we're doing, you're welcome to go elsewhere. This is not this is not, by the way, the show for you anyway, because we're going to talk about Xbox and games and like stuff you guys aren't interested in. So by all means, go away. But if you guys keep making bullshit comments,
Relic's attacking Retro, bro.
And that's just the way it is. YQ, I'm looking at you. Albert, I'm looking at you. Bye. Go away.
These guys have been fairly civil, dude.
Well, but they're starting to not just show the email. No one gives a fuck. Go away. This is our show. I don't care. You guys haven't been here before. You're not here week in and week out when we're talking about other stuff. You're only here for one reason.
Clearly, he admits he has no integrity.
You don't like what we're doing. You don't like what we're doing.
You finally have a show people are interested in, and you're mad about it.
Have a nice night. Go.
If you really cared, you would have subscribed and you would have got the same email. This is not an internal email. It's a public email that went out there. So
it's also
that's a fucking lie, because we know that it went out earlier before the email. They were trying to spin it already. The only reason the email went out is because, surprise, surprise, we put on a show and they decided to put the email out. Come on. Don't bullshit us. Why do they always want to bullshit us, Gary?
Intellivision Facebook.
Official Facebook, Television Amico Club. Yep.
Exactly. So there's nothing to hide.
I'm going to try to fix my camera here.
You mean the official Facebook that they don't let anybody in?
We're not here to chill and say, everything great over Intellivision, blah, blah.
Yes, you are. You are here to chill.
Well, I mean, watch y'all do that. But I mean, we just we all here as gamers, we want the Amico. We can't wait for it to come out. But we're patient, and it's been a long road. It's been a tough road for many of the people working there at Intellivision. But we're not here to give them excuses.
I mean, if they have nothing to hide, for fuck's sake, they need to update their investors. They're a bunch of shisty bastards. Get out of here.
In this time, this environment, this economy, and what we've gone through the last couple of years. So, be cool about it. We welcome everybody in the chat. Just be civil about it. And we understand people are frustrated. They did pre-orders. Some people did the Kickstarter and all that, and they're not seeing anything. And I get that. And this letter.
Smash thinking of his like Smash is upset. He's like, fuckers.
It's online, like Nick said. It's online. You can look
preempted
it up.
Me.
So it's not nothing being hid.
Facebook group
hey, look, we got our best friend here. Hey, what's up, Cam?
They posted it on their main website or not. They
can't
don't
stay
post
away,
stuff on their main website. That normally stays.
Don't worry, we don't ban
anybody
for being dicks.
Pre-order or just get more details on the console itself. That's usually what that's more for. But there were multiple notifications sent out. So if you don't have it, then you probably weren't on the list. If you know somebody's on the list, they can easily forward it to you.
Oh, I also, by the way, and I'm sorry, John, I don't. I've been around this block long enough and have talked to enough companies and have been in the middle of this business enough to know that nobody has lied to us. All right.
Yes, they have. What are you talking about? Of course they have.
Oh, almost everything. We have companies that are still delaying games.
No one's
it's like looking at the sky. It's like looking at the sky and pointing at it and calling it green.
The dock for it. The Steam Deck's out. The docking mechanism got delayed again.
No. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and argue. People have to do what they have to do. I have no desire for that, and we're not. So let's get to this. And
it
then
might
we'll
come out in October, guys. Fingers crossed.
But
10x returns.
10x returns.
It has been a while since our last official update, and I thank you for your patience. I hope that this update on the state of Intellivision will answer some of your questions and explain where we are and where we are headed. When I took over as CEO of Intellivision, my goal in leadership required some tough decisions to ensure that we launch a quality product.
No wonder it smells like this.
Oh,
welcome, Chris, to Friends of NLG.
Yes.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, congrats.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, there
Yeah.
was,
Also want to
one
shout out
earlier.
Jesse Darby for
Yeah,
Stalker is coming in December to fill the void.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Dude, Stalker, I would take Stalker in December. You think it'll be ready? We'll talk about that. Let me get through this and we'll talk about that because that's a really good question. Okay, so we pulled down our investment campaign on Start Engine a few weeks after it launched in February this year. Without better visibility of our path to profitability, we felt this was the right decision in the short term. Any funds committed by Start Engine investors as part of the campaign were returned in full. And I actually happen to know somebody who did invest in Start Engine, and that is a true statement.
I mean, Tony, it even said in the page that they delayed refunds, right? So they admitted that they're not currently giving out refunds, right?
Does not include a Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So just FYI.
There you go, everyone.
Well, that's a lie right there.
As I said earlier, narrative that people post out there to confuse.
That's a narrative people post. Hans Ipish, the former European president of Intellivision, said yes, they're doing Chapter 11. I guess Hans is just a lying asshole when it's not positive Amico news, right? Just because they didn't say Chapter 11 in this email doesn't mean Chapter 11 is not happening. They were never going to announce it. How fucking stupid do you think? I mean, even Tommy is not that dumb to come out and say, hey, guys, we're doing fucking bankruptcy. Don't worry, it's all good.
Use everybody else.
Well, to be fair on this one, it came from bad information from somebody who got baited into giving it. So, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Number two, we have dramatically reined in operating costs, which unfortunately require a significant reduction in staff. Our resources are focused on.
Did he say that Hans got baited into giving that information?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so.
Engineering and testing to ensure we have a quality system, as we cannot succeed by producing anything less. So we got you, Jesse. We read the Peter just read it. Unless you did another one. Hold on, let me see. Was that the only one? That was Stalker's coming in December. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, Jesse, because that is a great question leading up to what we're going to see on Sunday and beyond.
This is really, out of all the things they've done, this is not going to age well here.
It's layoffs.
Full-time employees too.
Make sure to archive this stream.
It's just
fucking hilarious.
They couldn't afford to keep them on. So they were positions they didn't need at the time, or positions they couldn't afford at this time.
Positions they didn't
need.
Afloat, like engineers, software designers.
And you got a console, and now all you're doing is testing and refining, and then going into production. So you really don't need
answering the phone. They don't need those positions
right now. Fixing and testing console, and that's it. So you don't need a million.
I guess you don't need no one to refund the money when you ain't got no money to refund.
Their FTEs to be able to launch a product as of spring of 2020. I think they were talking about 45 to 50 employees, and that was about 2.5 years ago. So that's about 2.5 years of a level, at least 2 years of a level of 50 employees, multiple offices.
They're down to 100 years of experience, Tony.
You know what's funny about all this?
The only thing they've been able to put out
2 years ago, they told us that it was a good idea that they had all those employees. Remember, they were like, "Yeah, that's why they're a big company. They got all these employees.
There's a lot of
fucking haters are
There's
stupid."
not much incoming for 2 years. Possible to maintain.
You know, let me address something, right? We're being asked why we're defending, okay? And it's not that we're defending.
Yes,
it's the fact
why?
We're trying to explain to people because they keep on accusing. And when you start accusing stuff and we're trying to straighten out the facts, it seems like you're defending. And this is what happens every single time. We have.
Why does the guy sound like Victor Lucas?
Rail the conversation from where it should be to talk about the pros and the cons of what is going on. You see,
there's pros,
and then it seems like we're defending. It's like, no, nobody wants to, defend somebody losing their job. It's just the cost of doing business, and people forget that there's stuff going on outside of our control.
Is it just me, or does he sound like Victor Lucas?
And these guys are the little guys when it comes to this.
I think the pandemic threw a wrench into everything.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just where it started, along with difficulties.
G. He sounds kind of like Victor Lucas.
Shipping and containers, and now stuff getting shut down again, and it's just all. It came at the worst time when they were like, "Hey, let's put this out in 2020."
That's the dreadful guy.
And that's not to excuse that Intellivision hasn't made mistakes along the way. That's not to excuse that other companies have been able to put out a small product. Look, there's Chinese companies that can put out a small handheld right now. There are other companies that can put out something that does not have the level of software development and hardware development and putting up a storefront and an entirety of a very large.
You didn't miss anything, Beefy. Nothing
as a video game system in this environment. Intellivision is doing something that these other companies that we're talking about are not trying to do. Analog is putting out a hardware product.
God, listening to Rab at like 1.5 speed makes my head just explode.
that has a
it's 2 speed
interface and has
2 speed even worse.
Has physical products, but it's not that different.
It's been almost an hour and they haven't actually gotten to the fucking
Nintendo,
news.
Sega.
No, it's great. They're so easily just derailed. All Retro Bro had to say was one thing, and they all lost their fucking minds. That's the funniest thing about these streams. Is these guys are like, we're just gonna get through it. It's gonna be fine. If you say one thing. There's a lot of companies. I've been in a lot of companies. I've seen a lot of companies before, and I met a company, and one time my father was a company. And every company is
industries and companies out there. And I think we can acknowledge that Intellivision has made a lot of mistakes, but I think we need to acknowledge that they are struggling to put that out in this current atmosphere. I think there's 2 sides to this coin that should be looked at.
My IT company lost clients.
So they've made a bunch of mistakes and they're struggling. What's the good part of that statement?
And to an extent,
what was supposed to give me confidence in them?
Some of those mistake.
Why
they
do they all
made,
have a little
in
personal
keeping
anecdote
open,
about
I
a
think they would say
completely
keeping open a
different
couple of,
company?
offices they didn't
Like,
need, right?
just
Having
stop.
staff that they kept
We
on
know
for
other
losing a year of
companies
revenue.
exist.
Yeah,
It's
all
not
those things
relevant.
led to, well, the bottom line is,
Well, I knew a
you
guy
bring
who
down
had a
operating costs.
company,
You
and
had
that
to significantly
company
reduce
made
your
a
staff.
lot
Your
of
focuses
money.
are on
So
exactly what they're on.
Intellivision
Having
Amico
staff
might be
that launch all your
hey,
systems.
this
So
is
you mean
stupid
tell me
waste
Soja
of
Boy
everyone's
without console
time.
handheld without having any issues?
Dude, they
Oh,
usually
no.
do the whole Bill Gates.
So,
Don't you know
the
that
third
Bill
one,
Gates was
which is something
Every
else.
single one of them
Yeah.
is
They don't
bringing
pay a
up
fee console.
other companies
I
that
was,
aren't
I was
Intellivision.
so
I never
freaking
had
interested.
fried
I
chicken.
really wanted that thing too. And I was gonna eat burritos while it was looking like a legit system too. We all got rickrolled on that one.
You know the greatest
Orcs or
console.
chicken while you're playing video games. I don't know how legit that is, but it was interesting.
You know the greatest console I had, and it was awesome because I had the controller in my hand, but the console itself was so invisible. It was called Stadia.
I'm telling you,
I'm like,
that's Victor
nobody thinks about that anymore.
Lucas.
Yeah.
It's not Victor Lucas. I've seen
And
Dreadpool
I'll
before.
actually.
It sounds like him.
Peter, we have a
Hey,
sighting.
Yo, baby.
Ninja Kitty agrees.
Andrew Verba says my parents were shot in an alley by a company.
I feel like they can't, sir. You're just
I
not
think they
trying hard
could.
enough.
Yeah. Have you
Then I became
never,
company
Scepter? Have you never had fried chicken and tried to play Halo before? Come on. No.
Always do.
Yobi
Always,
Okay, we're
said-
caught up
You
now.
should
Yobi
plenty
said,
of excuses
fuck.
for missing all your
always use your friend's controller though.
That's right. Yobi said, fuck Stadia. That's why. Oh my God.
What up, bro?
I have an
God, I
easier
wanted to make sure I had
answer
the right
to,
mic working. Can you guys hear me all right?
some of these
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
questions because we're gamers. So I really don't. I don't care what anybody. I honestly don't. I've said this before, and Nick, you've kind of hit me for this, but I'm going to repeat it. I don't care what they think. Don't.
I
care.
hate the way you phrase that.
Yeah,
man.
you know, it's fun
Well,
that they
I'm
took
There's
away
no better
everyone's
ways to
money.
phrase
The
it.
problem
funny.
is it's become like a
Well,
pissing it's not a pissing contest, man.
It's not
Just
the
be
content
honest
of what
about
you're
this
saying, it's how you say
company.
It comes off more hostile than
They
it needs
they
to.
are
That's all.
like I said in the
That's
chat.
what you should
They're
do.
being
It is,
willfully ignorant at
It
this
is.
point.
It is the way it is. We're gamers. I really
Oh,
don't
I'm not a gamer.
care
Go
what
fuck
other
yourself,
people's
Mike. Go fuck
issues are,
yourself.
and I really don't honestly care. Again, you know,
Are you
I might
still
have shitty
behind, Tony?
taste.
lots of fingers
Yeah,
in
we
this
are a
stream,
little
I
bit.
see deuces.
Guys,
Bye,
true
Big
gamers
Retro.
like
Go away.
watching companies destroy
elsewhere.
people's
Go be
investments.
miserable somewhere
That's
else.
true
while
gamer
we're
behavior.
here
This is such a
enjoying
bad
and celebrating
take.
games.
You're not a
Bottom
gamer,
line,
so you don't
we're
have an
gamers.
opinion. That is by far the worst take you could possibly take on this.
They're the real gamers because they like watching their money get wasted by a psychopath. That's real gamer. That's the gamer lifestyle.
Gamers TM.
Yeah. Did you know that Microsoft and Nintendo, they don't say a lot of stuff either. Sometimes they'll do, literally a 6-hour press conference showing off hundreds of games that are confirmed to release. But, they don't really talk that much, So why would Amico say anything at all?
Hey, they said they promised to eventually, maybe someday in the future, show off a couple more games that they got licensed to or some shit.
Nintendo has giant conferences, their events, a giant streaming marquee, whatever the hell's, and they're going, well, Amico is talking about as much as Nintendo or Microsoft does.
Anna Wilson says, "I wish we had this intro months ago."
Fair, right? That's fair.
When you went on your little rant, you might have missed it, but I said you sounded extra Italian when you were doing
it comes out when I get angry. It really does. I don't know how they can continue to come on here and just say the same thing. All this was by Intellivision was them just trying to appease. I don't know who. Like, oh, we haven't said anything, so let's say something, but say nothing at the same time. That's literally all. Oh, trust us. Just trust us. The same old thing over and over again. Like, what are you telling us, Phil? You've told us nothing.
I just also don't know, why these guys. How are you not taking the most massive L of your life by being like, you?
I haven't talked to. Yeah. I'm sorry, Vito. I wasn't trying to cut
it's
you
just
off.
you kept telling all your followers, oh, here's all the reasons you should be excited, and I trust Tommy completely, and Tommy would never not get this thing out the door. And now that you have all this evidence to the contrary, you go, yeah, well, the true gamers are going to stick with it. And it's like, bro, you got it wrong. You could say, listen, I'm an idiot and I got roped in by a lot of false promises, but I still kind of want it to come out because I want to play the games. Okay, I understand that take. But this whole holier than thou, well, I'm a true gamer, so, this rolls over me like water. I don't get it.
Dude, I don't, and I won't say any names, but I know people who I've been very close with, who have been, quote unquote, Amico shills now for a year, that have literally reached out to Intellivision and said, please take me out of your videos. They've canceled their pre-orders. I'll send you guys a screenshot of one of the emails that was shared with me. So at this point, I look at Mike, I look at Chuck, I look at Nick, and I'm going, how? Like, how do you continue to just to do this when one thing you can say about me is, and I know people will give me shit for it, but I said last year, if this thing wasn't out by probably the spring of 2022, I would be out. And you could pull old videos. All my shit's unlisted, but I'll give you links if you need it. I guarantee you can find it in there. And I've at least been consistent there.
And that's the thing. You were willing to give him the benefit of the doubt when a lot of us were where you're at now. We were there a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Granted, I still think it was a little early 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. It was a little early.
No. I think a lot of us didn't know that it was never going to come out. I think we were like, well, it doesn't look great and it's probably not going to make a lot of money.
No,
and it just ended up being far much worse than we ever imagined. So there's no shame in not anticipating that, because we weren't even anticipating that either.
Right.
Yeah, I can't speak on Chuck, but I can speak on Mike Mullis because I've heard him be full of himself. He basically said that his voice and voices of people who've touched it should be the only ones on YouTube allowed to speak on the Amico. And normal people shouldn't be allowed to report on gaming news. Only quote-unquote gaming journalists like him should be allowed to even host panels.
What the hell on earth? What? No.
Yeah, he's actually pissed that E3 allows the common people with their phones to take videos
to go
and
around
talk about
and
things.
hang out.
Yeah, only gaming journalists should decide what news is worthy of being given to the public. Those are his words.
That's insane. It's like someone saying I don't even have a response to it.
Yeah.
Is this guy like a former journalist, I guess?
He's a former. I had a website that I created on my own and wrote some articles on.
So he's the exact same as the public then. Then what is he talking about? That's what everyone else is doing.
He had an LLC, so technically he had
so if you form a company, it's fine. Me with 250,000 viewers, I can't talk about a video game that looks like dog shit.
No.
Great. Good.
Nope.
Retro show. He's got some okay points. He's just
but it doesn't, and I don't care. I really don't. Again,
that's such a fucking bad take.
They won't be here after. And as soon as
I was there before. Now what? My opinion doesn't count.
These people are still going to be here.
I'm sure. I mean,
Jesus Christ, I fucking can't stand it.
And it's fun to come into chat and laugh at people that still want to see the thing come out because it's the popular thing to do right now, and that's fine. It wouldn't be the first time I've been like that. It won't be the last time.
It's not the popular thing. It's the logical thing.
It's the logical, most reasonable thing on earth.
Game development partners to license classic Intellivision intellectual property IPs for publication on other systems, other platforms. Sorry, let me look over here where I've got it larger because I am getting old and I can't see anymore.
Do these guys realize that like when the money runs out, it's not getting put towards the games?
Will also help raise awareness of Intellivision.
Like if you're such a big gamer, you gotta realize the games need money to get finished and come out, right?
Many people in the retro gaming
this thing's not going to have any games.
And the fact that all of our games, including retro titles,
Vito,
are adapted for
Intellivision is so hot, they're just going to release Astro Smash on the Switch and it's going to sell 1 million units and that'll fund
home family entertainment.
If it's even done, I don't even know if it's done.
So this is basically the Atari VCS model, right? Put their games out on other systems where
isn't the Atari VCS also
where this has the difference is that so I have a VCS,
now?
right? So I've got my VCS. VCS is,
but it exists.
I love it. It's great. I've been doing a lot of emulation.
It does exist.
I've had a VCS since 1979.
IGN gave it a 5 out of 10.
Well, I've got some Atari 20s. Yes, they are.
I wish he was using StreamYard. I'd go on his fucking stream right now. I'm
going to play the VCS versions of the Recharge.
IGN gave it a 5, but according to Mike, those aren't real journalists. So
right. You got to go to the real journalists.
IGN is what Chuck would call hate journalists, like us.
Charge games because Brother Pete, Pack Opening Pro, said that those games had levels and stuff in it that the Xbox versions didn't. I was actually going to pick them up on Xbox. I got the VCS. Thank you again, Brother Hasselhoff. And I was like, well, but I'm still going to get the Xbox versions because I play on Xbox.
Who gives a fuck? Get to the email.
And there he is. I say his name and he appears.
Yeah. Mike has a bad habit of doing this. He strings his shows out.
There was exclusive content on the VCS versions. I'm like, well, now I'm I'm going to play them on the VCS.
Well, at least they
So
have
I think-
games
I
on the
think what it does is,
VCS.
again, it
Television
gives
doesn't have
that,
anything.
To be fair, Tony, we
that
kind of do this too,
mix of
a
if you're
little
on
bit. Maybe
PlayStation,
not.
We're
as
if you're on
extreme.
interesting
Xbox, if you're on Switch,
when we do
if
it.
you're on Steam, and you
We
want to play,
acknowledge
At least
when we
we're
do
being
it, right?
honest. At
like
least.
that, you can.
Like when we
What
do it, we're like,
the
hey, I know
Amico
we're
versions will give
derailed.
you will
Sorry
be
about
the
that.
controller, the touchpad, the I don't know what the player. I
Well,
don't know
when
if
is
they're
the
like
last time you
multiplayer
guys
based,
saw
like,
Saggy
4 players on
Melons, by
Amico.
the
Maybe
way?
it's only 2
She was
players.
here
She was on the
the
other night.
Xbox version. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is she
She
still
didn't
big
talk
friends?
about-
Is she still big friends with
Yeah,
Tommy?
like VCS, right? I mean,
No.
No, I think if they can
She hasn't heard from Tommy in a while.
The newer.
Strange.
I was gonna
She,
say-
she said they were
That's
such good
the
friends.
question here. I was going to say they've already done with the Evercade brought the classic Intellivision IP to another
I
console.
would
So this
laugh if
really
they
was a
tried to
statement
put
if
their
it was just
software
the
on the
classic,
Switch and Nintendo
unadulterated,
told them, hey, remember those
Intellivision
rape games?
content. I think this becomes the fact that things like, I don't know if it's Astro Smash, I don't know if it's biplanes or skiing or some of those other licenses that were on the original Intellivision that are being remade, if they're looking at putting those remakes onto other systems. That I think is possible. here in
Biplane's
the
even a
verdict.
license?
Not quite sure.
No,
I think
it was in the
George and I
triple
brought it up
action
earlier that
pack or
was one
something.
of the things that Intellivision was touting in bringing the system out that Atari VCS was not, is that the games are going to be unique to the system. That gives the system a reason to be. That gives the system an identity. And when you
Yeah,
start
which
putting
they
those
won't be
games on
now.
other systems, it starts to peck away.
Let's
a little bit at
Smash.
the reason to be
Smash
for the
needs the link,
so
Tony.
that kind of takes away.
Yeah, I mean, if you can essentially buy a Switch for the same price and you can get all the same games on the Switch, why would you even
Dolphin Quest? Well, as it turns out,
they're
gonna put the
even
Running Man
think?
in Smash.
on other systems
Smash
as well.
Ultimate Running Man trophy
Mike
coming.
talked about with the different levels.
We already, they already confirmed
Sakurai's
Dolphin
done.
Quest
Players
isn't
on
exclusive to
Switch,
the
it might be 2 players.
Amico. We
There
know
might be different
that.
levels that are unique to the Amico. You might get the
What I think they're missing is a lot of the games aren't owned by Intellivision, right? Dolphin Quest isn't owned by Intellivision, so they're not getting any money for putting it on other systems.
Right.
Finnegan Fox isn't owned by Amico. Breakout isn't. The Bomberman clone is it? Dynablasters isn't. What do they got? I think they got Moon Patrol.
Yeah, most of the games that are
Astro
finished probably aren't
Smash,
even
yeah.
owned by them. So what can they sell? Astro Smash.
Shark.
Yeah, Shark.
Shark ain't gonna sell. Oh my god, the game.
Well, that's a Shark's a pack-in.
Well, they're
Yeah.
saying they want to sell it on the Xbox, though. They're saying they're gonna.
No, I thought it was just going to be their old Intellivision titles were going to be sold. Isn't that what the email said? It's not the newer ones.
I mean, I would say anything that they have done and that they own the rights to that would be possibly put on.
Well,
I mean, I guess they could
saying,
go
are
with
they just
another.
going to sell the Intellivision like classic console?
I think it's the
Right.
classic games.
Right,
That's what
like,
I think it
right.
is.
Right, like
I don't think
another
it's the current
Intellivision
games.
lives, like an Intellivision lives too. I get what you're saying.
How many times have they sold that though? How many? Really...
1,000 times.
Yeah, they're not going to make any money off of that.
Those can't sell well.
When is the last time they did like a classic Intellivision?
Probably like
compilation?
maybe like Xbox. I want to say like DS, maybe 3DS. Probably DS, like Xbox, PS2 time.
Oh, I didn't love Shark. I said my kids liked it. D Reed.
Ooh, walking it back.
I thought
We got
Shark.
Smash.
No, to be fair, I think it's pretty sure that's what he said.
What's up, Tony? Hey guys.
What's going on, Smash?
Hey, Smash.
So did you get the email? What did you think of the email, Smash?
Same old BS, different day. Still waiting for the.
Well,
put up-
you don't
put up.
sound like a true gamer now, Smash, because the true gamers are saying this is just normal, you know.
You
We're
gotta
just about
believe.
you got to be about the games, is what it really comes down to.
Yeah, you got to stop the drama. It's all about the
Yeah,
games.
Sounds
Can't
like
we
you're
just talk
not about the
games?
games.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised YouTube hasn't canceled me yet.
Ooh, there was an Intellivision collection on the DS. Interesting.
Smash, how much more money would you have made if you put that $10,000 in the fucking GameStop stock when you were buying all that stock, man?
Oh yeah, what did you pay for that? About like $7 a share? You could have made quite a bit.
I
think you
bought
paid around $3.
It was around $4 a share.
Damn.
God
And I sold it at around $400 or $500 a share.
Oh, wow, you timed that pretty perfectly.
I did. That's why I can't complain. It's like, man, it sucks. It sucks to lose.
You could have got
10,000.
2,500 shares of GameStop, and you could have made. Oh, gee,
well,
only,
I mean,
only $1 million.
Your timing is off because
Smash, you would have made $1 million fucking. Regardless, besides
No,
the point,
John,
you would have
John,
made $1
you're-
million.
No, I would not have, John, because that's money I made from GameStop.
That's what you're lying to yourself.
He
now.
took the GameStop money and then invested. He didn't have
it's not like it's not
What
like
a
I'm
terrible,
sitting on-
what a terrible fucking place to put all that sweet GameStop money, Smash. I'm sorry.
It is in hindsight. Obviously, it's like it's idiotic, but
I just
in
wish
the
I would have
moment-
bought some GameStop.
Right,
stock.
you
That's
didn't.
all
You
I
didn't
wish.
know. You didn't know that going in. I mean,
No,
it is what it
in
is.
the
I know. It's
moment-
like giving him shit.
I mean, look at it from my perspective, guys. Like, Tommy welcomed me into his home, like spent the day with me, shared like all his memories with gaming, and this is before any of the GameStop stuff even happened. And he was so kind and so just forthcoming about like his passion about gaming. And we formed a bond of, oh, this guy is like a legit good dude.
Well, that's why
And-
they say business and pleasure don't mix.
Right. And that's why I was like, you know what?
He honey dicked you. That's all.
He said to me, and he said this publicly too. I said this in my video, like they're on the launch pad. They just need to get over that hump. And it's like, he
Right.
said that to me like 3 months before that promo video came out where he said that to everybody.
Right.
And like when that came out, I was like, yeah, that's what he said to me 3 months ago. It's kind of weird, but whatever. And that was like a year ago or 2 years
Yeah,
ago. I don't know what. It's like,
Sweet Tender Hooligan is fucking. Look at that fucking nice taint lick action there. Thanks for answering. It's so cool that you're here and involved. Jesus Christ.
what's
So
that?
have they? So did you hear anything about anything updating the investors smash?
No, I have not gotten any correspondence on Republic in, I believe, well over a year.
Yeah, but that's transparency for you.
So their big announcement of Quiet Time ending was them coming out and saying what they've said for the last 2 fucking years. Like, let's
you know
put
what?
that into perspective for a moment. Like their big, oh, hey guys, Quiet Time's over. Oh, we're saying the same shit we said fucking a year ago. That means nothing now.
The
So
classic
now,
thing
but
was-
this time, just believe
this time
us.
we did it. Yeah.
Oh,
the
we're working on the hardware. You were working on the hardware 2-3 years ago. What happened when you said it was almost done? What Smash? I thought you were crazy for saying this. What did I play? What the fuck did I play? I thought you were crazy for saying this. Now I got to think like, what is going on?
Dude, you really butted heads with me when I said that. But when I came to that realization, I'm like, that literally could have been anything in a box there that had nothing to do with the retail unit. And if that's the case, that's very concerning because the parts that they put in that aren't necessarily the parts that they're putting into retail. Ergo, the price of the parts may be way more expensive if they want to mass produce those. Ergo, this is a big problem.
Right,
But
and
none of that was told to me.
right, and that's basically what happened to you guys. It's just it was like a magic trick. They got you looking in one hand while they're pulling the rabbit out of the hat. And, yeah,
I mean, it's been very shady. They have not been forthcoming. They say they're open like a book, but all they do is lie. So that's not really being open.
I have to question everything that was said to me. Everything.
Think about John. Think about the Coleco Chameleon, where it was like Super Nintendo guts inside of a shell, right?
Yeah.
And
Good
then they go to this. Tommy has connections with Mike Kennedy. He'll play those down, but he does. They have a friendship. And then you got Phil Adam, who is the new CEO, former board of directors of the Coleco Chameleon. And now they're working on a project with
Smash.
Yes.
You forgot something. Phil
What's that?
Adam, former director, board of directors in the Coleco Chameleon, but also involved in 4 other previous Mike Kennedy projects.
Wow. See, that's the real journalism from you, Tony. You could...
Don't gas him up too much, Jeff.
Yeah.
I know. Don't worry. I mean, the last correspondence I had with Tony, he was shitting on me in a video. So yes.
I wasn't shitting on you. I was shitting on your take.
Okay.
Oh, that was the Ian take.
We'll agree to disagree on that one.
We're all supposed to hate each other now, apparently, according to some Canadians.
I can be cordial on YouTube. You know, one thing I've learned from Rich from Review Tech is you can butt heads with people and still talk to them.
I thought you just learned how to take your shirt off from him.
No, I learned that from Pat.
Huh.
From Rich, he learned how to deep throat the cucumbers.
Who is the shirtless shill? Is that Rich or is that Jeff? That's you,
That's
Jeff,
me.
right? Is that you?
yeah.
I get my shirtless shills mixed up.
Well, initially it was Shirtless Wonder, which I don't know, sounded way nicer.
Tommy, you're right. It could have been $1,000 computer. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what it could have been.
Which is really I've talked to a couple junior level professionals in the industry, because I don't know what a chipset is. I don't know a goddamn thing about them. But I've talked to people who do, and they've raised concerns about the price of what was exposed when they showed the putting together video of it. They're like, those are like going for like $700 through Qualcomm right now. So
I would have in
Really?
hindsight. Wow. In hindsight, man, I wish I would have just like snuck off with an Amico somewhere, took a screwdriver, real quick, took a picture, buttoned it up, and then just to have later if I ever needed it. Well, I go back and I'm like, man, I should have just recorded the conversations I've had, this and that, and just to have it.
Well, I mean, why? This is the thing. This is the thing. I'd love to grill Tommy on, like, open it up. What is in there? How much does that chip cost? Tell us. Like, why? What is the secret here? Why is it so secretive? If you can be so open about everything else, but then you come to this and it's like, oh, proprietary stuff. We can't talk about that because industry secrets and X, Y, and Z. It's like, no, because if you talk about it, it's going to expose the complete fraud that this has all become.
Well, I mean, when he was on DJ, was it the Slopes cast or the Slope stream, whatever the fuck it was, and he was asked about the encryption, and his brain just kind of shut off for like 20 seconds. I don't think Tommy knows a lot of technical stuff.
Well, he's not a hardware guy. I mean,
right? No, he'll admit he's not the hardware guy.
So
yeah, I mean, my thing is like when we would ask him about it, in hindsight now, at the time I didn't think about it, but when I look back at it now, I'd be like, I remember asking him a question on like my first or second interview, and I was genuinely curious about the hardware. And he's like, well, that doesn't matter because we, if it does what it's supposed to do and it brings family fun, and he wanted to completely like avoid the question altogether. And I mean, I thought that was kind of strange, but at the same time, I was like, well, he's also right, because what does it matter? Because for me, honestly, at that point, it didn't matter. But now looking back, it's like, wow, that was kind of one of those like red flags that I can go back and I can see now.
Yeah. Every other console is pretty transparent. They're like, it's
got
this
Vito
processor, it's got this. We don't want you to think we're selling you a bill of goods.
Well, I think Vito, I think the issue with that is Tommy just wanted to wait to get cheaper chipsets, so he didn't want to announce anything until they picked it out, which is what got them in the position.
What was going to be in there.
Well,
right.
Remember, my source told me that they had a contract ready for Intellivision to manufacture key turn manufacturing, and they turned it down because they needed the what the hell did they get, the $1 million the loan for manufacturing, the
PPP.
No,
you talking about that 1.3? I don't know.
The 1.3 million from the other company.
Yeah, I forget. Arc.
Yeah,
Arc. Yeah,
they went with Arc because Arc gave them a 1.3 million. Basically, it was like a 1.3 million that they would buy the chips for them, produce the consoles, and then they would pay them back.
Which, by the way, that Arc deal. Talking to Tommy about it, like he implied that they were getting screwed over by this company in China. And I just took him at his word for it because I was like, oh, man, that sucks. And then come to find out, I do some more research after I got off the phone with them. And I'm like, oh, Arc, they're like a big deal. They have a reputation. They wouldn't screw someone over.
And they're an American company.
And they're an American company that contracts with.
Well, they're American owned, but they manufacture.
But if you have a contract, a deal signed, they're going to follow through on it. So something tells me I'm not getting the full clear picture from Tommy. I'm just getting what he wants me to hear. So it sounds like
I feel like there were a lot of things that we were told were deals that were only maybe spoken about, maybe like the Earthworm Jim thing. Like they just kind of talked about it. Like Tommy talked about it with his buddies.
I mean, I'll tell you straight up with the Earthworm Jim thing, that was smelled fishy from the start.
From the get-go, because it shifted a few times.
Well, I asked Tommy straight up. I was like, why don't you delay the console and make Earthworm Jim a launch game with it, like Mario World and Super Nintendo? That would be gangbusters. And he's like, no, we can't do that because this, that, the other thing. We got to get the console out or focusing on that. And then the console got delayed. And I asked them about Earthworm Jim. They're like, oh, we haven't made any progress on it. I'm like, Well, you could have. Like, you never had an intention to make this game. They wanted that to be the showstopper at E3 to get all the attention, to get investment money. They didn't actually have an intention to make that game. I don't think. Maybe.
Well, you know, Jeff, I was told that in Interplay told Intellivision to take all that shit off of their website. And
I heard that too. But
to pretty much take it. The last conversation I had with Tommy, that's what he told me. That was back in I think
Tommy.
April or something.
Wait, Tommy told. Oh, so you didn't hear that? Tommy told you that. Like,
Tommy
it's not
told me
hearsay.
Tony,
Yeah, when you get it from Tommy, it's hearsay. So.
But here's the thing, though. Tommy wouldn't like if Tommy's gonna obviously that's one of those things he didn't want me to tell people. I mean, so why would he lie about that? You know, like if he was afraid.
Bro, just joking.
Tony,
sometimes I can't tell with you, Tony.
Should we see where our friends are at on the stream? Should we continue on a little bit more?
We will continue. I just want to say real quick about the ARC deal for Jeff can be clarified what happened. What happened was they made the deal. They were supposed to manufacture. ARC went out and bought the chips. They spent $1.3 million on supplies, and they told Intellivision, okay, we're ready to manufacture. We need the rest of the money and the specs and everything that we get going. And Intellivision said, hey, we're not ready to go. We need you to hold on.
You know that matches up perfectly with what Tommy told me about how they were asking for more money, and he's like, "No, we paid you." So what you're saying makes sense. It's either complete like Three Stooges trying to make a console, or I don't know. I don't like how incompetent can you be? Literally, how incompetent can you be? I am impressed if that's incompetence.
And
it's exhausting. Go ahead.
Part of the incompetence is in the contract that they signed. There was something in there where basically, like, if if we don't start manufacturing by X date, we're gonna end the deal and we keep whatever product we bought, whatever, right? We keep the money and.
So now they're in a lawsuit trying to get their money back because of that. Probably that's what the lawsuit Tommy was alluding to with the $1.3 million.
But if you looked inside the SEC filings, they basically said that there is no way for them to get the money back. They could sue, but they would lose, basically. They just basically admitted, like, there's no way for us to get the money back. Once you're in breach of contract, there's nothing you can do. If ARC wanted to be nice and be like, well, here's some fucking money back, but that'd be it.
Or they could take the approach of, okay, we'll extend it, pay us the rest of the money, is the other way they could go.
Yeah, but if you drag them into court, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be happy about extending it. They're like, no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, knowing what I know and hearing your side of it, if that's all the information and that's all accurate and true and proven, Intellivision would never like to stand on.
Tony, I just sent you a picture in Discord. You're free to share that, so I'm not bullshitting you.
All right. Well,
I wanted to say I got to go feed some cats. Everybody have fun.
All right, Vito. Thanks for
stopping. Have a good night, Vito.
Hey, Vito, I loved your Sterling video, man. Great job on that one.
Oh, thank you. That one was weirdly popular.
It was fantastic. Oh, he gone.
All right, let's continue on and see where we're at.
The help and stuff that you're getting on the unique screen with the Amico that you don't get on another system. So it takes away a little bit of that, but at the same token, like what the Atari DCS is doing,
they're still talking about games on other platforms.
20,000 units right now this year, or 100,000 units over the next year and a half. They've got to make some income somewhere, and if they can get those games in front of other people, that's eyes on Intellivision as a brand, seeing that Intellivision's putting stuff out in the world. Oh, we're putting this stuff, and it might not be PlayStation or Switch. It might be mobile. It might be on TV streaming services. I mean, this is looking at a family-oriented crowd, so it might be on stuff like, you're streaming on TV, and you have, an Amico app, and that's a platform where you see the Amico games. And, oh, yeah, you can get the system, and it comes with controllers, and you can do more with it. You don't know quite what they're doing and how they're going to be putting it out there, but it is exposure for them, and it is revenue for them, and it is something that kind of keeps them in the game to get to the next level and to get this console out, which is...
It's only revenue if people buy this
shit. Some I think will trace fine that way. Others I don't think will, because they use the screen too much. Right, like what we've seen of emoji charades, unless you've got that screen, that just wouldn't. I don't know how you'd make that work. Right, you would need some.
You mean emoji charades that's already available on phones, and all the major consoles can use phones for different things?
You guys got phones, right?
Secondary screen. to be able to make that work the way you want that to work. But stuff like Astro Smash and biplanes and skiing and stuff like that, yeah, you could bring those to other consoles and make this work. I think,
and I don't think they own emoji charades anyway, so what does it fucking matter?
Are they arguing you can bring this to other consoles and make it work?
Could you do the same thing?
Wouldn't that defeat the purpose of the Amico?
Would it be as good? Maybe not. It kind of depends.
Well, that's what Nick's trying to say. If they bring them to other systems, then it defeats the purpose, and then some of them might not be able to make it, so they wouldn't make the money
on
on
it
it.
or don't understand it. But like we've got 5-6 people here that have played it. It kind of feels like a big flat analog. If I'm not correct about that, that's kind of, it has like, it's a soft give, but it's so great in like either using it as a dial, as a rotator, and as
talk about something new. For fuck's sake, you've been talking about the same goddamn thing for a fucking year.
I mean, John, technically people could say the same thing about us.
I mean, sure, fine, but what the fuck, dude?
Direction really quick just by swinging and pressing like you could on an analog.
What I want to know is you realize that an analog stick has 360 degrees, right? So it has more than 64 directions.
Kind of impressed me, and that's why I think people don't understand it. They knock it all the time and say, "Oh man, no one wants to play with something like that." But I mean, I'm a shooter guy.
Mind blown, Tony.
Dude, if fucking DJ City wants to play fucking
it's so
shooters, get a fucking Sega Saturn. Good God, you know how many fucking shooters are on there? It's ridiculous, man.
Once you do,
fuck's sake.
Aha moment.
Yeah, it will not make sense until you play with it. That controller, 100%. It just, and we've said this till we're blue in the face. It will not make sense till you try.
You saw the reaction.
It feels like a super D-pad or a more intuitive analog that doesn't kind of roll all over the place.
Do you guys think the DJC looks the Amico is more than a plastic box?
You saw the reaction right away.
Yeah.
They both,
I think he's just so in love with Intellivision that
Yes, he's a big Intellivision
can't help
fanboy.
himself.
Yeah,
like it's almost like a religious experience, like a higher power type
There's
thing.
no grip, but there is grip. You know, it's just such a weird way to try to explain something.
Retro, bro. Did you go and
nothing we can all say.
Reserve a Everkid, one of the new
I feel like that
Everkids?
defines the console. Either you're gonna play it and you're gonna like it, or you play it.
Oh, can you pre-order one yet?
That's the most insane part.
Well, yeah, the black ones were if you got the ones
No, I
from
couldn't get the black one.
was it sold out? Yeah, they only had I think 5,000 of those.
We're hyped about it
Because I looked and then you had said something. I was like, oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I think that was the
I'll just
only
get
one
the
that was
regular
available.
one for 150, man. It looks like a pretty.
No,
pretty
yeah,
sweet
and that's what
fucking-
I had fun with it. That doesn't mean
Yeah,
you
no.
will have fun with it.
Correct. And no one is telling anybody, because we're interested in it and because we want to have it and because we want it to come out, that you guys all have to run out and pre-order it. I've not said a word to anybody about, oh, you should go pre-order this thing.
I'm pretty sure Chuck has
Yeah,
told
he
people to run out
definitely,
and pre-order
and Mike has definitely told people to pre-order it.
I believe he was doing that the last time Phil Adam was on, when you were on too that night.
Yeah, he said you better go get your pre-orders now before the price raises, guys.
You guys, you guys have seen, you saw that clip with Mike Mullis and Tommy, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, for anyone to be able to watch that in hindsight,
Which one, Jeff?
the one where Tommy just completely ghosts him when he's like, "You're my
Love
best
you.
friend, Tommy. I love you." He's like confessing to him, and Tommy's like, "Anyway, who else is in the chat here?"
Oh, I have to see that.
You haven't seen it?
No.
It is brutal. It's like The Simpsons with Bart. Like,
Well,
this is the exact moment you can see the heartbreak.
The problem is we've probably seen all this content, but there's so much of it out there we can't. Keep track
I
of it
made
anymore.
people pre-order them. Just another viewer. Are you? Yeah, I held a gun to people's head and fucking made you pre-order it.
Well, no, I mean, to be fair, I made people pre-order it with pumping it up and promoting it because I was like, hell yeah. And I felt horrible for that. So I'll be the first to admit I directly impacted people's decisions. And yeah, I am so sorry for that. But I don't know what more I can do. Like, holy
Start
shit.
handing out $100.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oprah Winfrey style.
You know what? We should buy up pre-orders, and then we could just sue Intellivision ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have to be a class
I'll
action
pass.
lawsuit anymore.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that one.
When I'm rolling in Amico pre-orders, and you guys are,
I thoroughly believe you should wait till it comes out and check it out. Well, except you, Peter. I told you to do it.
Yeah, I have
Chris,
not
I
given
think I told Chris.
anyone a recommendation to go buy physical games or to go pre-order an Amico. I think their original plan of putting kiosks in malls or getting this out in the community and having people play it and feel for themselves and make their own decisions.
I think the original plan of going on
Funding
Ellen
we need,
DeGeneres
I
was
think
great.
people need to see what it is about this console.
I mean, he
that
thinks
like.
about
Um,
bringing
you're doing a show
kiosks out. How about we just get the damn system out?
Yeah, how about a retail console, like one? How about one of them?
The possibilities that it holds. I mean, even John's even saying that they've with this time, they've been able to take more advantages over the design of the controller and put it into the game.
I wonder if I'm still a
So
mod.
all
I
it
wonder
is
if I've lost
basically,
my
you know,
mod privileges
excitement
yet.
of, hey, check this out.
That's probably the
Half
only
game,
reason
half
why he
time, you
didn't
know,
ban
we're
me is because I'm a
bringing
channel
the
member.
fun. You know, I'm buying it because I had fun with it.
You give
I
him money?
pre-ordered it right away. I thought about it. I tried to figure out
It's
what
like
I
at
wanted.
$2. I
"Well,
lose
I'll
track
pre-order
of
it.
the stuff
I'll
that
get,
I'm
you know, at that time
subscribed
it was
to.
pre-order, get your money back if you decide to ever cancel. I don't know what's going on
Oh,
right now, and I can't speak for
Tony.
anything. But
We'll get to
What's up?
Intellivision or Tommy used to be a channel member, and then as soon as I turned on him, he canceled his membership instantly.
Yeah.
Classic.
He canceled, I think, on Max too.
Yeah, he
Real
Oh,
quick,
canceled on me
really?
back in October when I went on a fucking spree.
real quick, I gotta
So-
address this because
Yes.
he's spamming. No, I did not lie, Darius. You missed it. I actually showed the email that I received.
Darius is really hung up on this, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, he showed you the email, although the name's blacked out, but you're not going to get that.
Yeah, just go back and chat. You'll see the email exists. You'll see that I did get it. And I addressed this again. They're never going to make a public statement and say, hey, guys, we're broke. We're doing Chapter 11. It's a great news. They're just going to do Chapter 11.
I mean, yeah. Have you guys not been following this? I mean,
I was
I'm
told
pretty
by
sure
Phil they
you
were
have
doing
been
Chapter
following it.
11.
Well,
I don't know if Phil lied to me or not.
which one is it? Because people have said Darius is saying that Intellivision is a failing moronic company, but then he's arguing when someone says they're filing bankruptcy. I'm like, which one is it?
Well, he's just saying that we're taking a no-brainer guess that this is the only logical thing.
Oh no.
When Tony clearly has the the
I
proof, and
see.
we didn't release that when we had our show on the 6th, but he did show that tonight. So I mean, what else? What more do you want from him? You're not going to get the sources. People don't do that. It's a normal thing. It's just something that.
Well, I mean, I can say from my source, I don't know if it's the same as Tony's source, but the person that shared it with me and who it came from is somebody I definitely trust that would not fake an image. So that's from me, not Tony, separately. And I didn't want to speak on it. I saw Tony's video come out a couple days ago, and I was just like, all right, like an unnamed source that I didn't hear from. Okay, then I heard from one that I trust, and I'm like, okay, I believe that. So, for what it's worth.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the whole thing stems from the fact that Darius is very, very upset that people talk to me and give me information. I've come out before with information. You verified, John has verified that the things I've said are true. Maybe you didn't like to hear it when I first said it, and then years later, because it's been years, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, remember that thing you said back then? That was turns out that was true because Tommy was full of it, or Phil Adam was lying."
Well, I told you were right when I was like, "No, Tommy told me otherwise." I'm like, I thought you were a bullshitter, like just coming up with shit, and I'm like, "Nope, you called Tommy's bluff pretty much every time." So, and that's me. You know, I'm being fully honest and transparent. Because the last video you made about me was shitting on me, and I can still be honest about you being right.
And here, I'll share the screen one more time just because Darius. So lovely. There it is. There's the email.
Tommy Amico, good point. Trust me, guys. I'm good with who I trust.
And since we've stopped the stream, I'll go ahead and share what Retro Bro showed me. It says to support. I don't know if you can read it. It's kind of it's like someone took a picture of their TV, but it says
Someone took a picture of their monitor.
Yeah, it says to support at Intellivision, refund and video removal. It says I would like to ask again to have my refund issued for the cancellation of my Amico Founders Edition pre-order. Would also like to request that the YouTube videos where I am featured promoting this product be removed from your YouTube channel. Please remove me from these videos, or if that is not possible, then please remove the videos.
Have you attempted, or will you attempt to strike those videos if they don't take that down, or like is that even an option for you?
No, because it's not. I don't know because it's not my content. By the way, that email's not from me. That's from somebody. A previous show. Yeah, that email's not from me. But it's from that person and myself were talking, and I don't know because I never signed a waiver release. I don't know.
And to answer Genovi's question, from what I understand, a general consensus estimate is about $5 a night for the hot tub.
Who's Brother Mike? Who's this?
Brother. Brother Retro, Brother Smash, why are you turning your back on us, brothers?
What?
Is that Dean?
No,
It's always Dean.
It's Brother Mike.
It's either Dean or D Reed.
We have to convince you. What was it? I'm trying to
Oh,
remember
it's
how
Ninja
we
Kitty.
hypnotized you.
Yeah, it's Ninja Kitty.
Yeah, if that's
he
if that's
he
Dean,
broke a
if
little
that's
bit.
Dean, I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
he
one of
did.
two
No,
things.
it's Ninja Kitty. Like he said, he broke.
Going-
He broke.
Going
I was
my
like,
way.
I don't want to be on here with
That-
Dean after
it
you
worked.
put a video up about my wife. I'm done with him.
What?
Anyway,
All
Darius
right,
is still upset. He says you were very wrong. Laughing my ass off. The statement has nothing mentioned. Great journalism.
Well, listen,
has
you're
great-
not. I think we can all agree you're not going to appease Darius, so we can just enjoy this next level gaming.
Just be
stream.
thankful you can actually post in here, Darius, because we don't do that kind of stuff to others. We let that think go around. We don't care about the opinion.
Smash left. I think he thought that Ninja Kitty was Dean.
God damn it!
Good job, Ninja.
What the hell? Just have I was Dean's always pretending to be Carl, not Brother Mike.
Damn it, Ninja Kitty, am I wrong? Does that not sound like Victor Lucas over there on their
It's not him.
stream?
It's not him.
I know it's not him. It sounded like him though.
Anyways, gents, did Smash really leave because he thought I was Dean TV? Fuck.
Oops.
Send him a message. Tell him it's me.
I'll message him.
Anyways, I thought it was pretty funny the Smash 18 Retro Bro talking about all this stuff because like a year ago we're making fun of them.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
This was
a weird world we live in.
This was an all-star cast there about 10 minutes ago.
Hold on. We
The all-star panel. Oh, Mike Mullis.
No, you
He's
don't.
hit-
No,
I
you
do.
don't.
I just
From
gotta-
who?
I don't know. I'm checking right now. Jesus
It's
Christ.
Mike.
No, actually, it's the Rambo video. I got a copyright claim on the Rambo.
Oh,
I was
on
gonna
the
say,
ramp.
there's no way Mike pulled
Oh,
that
you
shit.
got Smash left because of kiddo
No,
bedtime.
yeah, he had bedtime.
Not 'cause
That
he
makes
thought I
sense.
was
It's like
Dean
what
TV.
9:00 there.
Hey, didn't you actually give credit to the Rambo video while everybody else was shitting on it on the game?
Yeah, but I mean, it should. I don't know why it would get claimed anyway. It was all transformative.
I think that's funny. Because that doesn't matter in today's day and age. Even if you make it transformative, these companies are allowed to strike people. I mean, we've gone through this.
Tony, what would I have to say in that chat to get banned? Like, what could I go in there and say right now that would probably get? Because I'm surprised they didn't ban me earlier.
Just say
I'm-
that
I'm
Tony
surprised,
was
too.
correct. Go in there and say, "Hey, everything Tony said was correct." Automatic, guaranteed.
You guys want to see the real facts? Go to Tony's channel. Well, you can't do that anyways. You can't bomb in somebody else's channel with another channel.
Well, he's a wrench, so he can go in there and put a link.
I should drop the fucking link to
Yeah,
your
but
channel.
that gives them legitimate reasons to ban him though, for sure.
Well, that's
'Cause
what I'm saying. I'm
that's
saying, what
against
do I
terms
need
of
to do
service.
to get banned?
He wants to speed run his banning.
I have a suggestion. Ask John Alvarado when he's getting laid off.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
All right, well let's see what these guys have to say. We've let it hang.
Hey, they got OEB Pete there. Pack opening pro.
Right.
We're getting there. They address that. And the
John
other thing,
Ambrose, in the chat, he talked about currently only talking about licensing Intellivision classic game IPs. That could change in the future, but hope not. As far
So
as
just classic on other platforms.
yeah,
Just great.
Yeah, he just said just classic.
Yeah, but he said it could change. John Alvarado in the
No,
chat.
well, you have it at 1.75. I can't listen that fast.
that makes sense.
Really?
Yeah, I feel the
You've been
same way.
drinking.
It's too much. My head blows up when I hear it that fast.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So who was it who was asking me earlier? Somebody in the it was either in the chat or somebody asked earlier about updating Intellivision Lives, and I apologize, whoever it was.
Tony,
but
kind of
that
go
would be
beyond it because I
exactly
mean I don't know how you guys
I
feel
haven't
about it,
Intellivision
but I
going
don't really
Xbox.
care about them porting old shit to.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I want to start here. I want to start hearing them fucking walk themselves back on this email that they sent everybody.
What, a year and a half, 2 years before they started working on the Dreamcast, and then Sega goes in and just dies for all intents and purposes. Let's be honest.
They didn't even get
You
past the
disappointed?
first paragraph
Right, I
at this
was,
point.
but
No,
have
they're
they?
still in the
Infinity
front.
Labs
It'll get to the
fan
first
thinking
bullet
about,
point.
or the Gizmondo or half the other consoles that never made it out. I'll be disappointed, like I was when the 32X came out and then crashed and burned.
At least it came
You know,
out.
when my Sega Saturn.
And the
I
difference
loved
here
to
is
death,
did you
you know,
Beat it
last
to death,
a year
like
and a
you're
half,
beating
years
this
for
to death.
Sega takes 17 million
Sega
from
goes in,
people
just
and not
dies.
launch a
For all
console.
intents and purposes, let's be honest, folks. Sega's we know it is not Sega. Yeah, well, of course I will be disappointed. It's a system not only did I want, but it's a system my kids wanted.
Well, I
It's a
see
system,
Genovi's in the chat over there.
It's a system that Seth and Spencer really want, that Seth really wants. So yeah, of course we'll be disappointed and upset. But we're not going to come on here and start making 3 hours of content as to why Intellivision was a scam and why Bill was a liar and why, because none of that is true. They tried. I believe they're. I mean, I think it's coming. So let's be honest.
Before you finished, I thought I was like, "We're not gonna make 3 hours of content." I'm like, "Yeah, we are."
Well, no, I'm not talking. No. You know what I mean. We're not gonna have. We're not gonna. Right. We're not gonna sit here. We're not gonna sit here. Well, and I'm not gonna sit here and destroy people.
Mike will
that,
do 6 hours of content.
Yes. Because you got to remember too. In my days as a game journalist, this is the funniest part of all of this. I know Phil, Adam. We all talk to him. I talk to him regularly.
Brother Phil.
Real quick, brother Phil, brother Ninja Kitty, stop putting Smash's city in the fucking chat, or I'm gonna ban you. There's no reason for that bullshit.
Because that's what I used to do as a game journalist. I talked to people regularly. I had regular conversations every year and dinner with Peter Moore. I've talked to industry heads all of these years. So talking to Phil Adam is not.
It doesn't mean jack shit.
Different for me than what I've always done. So, I say all that to say basically.
I talked to Gary. That's a bigger deal.
So can you pause this for a minute?
schmooze
Mike said something interesting because he goes, I talk to Phil every day. So for a while, I would say between like the end of January to the beginning of March, me and Mike spoke with Phil exclusively almost every day. And Mike would call me and be like, yo, just want to let you know, this is what I heard from Phil today. We heard this, we heard that. Phil was like telling me, I wish I could remember the one name because I can't remember. He was telling me all these supposed investors that we're talking to. And, we'll hear in 2 weeks whether or not, I call whether or not we're still going to be in business or not, if they're going to invest. And then like a week would go by, 2 weeks would go by, and I'd ask them about it. Oh, well, they weren't that important. We have these other people here, and we got small investors here. We could do this, we could do that. And it was like, okay, dude, you're just kicking the can. And eventually I got so fucking tired of it. And then when Phil dropped the hint to me about the Chapter 11, that's when I was like, I'm out. Like I don't want to talk to him about this anymore. I don't want to know about this anymore. If they're telling me they're going to go into if he's telling me they're going to go into bankruptcy, I don't want to know, because if they do that, then that's fucked up, because they're essentially taking all that money and just saying, hey, it's ours now. But too bad we can't pay it back. And I was like, I cannot support a company like that. And I believe he still talks to Phil, and I think Phil just has him on. He's dangling that fucking carrot in front of Mike's head, just like he did for me for a fucking month and a half.
It sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you're gonna have to take the L here. Mike's gonna have to take the L here. I mean, you're gonna have to tell your audience that. Sorry, guys. At some point, this is just not going to work out. I mean, you can't keep leading your viewers on this.
Brother Gary, he'll never do that. He'll just pretend it never happened once it happens, and then ban everyone who brings it up.
That's true. He's already doing it.
All right, real quick, I gotta try to find Smash's channel so I can mod him. There he is.
Yeah, I don't get. I thought when I joined this tonight that there was going to be some big revelation, some big news, and like you said, Retro Bro, more kicking the can down the road. It's ridiculous.
This is probably the worst thing other than bankruptcy, is for them to just come out of quiet time by saying nothing. Like, is this them coming out of quiet time by telling us nothing? I mean, that's what you're doing. This is your big aha moment. Like, how far behind are you that you have to come out here and just make up some bullshit that you've been making up for the last fucking 2 years? How is anybody, how at this point, I understand, like, you can say this, yeah, I know Smash JT, oh, well, you could say, people could say that about you last year, but you know what? I feel like last year compared to now was extremely different. Like they were doing road shows, they had consoles, you know, people were playing those consoles.
Yeah, they're doing nothing now.
But
They're
like
doing absolutely
now
nothing.
it's nothing. And people still, I should say how many people on that panel? Six people are still,
7.
you know, hanging on. With,
7.
I don't know how many are in that
Brother
chat.
Mike isn't a human. He doesn't count.
Man.
Oh, okay. I just thought maybe Retro Bro couldn't count himself.
Always does.
You know what's funny? I keep forgetting that I have the pre-order because I know in the back of my mind,
I keep
got faith that
forgetting.
this console will come out. I'm not worried
Cool.
about when because I've got so
Misplaced
much other stuff I'm
faith.
interested in.
Because I got
when it
so
comes to
much
gaming,
money,
that I'm having a
$100
good
ain't
time.
shit, guys.
When this thing comes out, I will have a good time gaming when it comes out. And it's just funny how so many people have so much vested interest on hating it.
I think these guys don't game. I know Mike games, but I think like
hey, I played this.
I don't
and I
know.
liked it. And
I hate this
people have so much
argument that it's like $100 is nothing.
It's like, why?
Argument, like I got
Be a gamer
money
and
kind of
share the hobby.
argument.
A lot of those channels that come out and do that are literally like
That's literally what they're
want to
channels
do.
are,
It's
yeah.
a drama thing, or it's just a click because you can see. I mean, you
It's
saw
not a drum. Oh my God.
months ago. Now, mind you, during this whole time, Intellivision's like, "Hey, we're gonna go quiet."
He's gaslighting. He's just gaslighting everyone right now who has a negative opinion. That's exactly what he's doing.
Went silent, like they said, other than like they did the package unboxing, but that was hardware stuff, nothing to do with business. And then they go silent for what was it, 4 months now? 3-4 months, something like that. Yeah. But as that's going on, these drama channels and channels that just want to they have nothing, so they're just like, well, they're going bankrupt. Oh, they're dead. Oh, they're selling furniture. They're doing this. It's like it's all this stuff that just people are coming up with.
He's calling you a liar, bro. I heard you said that they were selling furniture.
Wait, hold on. Go back to that. Did he really say that?
He did.
Which means he was go back. Let me hear it again. I'm sorry. I was thinking. Don't back that far. No.
Yeah, I only think it was like
Life
30
will go on.
seconds.
Life will go on. It always does.
You know what's funny? I keep forgetting that I have the
Just a click because you can see. I mean, you saw
There you go,
Tony, you double click to 10, 15
Okay,
seconds.
shut up and let him say it.
this whole time. Intellivision's like, "Hey, we're gonna go quiet. Start engine didn't work. We're talking to an investor or investors or whatever." So they just said that. Nothing official. They went silent, like they said, other than like they did the package unboxing, but that was hardware stuff, nothing to do with business. And then they go silent for what was it, 4 months now? 3-4 months, something like that. Yeah. But as that's going on, these drama channels and channels that just want to they have nothing, so they're just like, well, they're going bankrupt. Oh, they're dead. Oh, they're selling furniture. They're doing this. It's like it's all this.
They are going bankrupt. Phil fucking told me they're going bankrupt. Tommy told me they're selling furniture to fucking pay refunds back. Jesus Christ, Chuck.
I've never heard about the furniture thing until you said it. Like,
because I never said it until fucking 20 minutes ago when I was in the shower listening to Tony's stream.
So how does DJC know they're selling furniture then?
No, he does. Oh, that's a good question.
Why does he bring that up? Like,
that is a good fucking question. Because Tony, you were streaming.
Yes.
When were they streaming when you were streaming that part? I think, yeah, because it was like 9:30 because I was actually upstairs in the shower. So fuck.
I thought we've talked about that before. I thought we've heard about that before.
I've never told anybody that until this evening. So I think that might have been a Freudian slip by our boy Chuck.
I've never heard that, Gary. I would remember. I remember the rumors of.
I know I might be. No, I'm probably wrong about it, but
no, like Gary, we spoke about the rumors of Tommy giving hand jobs out by the pier.
Did we? No, did we? No, hold on. Did we make fun of them saying they were probably selling furniture and stuff? We might have like been jokingly saying
we joked about how Tommy was selling all his Lilu blow up dolls.
Yeah.
Remember?
And how he saw him furniture sale.
Yeah, so we were probably joking about it when we were talking about it. We were just joking about that stuff.
All right, let's get to it.
Just and then finally they come out and make this official statement. You're like, oh yeah, everything's okay. This is why this is happening.
Everything's okay, guys.
And it makes sense. So I say always go with the official statement. Like to watch. What I was getting back to is you see like a couple months ago after they went silent, like that first month, people were just coming. Everyone was jumping on the train. Hashtag Amico. Hashtag Amico. Oh, I'm going to talk about the Amigo because they were getting thousands of views. You know, and it wasn't. Oh, I'm talking about it because it's something I enjoy.
Like Chuck. There's a fucking show about Amico. He talks about Amico for 5 seconds.
Yeah. Crazy John T says, "Wait, I miss hand jobs by the pier." God damn it! Yeah.
Can I just say? Hang on a second, Tony. If you're looking for them, look for the guy with the TurboGrafx 16 shirt. He'll give you a deal. Go on, Tony.
All right, this talking point is more gaslighting by DJC here, because if you actually look at all the videos, these nobody channels that popped up, they're not getting 1,000 views. They're not getting the fucking people coming in. Okay, the only ones that are really getting views would be John, me, Smash, Rich, Patney, and of course, the bigger channels, or the 4 or 5 of us that are doing this, right?
And the ones who have been making videos about it for a while, because that's how the algorithm works. Because it's been a staple of our fucking channel for a while. Then Tony, if you release an Amico video, it's going to get way more views than, let's say, like Slotham or that fucking Murray guy, because they haven't been making videos very long about it.
Well, actually, Murray's been making videos for a while, but part of the reason is what you said. That's when we get the new viewers that are going to be like, oh, these guys are being recommended to us for Amico content. But when they see the old viewers watch their videos and their videos are shit, no one's coming back, right? No one's coming back to a Murray video or Slotham, unless you really like Slotham's type of content, which most normal people don't.
I don't know. I think Slotham's funny. I think he's funny. That dude
the guy
is so
with the mask.
absurd. Yeah.
I can't stand that guy.
My only problem with him is I think he should not make fun of people if he's going to cover himself up. It's a little bit hypocritical. That's my only issue with him.
70 people in the chat. We should have like 70 thumbs up or something. I don't know.
I got confused. I thumbs downed it.
Yeah, if you're newer viewer, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Of course. But like I said, there are a lot of channels that'll talk about it, and people just don't give a shit. Like that Dark Rider Gaming, he like has nothing to say about it. Like he'll make a video and it's just complete shit. Fucking.
Hey Ninja Kitty, whatever happened to our old good friend Sinister Moon?
Sinister Moon's still shilling on YouTube.
Still around. He's friendly now.
Only with you. It's not friendly with me.
Well, they're all friendly with me.
Yeah. Well, because remember,
Except
you're
Brother
cool.
Mike. Fuck Brother
Days
Mike.
Gaming's cool. You're nice. Gary, I don't know about fucking Gary. And then Carl's cool. But the rest of us suck, according to Derek.
Well, mostly because I don't speak in a fake accent like you, Tony.
Okay, look, like sometimes I be talking like this, but then sometimes I talk like this. And then sometimes I get real professional and I talk like this. But then, like, when I put my real voice, I talk like this because really, my name is Sanjay from Bombay. I do not Mexican. I am
That's
Indian.
a terrible accent. Stop it.
Why are you telling me it's terrible accent? You're a very mean man. You're a very, very bad man.
I'm looking forward to. It's, oh my God, I can get 2,000 views if I just say I hate the Amico. And that's just kind of what kind of snowballs from there, like I was saying before.
Anybody remember the Polymega, how they went quiet for a year?
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's
Lost their credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Yeah,
funny
they're a
that only
fantastic system
Activision,
now.
that whole deal with
Polymegas are
Xbox.
fucking ruling the
Oh,
world.
no, you know, now the Congress is speaking in, and that it's like, yet again, people are making stuff up out of nothing to get the attention.
Well, here's the one thing I feel like they really do need to handle with this, because it's been such a long delay. They really do need to make sure that they give people a couple weeks notice if and when this thing comes out, like before people's orders start to ship, so that they know whether or not they can do it at that time. Because it's been so long, people can't really keep in their mind. Even I don't keep in my mind some of the things that I pre-ordered for that long of a time, and then it pops up. But most of the time, I'm at least given a notification, hey, this is dropping. This is going to be charged within X days or whatever, you know, or all of a sudden it gets charged. With it being this long, they really do need to give people a heads up before they build them.
I totally agree with that.
I feel like that's only fair for the people that stuck with them this long, because for some people that's a budget changer. For me, not as much, but for some people that's a big budget change, right? That's an expense they did not expect.
Yep. Yeah. So let me run through this real quick, because then what I skipped over was something that I think people are going to be interested in, that I think will also answer a couple of other people's concerns. So on the subject of refunds, here it is. We're slowly
Well, here we fucking go. Let's hear this fucking bullshit.
The last few months have understandably led to an influx of pre-order refund requests. Because of reduced staff and financing requirements for continued operation, our responses to and processing of those requests has been delayed. Rest assured that our intention is to honor all refund requests. We will allocate a portion of all new funding and staff time to winding down the refund queue, while our primary focus is funding and completing a quality product ready for manufacturing. To make sure we see your request, please submit to support@intellivision.com. So write that down. I'll even put it in the chat.
Write that down so you can cancel your pre-order.
Because it's hard to remember.
And
Support
again,
at Intellivision.
if you are one of those who wants to get your refund because you don't believe in it anymore or what have you, that's
You don't
fine.
have faith because you lost
Fine,
faith.
do that, and then go take that money and invest it in something you like.
You can't get their money back. See,
Now
here
let's slide up to
they
number
just
four,
act
because
like
number
that's
four is
not
kind of
an, like
interesting.
it
It's
hasn't
something they
been an
had not talked
issue.
about before, and something that
Not only are they acting like it hasn't been an issue, they're acting like the email that they just read doesn't say that it's going to continue to be an issue.
Yeah.
It literally says we're going to try. Our intention is to try to get them, but we're running slow. We have no fucking employees. We have no money. Guys, stop bothering us. Checks in the mail.
I hope, and I'm just going to say I hope because I don't know, hints towards what is going to be in the future. We have begun a test production run of Amico that includes every aspect of the product, including packaging. This is first and foremost an assessment of our manufacturing approach and overall quality of the delivered product. It is critically important to show our current, future investors, partners, and customers that we've built a sound platform that delivers on the in-home family experience, which requires our immediate focus on value engineering and hardening of the platform. These units should be completed in the next few weeks.
That's awesome. So that's like, we've talked about that on the show before, where it's like before anybody goes to mass production, you have to run off test production units to make sure everything is finalized, everything works. There's not any battery issues, bugs, stuff that you got to test.
It's bullshit.
So that's, like,
Pause
really
it. Pause it. I'll tell you exactly what they're doing. They are hand assembling 25 units to give to YouTubers and media access.
How many?
Originally,
How many was-
I believe it was 25 last I heard, and this was before you had mentioned anything. So your source is correct, Tony, because I was told this months ago that they were doing this. These are units they paid, as far as I know, out of their own pockets, and that they're giving to Access Media and YouTubers. And they were originally going to say that the founders units were shipping, and then they were going to give those units to those YouTubers so they can make videos about them. And I told Phil, I said, Phil, I told Tommy he should have done that last fucking July. So that's exactly what it is. Saggy, why don't you jump in here? I got some questions for you.
Oh. Got everybody popping in. I'll put the link in the chat.
No, I canceled my pre-order. Just another view. I'm not going to get one of these. Are you kidding me? They were going to send me one. I don't want one now. That's the only reason why I know that was because I was supposed to be on the list to get one.
John, I think you're going to have a change of heart, so they send you one so we can open it up and see.
I'll send it to. You know what? I'll fucking send it back, or I'll send it to Pat and Ian or something. I don't fucking care. I don't want it. I've played it. I don't need it anymore. I've canceled my pre-order.
The extending the olive branch to Pat and Ian by sending?
Oh no, because they've made it willfully clear they don't want to have anything to do with me, and that's fine. I haven't liked them for a while, anyways, even before the whole Amico thing started. So, trust me, there's no love lost there.
Can we get a hey Pat and Ian, fuck you?
No,
I'm not raspy enough right now.
No, that's on them. I mean, I still like their content, but they have bad takes. I've said that before. They have bad takes, and that's kind of one of them. Holding that grudge don't get them
in the next
anywhere.
few weeks. That's beautiful. That means they're on the way to doing that and making sure that they have a solid product before they mass produce.
Yeah, that's right. So, what this means, we'll find out.
He's so fucking lost. Like, I guess they're, I didn't know anything about this. They're gonna fucking make a test run. Fuck. What am I supposed to say here? Look, they're not gonna do a test run simply because they would have to enter into a manufacturing contract, and they don't have any money. No one's gonna look at them and go, "Oh yeah, handshake deal," and you're gonna promise to eventually give us some money. Shit ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, we'll give you a break.
Saggy, if you're still in the cult, you're in the wrong stream. You should be over at Mike's stream.
RR says, can I ask you all something? How do you feel about the game developers who worked on this? I'm curious. Well, the game developers that I've talked to have complete faith in the system, and they are being told it's still coming out. And we're being
there she is.
What do you want?
Saggy, come on. I heard you on I think it was Tony's stream the other night saying that you'll never admit that Tommy lied to us. And I kind of was a little baffled by that.
What? What do you mean?
She's over there munching.
I know you're out of the Amico drama, but you know what? You're in here now, so I have to ask you. Do you at all feel like we were led astray or at least partially lied to push their agenda?
You're asking me that?
Yeah.
Do you think I'm smart enough to know if I'm being bamboozled?
I think you are. I don't think you're stupid.
I think I'm pretty dumb.
I disagree.
I think that's a cop out.
Yeah, I think that's what that is.
I know somebody who was at Retro Bros basement party who snuck off and played Moon Patrol and tried to play the 2-player mode, and it was told that it wasn't working.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
Who did that?
I
Who
don't
would
know.
do such a thing?
Who would do something like that, Saggy? Maybe you have
I
some
don't know.
information about this.
Was it Cyrus? Because I don't know. I think I was
Cyrus
with
is too
everybody.
hammered on White Claws.
In lack of sleep.
In anger.
Something about it being a total mess, the 2-player mode, and it didn't work. And... You sure you don't know anything about that?
No, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know. I mean,
Saggy comes in here like a wet blanket, man.
You sure? Because I could pull up the video of you talking about it, Saggy, if you want.
It was.
Oh, we almost got a Gary face reveal. That was really close, Gary.
We've seen Gary's face.
You see my face? I hit the cam instead of the mic.
Oh, man.
No,
I have this preconceived notion of Gary, what he looks like because of his voice. I've never seen him.
He looks like
Aquaman. I've posted pictures on Twitter.
Yeah, no, the
Didn't
Moon Patrol game was the 2-player mode was the UFO was a little bit OP, and it was being like it was obviously going to be tweaked, but yeah, originally when I first played it and when it was in like demo mode or whatever, it was the spaceship that the other player plays was a little too overpowered, so there wasn't really much you could do. And I brought it up, and it was said it needed to be tweaked.
No.
Was that the answer you wanted? I think I already explained that.
I just wanted you to tell the story again because I don't think everybody remembers it.
Well, nobody listens to me anyway, so.
No, they don't.
Exactly.
Well, somebody listens to her.
Nobody listens to me.
Somebody who's Canadian.
But this is, folks, this is a positive step forward. It's a test production run, right?
No, it's not.
It's
It's 25 units they overpaid for in-house so they could send out to media people. The sad thing is, here's the thing. He is out. This is sad because he's literally outright lying to people at this point because he has the exact same information I have, and he is willfully lying to people.
Well, that's what the pause was. The big pause before
He's lying. He's literally lying to people, and that's why I had to back out because I couldn't continue to. Well, I mean, up until the point where I started to talk to Phil, they would tell me things, and I thought it was honest. I thought I was being honest. So what they were telling me, I was being honest. And then Phil started to tell me things, and then would expect me to come on my channel and say, "Oh, make it," And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make this sound like roses and butterflies because it fucking sucks right now. You guys are fucked. And he has the same information I do with this 25 units, and he's lying to people. He knows these are units that are being made. Saggy fucking knows this. At least I believe you do. These are units that they paid for up front. Overpaid. I think they paid close to $800 per console to get all these parts, to get these built in-house so they could send out to media as social media influencers. It's not a fucking test run, Mike. You fucking know this.
Yeah, that's why if you were paying attention, he read the thing about the test run, and then there was a really long pause where Mike was trying to think whether or not he was going to lie to people. And then he ultimately chose to go ahead and lie and say, yeah, it's a test run. Now, Saggy, do you know about this test run? About these 25 units?
I have not heard anything recent news. Ever since the whole situation with Smash JT, I kind of just opted out of Amico stuff.
People wanted to know if you still talk to Tommy.
I think I answered this last time. Ever since the passing of his father, I have not talked to him.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him since then either.
Yeah, me either.
What kind of friends
are you?
Terrible friends you guys are.
I don't think he's going to want to talk to me at this point anyway.
Terrible friends who will let a grieving friend grieve. Oh, how dare we?
That's when they need you the most.
That's when people need space, and when they need you, they come to you. That's just.
I would say that everybody's different. So some people need space, and some people don't. It's a case by case basis.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Saggy's a bad friend. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the worst type of friend. Don't ever be friends with me. I will betray you. Anyways, we have to drop. What do you do? Oh yeah, that's right. I kicked you out of the cult, so that's why.
Good. I'm glad I'm out.
Good. I'm glad I kicked you out. I'm glad. We don't need your kind up in here.
This isn't the old days, Saggy. All right. This isn't July 2020, 2021.
Yeah. You missed Smash AT. We would have had the whole Amico cult back here.
I'll pass. Thank you.
No,
but part of this came down to, and I had wondered if they were going to do this off and
By the
on
way, Nick knows this too because I told him. So Nick knows. So if he says otherwise, he's lying too.
And you have funds, and you don't use those funds to keep the company afloat, and you're still trying to get investors to look at you seriously, they're not going to take you seriously if you're not doing everything you can to keep your company afloat, right? So doing that and then trying to get people refunds as they can when they're sitting on this edge, trying to get this console out, because you've already seen everything about the reductions, the staff reductions, the everything in that on it. What about that says, well, we just had the money to give everybody who came in and mass refunds money back all at one time. So, I mean, while it sucks and I don't like it, I kind of see why they're having to do it the way they're doing. Does that make any more sense? I guess, maybe, kind of, sort of.
It does. I mean, in an ideal world, you would like those funds to be set aside and not touched. However, I don't think that's
Rab, they fucking told you they were going to be escrowed. You fucking God damn it, dude!
Yeah,
what the fuck? Call them out right now. Call them out right fucking now. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I guess they had to do what they had to do. They literally stole from people. That's literally what they did. Tony, you disagree with me on this, but that is what they did. When you take someone's money on the promise of delivering a product and don't either refund them or deliver that product, you've at that point stolen from them.
Well, I would say that Rab coming out and telling people that it was an escrow definitely was thievery, considering they believed it was not going to be touched, but in fact it was being spent.
I can't go to Mr. Beefy. Tony's like so far behind at this point. So if I go, he's like fucking 45 minutes behind.
No, I'm only about 10 minutes behind.
35.
Whatever.
If you don't use those funds.
Yeah.
Well, you guys keep yelling and talking.
Use those funds.
How do you reach manufacturing? I mean,
exactly.
Right.
Oh, now it's okay. Use the funds to go to manufacturing. Just use them. Oh,
Again,
yeah, you have to use them. Jesus Christ.
To factor in that they went an entire year in the state of California, shut down, and not able to produce what they wanted to produce and get out the door, and lost a year of revenue while still having to pay the employees and pay for the FCC testing. And
I didn't know Phil's in their chat.
Yeah, Phil just
showed up in there. No, he's been there.
Something different, sure.
Is he?
But
yeah, he's been in there.
This is the reality.
Oh, no, you're right. He wasn't. John was.
February 2000.
Yeah, John was. Yeah, when do John and Phil never show up for these? They're always in there.
For that somewhere. And so the alternative is everybody, you just refund everybody at the same time, and then you shut your doors, and then nobody gets the console. And then those of us who are hanging on, well, we're out of luck too. So
what? So you're saying that you deserve the console more than people deserve their refunds back?
That's what he said.
Is that what I'm fucking hearing right here?
Who said that?
Mike Mullis.
Mike just
back
said
it up
that.
like 10, 15 seconds.
Rewind. Yeah, rewind.
Brother Mike.
That's awful.
I'm bad.
Sister Saggy.
No, you just got to double tap on like the left side of the screen.
Yeah, it'll go back it up 10 seconds.
Do you even know how to
No, it
YouTube
doesn't.
Pro?
See, it doesn't do that shit.
It does for me.
It does on mobile.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's right. He's on computer. Sorry.
Oh my God. Get it together, people.
There used to be a 10, 15 second button.
There used to be. It's not there no
It's called the arrow keys.
Is it?
All right, let him play this. He says it.
There you go.
Alternative is everybody, you just refund everybody at the same time, and then you shut your doors, and then nobody gets the console. And then those of us who are hanging on, well, we're out of luck too. So I get it. And Mav, you are right. It doesn't look good. I totally agree with you. And all of us, but
I'm not saying it looks good. Nobody here.
Nobody here thinks it looks good
because it doesn't. There's no way you could ever spin this to say, "Oh no, this is a good thing." It's not.
But here's the other thing. So Mav, here's the one last thing I'll say on this because I want to pick up on something you just said. If a business, as a business, if I took a customer's money and didn't deliver the product or services, if the customer wants a refund, that comes first. They haven't said they cannot deliver the product or services yet. People are certainly asking for refunds.
It doesn't matter if they said they can't deliver the product or services. People want their money. They were told they can have their money at any time.
Right.
They just have to ask for it. You can't change
That's
the
it.
rules.
End of discussion. Right. End of discussion.
But this is not a situation where Intellivision has come out and said, I'm sorry, we can't make the console. We have to liquidate, or we have to file Chapter 7, and we'll get you your refund when we can. That's not the same thing. This is a company still driving to put this product out, and that's, I think, the difference is that they haven't yet said they cannot deliver the product. They haven't delivered it yet.
They're never going to say that.
The Atari
see, like, I hate to be that person because I am like neutral on this now, but like, you can't. That's not. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. Like, if people asking for refunds, like, that's like different than investing in money. You are already aware that you might lose that investment, but when people
there's a risk, right?
It's saggy, especially when Phil went on Mike's fucking channel and said, "Oh, and Mike was doing the same shit when Phil was on his channel," and Phil said, "No, Mike, not now. If people want their refunds, they can get their refunds, and just we understand it's $100, and some is $100 is a lot for some people." And he told Mike, like, "No, we're giving refunds."
He gave it his word. They guaranteed it.
A pre-order is different than an investment, so
Right.
I have to disagree with that. You have to give people refunds if they ask for it, if it's a pre-order. There's no
It doesn't matter if it tanks the company. That's not the consumer's issue. You know, that's not their problem. They're not held responsible for all that.
Now, so the investor's money is to make said product. That's what the investor money is for, is to make the product. Pre-orders is for people who are waiting for the product.
Right.
I need whiskey.
How am I being lame? I'm literally agreeing with the panel. The fuck?
No, she's agreeing. She's agreeing. Yeah, this is a bad take on Mike's.
Down,
this is a really bad take on Mike's part. Like, I do not agree with this at all. Like Retro Bro said, Phil was on there and he guaranteed everybody watching Mike's channel and swore that if they wanted a refund, they would get a refund. And we talked about it on this channel, and we didn't see how that was going to work, knowing that was that stream just before the filing, Tony?
Yeah.
Okay, so at that point we didn't know about the their financials, but he swore up and down.
If you think I'm being neutral is lame, like, I'm sorry, you guys don't fucking take care of me. Why the fuck do I care what you say? I literally agreed with the fact that people should be getting refunds. What more do you want? Like, fuck off. You don't like my answer.
Everybody's not going to be happy with you.
Not my fucking problem. Not my problem. I literally said I think people need to get refunds. It's stupid to say that just because they said they're not making a product that they fucking shouldn't get refunds. I agree. That's a fucking stupid statement. What the fuck more do you want from me to do? Like, relax.
Yeah. Fucking get loud, Saggy. Tell Mike to eat
What?
shit.
Show wanted me to have the high energy. Now I have higher energy. You want to lose viewers? I'll start yelling, and then fuck it.
We won't lose viewers. We'll get at least one Canadian who loves getting yelled at.
No, fuck
Was he really in here earlier, Tony?
Yeah,
Is that the real?
That was him.
The real
Of course
deal?
he was. He needs attention.
2018, and it's took 4 years.
He's mad because Days blocked him on Twitter.
What? The people who have it,
Cry me a
happy with
river,
it.
Canadian
So,
fucking gamer.
That's
Bitch.
whether or not it looks good or not. That's the reality. Is that they haven't said that they're not making it. In fact, it's right here.
Remember the time
What we've
Saggy
done
said
is test
Canadian
production
gamer
of
was
Amico.
handsome?
They're actually
I remember.
a set of consoles here, so that they can show.
I was drunk.
So they can show their current and future investors, partners, and customers that we've built a sound platform. So right now they're putting together
sound
a test run of Amico
platform.
to show people, hey,
That's a
this
lie.
is real. This
And it's
is coming.
It's a full test run, a
Right.
full sales unit, basically.
Right. So
to test it.
that's the opposite of saying, I'm sorry, we're closing shop. Where it goes from here, I don't know.
Speculation all this time.
Where it goes from here, I don't know. Exactly. Add that little.
That's the whole thing. Is like I said, it goes with that.
Yeah,
people making
Gary,
up
you
stuff
tell
just to
them.
make up stuff just to have a topic,
Brother.
And it's not true, and showing that they're still going ahead. These people are serious about delivering this console, and that's 100% on their mind every day.
Bullshit. If they were serious about delivering a console, the fucking console would be out by now. It's been like fucking 5 years.
They're working hard, Tony. They're working hard.
Didn't you read? They wrote in the chat that they're working hard.
They can write them. You know what? The problem is that Phil Adam and John Alvarado are in the chat fucking jerking off Mike Mullis and them instead of actually doing work.
That's the thing. They're working their fans over hard. They got them bent over.
This is some bullshit. Look, it's been way too long. This is not like a 6-month delay and we're all like bitching, right? This is like fucking 4 years.
A 2-year, 3-year delay.
I want to be done with this shit. I was supposed to be done with this shit like fucking 2 years ago.
I know. We should be talking about Playdate.
It's not hanging it up or going, selling stuff off. It's we got to put out this console.
And John, since you're in the chat, please you can back that up. I happen to know it's 11:08 here, which means it's 8 o'clock in California, and I'm willing.
Mike John Alvarado's still in the office working.
He's in the office working. Hasn't fixed anything. Hasn't got anything fucking finished. But he's been in that office all night.
You got cornhole working.
Yeah, he's been working Phil's cornhole. That's about it.
To bet he's still at his desk.
John is usually at his desk till like almost 11 o'clock at night.
Yep. I see him on Skype until the wee hours of my morning.
He must be a real shitty worker because he hasn't done shit.
Or late at night, like, hey,
Confirmed.
or something.
Jesus, he should be fucking fired too.
Why is Mike Mullis checking on John on Skype? He's still on Skype? He's at Skype? It's 3 in the morning. Let me check.
It's just ridiculous. It's not like these guys aren't working trying to get this thing.
That was a flex for him. I talked to John
They're
Alvarado.
putting the effort. They're putting in more time and effort than I see most people anywhere putting in trying to get something out the door.
You see more effort in these guys who haven't got a fucking product out the door versus people who actually produce products that get out the fucking door.
Are these guys not familiar with the whole game industry and the issues where people are doing 20 hours?
Tony, I'll do this. I'll do this right now. You put me on solo layout because I know people were asking for it. So, if my actions in the last 2 years have caused you to pre-order or invest in the fucking Intellivision Amico, I apologize because this is a complete shit show that I did not expect. I take full responsibility. Cancel your pre-orders. It's fake news. All right. I'm sorry.
Hey, look at Retro Bro. He just needs to sniff the alcohol and he's drunk.
This is what you've done to me in television. I'm actually not drunk.
On his birthday, no less.
Boo.
You got something to say, Saggy? You want to apologize?
Never.
I've never told people to buy it. I said try it before you buy it. I don't give a fuck. I have nothing to apologize for. What the fuck do I have to apologize for? I never freaking should legitimately shoot for the Amico.
You made a grown man cry. You should apologize for that.
Yeah.
I would never apologize.
You heard his feces.
Matter of fact, I'd do it again. If anything, I'd be a lot harsher. I'd say worse shit.
Don't tempt him. Don't tempt him with a good time, Zaggy.
Fuck that bitch.
And that's part of the reason I continue to support them. Like, I don't have anything invested in television. I just never had one. I mean, I like this product. If it doesn't come out, I'm not going to like go cry a river or anything. I'm certainly not going to make a million videos about it, bashing it. I'm going to know that these guys spent a ton of time trying to get this thing out the door. And in and of itself, I think is
so are you just okay with them taking fucking $17 million? And
for the most part, again, except for Chuck, our investment is simply a pre-order. It's
that's you, Chuck.
I got about 1 million forms of merchandise, 3 sets of games, so I've invested.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what
why does Chuck always do that bullshit, John? You know better than us. Whenever someone's like, "Oh, Chuck invests," he's like, "Oh, I bought some stuff," and like he doesn't want to just be like, "Yes, I fucking put money into the fucking thing." Like he always tries to downplay it. They just fucking say it. Just like, "Yeah, I invested money." Smash said it. Smash like, "Yeah, I invested 10,000. It took me for a fucking ride." This guy's like, "Nah, I bought some merchandise and some games."
I scammed people. Can you prove it? Can you prove it? You can't.
Oh, and just for the record, because I keep seeing this pop up, I never said I scammed anybody. I said I hustled people. Okay, there's a fucking difference. Learn it.
Apparently, I scammed people. I apparently scammed people. Apparently.
Scamming people is
Saggy scammed me.
When you tell them one thing, right? Like, look,
I paid $20 for that OnlyFans. I got nothing.
Yeah, that's a scam, right? If you tell them you're going to get something and you don't get it, that's a scam. Fucking convincing someone to buy something is not a scam. Okay, if I'm like, yeah, you should do it, bro. I'll be your friend.
This is being a salesman.
Yeah, I've hustled people.
But
by the way, where's Days? Like, did Days just miss tonight? Like, where the fuck is he?
I was not involved in a scam.
Family
Okay.
stuff. My family's sleeping. My wife actually woke up and yelled at one point. She's like,
oh,
I'm
no,
going to bed.
I did YouTube and talked about something that I thought I liked. Oh no, scam.
You thought you liked it, or you don't like it anymore?
Well, no, I mean, I don't know how I feel about
Peggy's
it. I
only
haven't heard
fan. It's
anything.
only fan. I was
haven't
the
heard
only one who
anything.
signed up.
I just think it's funny. People will say you are involved. Like, okay, I got a T-shirt.
Yeah,
that
but
means I was.
I mean,
involved.
Saggy, we were though. You know what I mean? Like we did, like willfully or not. We fucking, if this was a scam, which all sides at this point lean heavily to, it was a scam. I think now the debate is really just, was it a scam from the start, or has it just become a scam? Like we helped play a role in this. Like whether we did it willfully or not. Like we certainly were used, whether it be our videos to promote it, things that we said or done.
Wait. It's not a scam, guys. It's not a scam. Turbo Joe just released a video an hour ago that says Amico is a scam equals fake news. So you're wrong. It's not a scam.
I can call somebody a friend and not be involved in what my
Damn,
friends
everybody's putting out fucking videos today. There's like
Well, yeah, this was big news. This is gonna get it.
I'll probably put my
But
video
here's the
out.
thing,
I might do a solo video.
I think Smash left because he was like, he had a great idea and he's like, I got to get on the video right now. Got to get this done.
But Brett Weiss wants you to buy his book. Buy my book.
I don't care if I was mean to you. Fucking go play Call of Duty with fucking a bunch of fucking squeakers and then come
Okay,
cry to
look,
me.
hold the fuck up here.
Squeakers.
DJC has been on the fucking stream with these guys this whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
He released a video an hour ago about the official Amico news update.
Oh, well, he probably had it. He had the info. They probably had this info, I would say,
that's what I'm
probably
talking
early,
about,
probably late last week.
Do they not even know how to fucking fake it? Right?
Because they came, like Tony's saying, they came out early gun and like this was not released. They didn't know, right? They're playing stupid. And like you said earlier, he kind of outed himself on the whole selling furniture thing there too, like about an hour ago.
Yeah, right. Let's try to get through this.
What a maroon.
No, I mean that
the right to voice or be mad or not be mad, and I just choose to back them until it comes out. You know, that's just where I'm at.
I like Matt Bass and who in the panel believes it's coming out. I would say I believe it's coming out.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I think they're going to get it out. Now, the true test is when it does come out, how many can they produce and how does it do on the market, right?
Exactly. 25 units.
Whether or not it
That's
succeeds or not, once it hits the market, is again up to the market.
It's not going to hit no market though.
It's going to be up to the main market to see it and see the value in it.
And who's not going to want one after all this, right? It's been what, 4 years since.
Right. I don't want one.
It's come out, all this drama, the back, the forth,
I still want one.
The people make.
I honestly don't even care. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to have nothing to do with this company.
If I didn't have pre-orders, I would buy one just to go, oh my god, I got to get one of these things because that's all anyone's been talking about crazily for the last year and a half. You know.
I think the initial batch will probably still sell even if they get them out because even if it doesn't sell gangbusters, right? You're still gonna have a group of people that are gonna want it as a piece of video gaming history, right?
Yeah, that's what collectors are gonna want that.
No one's gonna want that. Hyperscans do not sell for that much. You're gonna have a small, tiny group of people. These guys will be the ones who want it, but they already have one, so no one else is gonna want to buy your shitty ass Amico. It's not an investment.
I think there's a couple crazies out there who
already
want
gonna
it,
buy
but not
the crazies that want it are gonna buy it. Shut up.
Eh.
We know
Like
that.
you don't even have a pre-order.
So I know.
Peggy, are you talking about the Amico?
Yeah.
I don't pre-order anything.
They still offer the free pre-orders? Are they still doing that?
Yeah.
Still
I'll get one.
free pre-orders?
I will buy one when I can go to the store and pick one off the shelf. That's when I'll buy one.
I'm gonna buy one because I have a Finnegan.
Or I'll buy one secondhand.
Well, what I'm saying is, we all know it.
That's not a physical copy.
This thing comes out, even if it's 100 units come out, they're not going to be some rare collectible that's worth all kind of money. It's going to be a piece of junk that people laugh at and go, "You bought that shit?" The only thing rare and collectible is the shit.
I would say the only way, and here's the thing: the only way people will really want it is if it's unique and it has these games that you can't get anywhere else.
Good
You
game.
can't. But that's the thing. Like if the other edition of Finnegan Fox somehow drops on the as a plug and play, and it has more than just maybe the 6-pack-ins, I think there is a good chance that other people would want it. Being that like you're gonna have a few exclusive things that you can't get anywhere else.
The only way it works is if like Contra, if there was a 4-player Contra or a fucking new Castlevania or some like fucking Earthworm Jim, and it was exclusive to the Amico and never came out anywhere else, then maybe someone would.
I don't think it has to be that popular.
No one's buying this so they can play Astro Smash exclusive or fucking Finnegan.
You'd be surprised, Tony. I watch some of these guys, these collectors, and they buy some of the weirdest shit. Like,
no. Hold on. We have to really be clear on this. Collectors on YouTube are not the same as collectors outside of YouTube. People buy shit.
Disagree. There are collectors outside of YouTube who started YouTube channels.
There's people who buy shit. Like I would not buy Rambo on PS3 for any other reason but because I was making a video for it, right?
No, I think you're wrong. I think there are people. There are like you got guys that'll buy like the what was that foot pad accessory for the Sega Genesis? That thing's absolutely useless. But there are guys.
But it's for the Sega Genesis.
But what I'm still saying, it's still kind of.
Is anyone going? I gotta collect hyperscans.
Gary.
What?
The Evercade can't even sell out their 5,000 pre-orders for the black handheld.
I thought they did. I said Retro Bro said he couldn't get a hold of one.
Earlier today, they still had some because they keep emailing me.
I'll have to look.
And
is it on their website?
That was popular.
No, it was on a retailer from the UK retailer. Is the only way you can get it. Fun stock, and you have to get it shipped. Yeah, you have to get it shipped over. So it's going to cost you a small It's going to cost you $100 more than the normal edition.
Nobody
That's why I
cares
skipped.
about the Amico, even collectors, because if they
fun
did care,
no, I'm not gonna say that nobody. There are crazies out there. There's somebody, but the number's low. I agree the number's low.
Hold on.
Yes.
Gary, there's a tiny amount, and the crazies are just gonna buy one right now. There's not going to be crazy.
No, they're going to be. Yeah, there will. Because here's the thing: like, new collectors and gamers are born every day, dude. There's going to be down the road people.
No one's being born to collect Amico. I'm sorry, Gary.
No, just collectors in general.
I can pre-order one. Nice. It's $179 plus whatever. Dude, fucking.
And it comes with an extra game too.
Yeah, what's up?
I grabbed that black one.
Gary, you're a collector, Gary. Gary.
Yes.
Why did we pick on Gary?
Hang on. How much are the original Intellivision games going for these days?
Original Intellivision? It depends which games. I mean, there's some high-priced, expensive games.
Most of them are dirt cheap and shitty. And
tracking's only $15.
That's not true. That's not true.
It is true.
No, it's not. There's a great handful. Like the collection's small. There's only there's only 100 or 120 games.
I'm Saggy's only fan on their OnlyFans.
I'm talking to Retro Bro here, okay? There's only 120 games in the library of Intellivision games to begin with. It's a very small.
Confused.
I has a question.
Gary, it's worthless.
Damn, $236 American dollars. It ain't worth that. I'll wait for the 150. I'll wait for the 150.
Zaggy, go ahead.
I like the black one's nice though. It is sleek.
Well, I was gonna ask, so a lot of people caught wind of the Amico originally because they were interested in it because Intellivision and whatnot and retro gaming and stuff.
No.
So is it safe to? Well, then what else would you guys be talking about it?
Because Tommy Tallarico was being a retard. Pardon the language there. That's why.
Here's the thing. I'm sure a lot of more people got interested in it because of all the controversy. But originally, when it started hitting
correct,
all the YouTubers and stuff, everyone was interested in it because it was a retro gaming console.
I wasn't interested in it because it was a retro.
I mean, no, it wasn't really. There wasn't a lot of interest behind it. The name was recognizable. A lot of retro gamers, yes, knew the name, and they kind of ran with it and said, "Hey, look, Intellivision's coming out with something new. This is not the same company, but this is, in part."
What are you talking about? Tommy was very adamant that it was the same company.
Well, I'm not talking about Tommy's thoughts. I'm talking about people who covered it. Saggy's asking
and when people covered it, Tommy would come in and correct them to let them know that they had people who.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about. I understand that. I'm not talking about Tommy. We all know Tommy's delusional.
Well, see, Genovi answered the question. Well, Genovi answered the question. It's because a lot of people who remember the Intellivision, the old retro gaming community, got excited for it.
That's what I said, yes.
Right, but what I'm saying, my point is being when you guys were talking about people not wanting to be interested in it, I mean, now...
That discussion wasn't right. that wasn't a discussion right out the gate. The biggest thing right out the gate when it was first announced was the controller was kind of like, how is this controller going to work? It seemed like a bad idea that the controller was mimicking the original Intellivision controller. That was an issue, and then nobody really knew what we were going to get with it, and that's why a lot of people. When they stated that it had a state-of-the-art 3D or 2D chip or whatever the hell it was whatever was talked about, people thought this was going to be kind of like a 2D kind of machine that was going to be, because a lot of people had
hold on. You keep saying those words, Dave. People didn't think, they were told
they were right, but people were thinking, how is it going to work? They didn't understand because at the very first trailer, I don't believe released any game footage, did they? That wasn't until the second trailer.
They didn't release game footage, but
no, the first trailer they didn't. They just said the price of games. They didn't even really tell you what kind of games.
Well, there was a lot of what I'm saying is there was a lot of speculation around it when it was first announced, so people didn't know. People were curious about it, right?
Well, when you guys were saying, like, if it comes out, like, how many people would actually buy it or be interested in buying it? And people are like, oh, no one's gonna get that thing. And it's
well,
like,
this was at a point when we finally understood what the controller did, what the machine did, what kind of games were going to be on it. That was at a different point.
I mean, we're Saggy. I don't understand your point because we're totally beyond this argument. Like, I don't understand.
I couldn't get a word in because Gary and Ninja Kitty and Tony were freaking screaming at each other like it was Canadian Gamer and me on a panel. Jesus Christ.
We scream at each other all the time. You must be new here.
I am, but I was just saying I had to get it in late. Sorry. I'm sorry I was late to the party.
Let's go back to Mike here. I want to hear more of this.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's finish this up.
I got copyright claimed, and then I got it released from the copyright claim within 10 minutes.
With the Rambo?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
They're going to want it for that reason alone. Even if
they want all these games, they're going to want one. You're going to want one.
Yeah, I mean, but the real question is, does it have any legs with the market that it's intended to be for, which is more family-oriented, not a market that is going on retro gaming shows and talking retro gaming.
Exactly.
Is there a place for a solution, for a home solution, for a system to do some sort of video game-based entertainment with your family, with group play, that may not be addressed as well as it could be? And the Switch has definitely picked it up over the last couple of years. I'd say in the first 2 to 3 years of the Switch,
last couple of
very
years,
questionable about how much of an impact they were having with families and how much of an impact they were having with kids. And I know last fall when they put out, here's our Switch customer base, and they showed a graph, it's like, under 10 was like a drop in the bucket compared to 10 to 40-year-olds, where it's like that is the base of Switch users. Well, parents run older. Younger kids aren't exactly rushing to get a Switch unless you're in a household where older kids have a Switch or parents, kind of instill that with their kids. So there's a question about whether or not.
Is he dumb?
I think a little bit, and then he talks about, what's weird is he talks about like Switch and stuff like that. Little kids under around the age of 10 and probably I'd say 8 to 13. These kids are clamoring for Quest 2s. You see all the videos around Christmas time of kids getting Quest 2s. Yeah. That's what they really want.
I mean, maybe in the Mormon community, kids aren't clamoring for video games and the Switch and stuff, but normal children. And normal, This is why I always say
is not a moron.
Well, then he's just being willfully ignorant. Okay, he's just lying to the audience. Because if he knows better,
I know at one point they were actually looking to hire Rab. I don't know if that's the case anymore.
So my thing is
breaking news. By the way,
the issue that I see is that they are projecting what their family and households preferences when it comes to gaming to normal everyday other households, and I have to say I do disagree because I do feel like kids these days, the Nintendo is still a big thing because they have all the games like Mario and stuff like that, Sonic and things like that, so kids recognize those characters where they won't recognize Finnegan Fox, even though I think Finnegan Fox is a great game. It's fun, but I don't think that's something that's going to, maybe really small kids would appreciate it because small kids like that are very easy to entertain when it comes to, a colorful thing. So they, small kids.
Or old ladies like you.
Yeah, or old ladies like me.
Rab is being intellectually dishonest. Genovi says, hey, Tony, why not the Jewish community if we're targeting a group? I would have said the Jewish community, but Mike is Jewish, and then I would have been accused of being.
Why is Genovi not on this panel, by the way?
He said he was working, but I think he's lying.
He is lying.
We never get Genovi on the panel. Have we ever had him on the panel?
He doesn't even come to my channel anymore.
I think he was on the panel once.
Yeah, Genovi doesn't like you. He told me.
He doesn't. He doesn't like my take on Maximum Carnage. That's why he won't come on here. I have to leave.
What is
I
going
believe
on
it.
there?
Sounds
There's a child. What do you mean? There's a child. What, you not know what children sound like? We're talking about children. You don't know what children sound
It
like?
sounded like the child was crying. He's going, Gare.
Yeah, he heard Ninja Kitty's voice.
He's over here
and started
singing.
crying. What is he singing?
I think it's partially the Jurassic. They're getting excited for a Dominion coming up, and we're gonna go see that in the movies.
Does that kid ever sleep?
No, he just messes with me all day.
Bad, Gary.
Gary, you have the patience of a saint.
He knows.
If my kids were still awake right now, I'd be choke slamming them.
Ooh, Retro Bro abuses his kids. We got it on tape.
No, he abuses
We
them
are-
by
they
making them
already
play
tried-
Amico.
They already spun that narrative.
Fair. It's fair.
They already spun that narrative on him when the Amico, Pennsylvania event, which was fun, by the way.
It was a blast. Hard to believe that was over almost a year ago. And here we
know.
are on Tony's stream talking about the Intellivision being a fucking scam.
And depressed.
I mean, that's what y'all are talking about. I'm here doing damage control.
Saggy, at what point do you just give up? Like, and just realize that we were fucking lied to? Like, the wool was pulled over our eyes. Like, I don't. I mean, like, I know you're thick. I know you're.
It's a lot of pride. It's a lot of pride.
Saggy will never admit it publicly. She'll wait till we're off stream and be like, "Yeah, you guys are right. Don't tell anybody."
Yeah, right.
The Saggy, they took millions of dollars from people, and if they claim bankruptcy, then they will have essentially just stolen that money from those investors. Are you okay with that?
Did people invest in something? They
No. They are going bankrupt and then saying, "Fuck you." By the way, we're keeping your money. Are you okay with that?
No, I think people should sue if they're doing that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page then when it comes to that.
Adam Wilson's sidekick Max is sleeping. My child goes to bed at a reasonable time.
I love how people say cop out. Like I
His
don't give a fuck.
his
I
sidekick
don't
Max
give
is a reasonable kid
Yes, I
too.
will go down
He's not
with it. I don't
hyper.
give a fuck.
Oh, you don't.
I do blame investors sometimes. Sometimes investors invest in stupid shit and then cry about it when they lose their investments. Like, don't invest in something if you're not willing to lose your money. It's like,
They were told, but Saggy, they were told it was ready to go.
But she's got a point to a certain extent. There is risk.
Of course,
And they know
there's
that.
always
Right.
risk when you invest. But when you are told a system is ready to go, it's on the launch pad, all we need is a little more, and we're off, and you invest, and a year and a half later, it's still not even remotely ready.
Yeah,
That's different from being like, well, the stock didn't work out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I totally agree. There's definitely like a line there, but everybody who does investing should know that there obviously is always risk involved while doing that.
That's what
But
I'm
there's
saying.
a different
There's always a risk.
but there is a different degree of what was going on with this particular situation.
That's why I don't fucking invest in anything. Like, that's why I legit don't invest in anything.
Well, let me ask you this, Saggy. At one
point.
point, you were going to invest in Intellivision. Because I remember after the event, you and Pat had talked about it. So
Right.
what made
You and Pat Country?
No. What made you guys? I'm not doxing. What made you not want to do that? I'm curious to know.
Because I wanted to wait and see what was going to happen.
That's fair.
Because Tommy took her to the side and said, "Saggy, don't invest. It's a stupid idea. I don't want to steal your money like I did the Smash."
No, because like I said, I was going to wait and see what happened and see if it was if it was actually like getting closer and like what was going to happen.
Because
And
your
then
boyfriend said, "If you invest in this bullshit, Saggy, I will fucking leave you." That's what happened. Tell the truth.
Nah,
He fucking cut those purse strings. He said, "You fucking open that
He was
purse."
actually very. He was like you guys. He thought it was a stupid idea. He didn't think it was gonna come out. He thought it was dumb. He's like, this thing's never gonna make it, never survive. And then he played it. He's like, it's not bad. He's like, I actually like where it's going.
Is Saggy, is that why you're so tough on the internet? Does your boyfriend wear the pants?
No, I think it's the other way around. I've met both of them, and that's not the case.
I'm just razzing her.
I don't think
let's
Cameron wears
get to
pants.
it. I got to hear more of this.
And just to further elaborate on something that Mav brought up about the funding for this, there's some funding benchmarks that Intellivision has insights to meet. So I know there's a lot of questions about, they can't get this far to fund. They do have lines of credit and stuff that they are looking to tap into. I think they have to get stuff produced. I think part of this, getting out this test run kind of might.
They have lines of credit
for them that they don't have.
They had lines of credit. That's what I was looking for earlier.
He said, well, He said they
Because he's a fucking idiot. Because they
Yeah.
told him, because the ARC deal was the line of credit for manufacturing. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's what I couldn't remember the term. That's why they don't have any more fucking ARC deal.
At this stage of Intellivision as a startup, they're looking at institutional investors, where they've been looking at angel investors and people making these sort of impassioned pitches to individual angel investors. Now they're looking at institutional investors that are looking at this as a potential place for them to diversify their funds and put stuff into Intellivision, as well as those bank loans and stuff that they would get production loans to manufacture. So there is some things they have, or they've said they've had kind of lined up in place for that. So we're a little bit dependent on.
Oh, look, Master System
And to
Angina's
that
in
point,
there.
again, that's the purpose
That's
of making
fine.
this test run, because they need to your point, Rab, they need to, and they need to. It's not even a one.
He said Master Sissy Marceau's in there. And Kev Gret's right. You can't get a line of credit if you got nothing to back it up. No one's
Mhm.
giving you free fucking money. I mean, unless Phil Adam is giving hand jobs to CEOs.
even when you have an idea, they're not just going to hand you money.
The hell are you doing, Saggy?
That's not me.
I think it's he's got his pen over there.
I get blamed for fucking everything. Jesus.
You're the new Carl.
Apparently.
They need to show their current investors and their future investors and their partners and us. I mean, let's be honest. They need to show us as well. We've
The regular
played
people, the customers that bought it, the people that pre-ordered, the fans too.
We
they should
have-
say, you know.
We have played it, but at the end of the day, we don't have it in our homes, and we want it in our homes. And to an extent, I mean, others' homes, but I mean, look, I'm greedy in the fact that I want this for Seth and I, and for Spencer and I, you know, and to an extent for Jacob. I mean, you know, Jacob's 17, but he was interested.
That's
in it when he
why
bought
this
it.
is clouding
But they
your
have to.
vision.
They have to show all of us that they are going to get this thing, you know, in our hands.
Listen, Tommy was nice to my kids too, but at the end of the day, this shit is a fucking scam at this point. Like you're just telling us more bullshit. Like, I can look past the fact that Tommy was nice to my kids, and he was in my house, and separate Intellivision from Tommy and whatever. Maybe they're the same. I don't know. I don't care. But I can look past and say like, hey, listen, yeah, I was lied to. You know, it was bullshit. It was bullshit for what? To get more investors and to pay your salary? I don't know.
I mean, they say this every time a mass murderer goes on a killing spree or something. They find out some guy was like a mass murderer serial killer. They hey, that guy was a nice guy. You'd have never known he was a crazy. He's a kook.
Yeah, everyone's nice to you when they're using you.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like if Amico doesn't come out, my kids aren't gonna care. You know, at the end of the day, like we play other shit together. It's not the it's not the end all be all to fucking video games.
John, get him a play date.
That's what I said. That's why everyone was like, "What are you gonna do, Seth? You gonna
I think the only one who might honestly be a little interested in a play date is my middle child, because she's like super like she's kind of weird, and I mean weird in a good way, to where like she's like really into anime, nerd culture. She like draws her own anime, and she's into like weird niche kind of nerdy stuff. I think she would probably be the only one that would be into it.
Yeah. Either way, this guy needs to just stop with this bullshit and just play some fucking games with his kids. Jesus Christ, it's not that hard. You don't need the.
I play fucking Sega Genesis with my kids. Dude, I play Saturn with my kids.
Yeah, me and the little guy have been playing like Mortal Kombat.
Dude,
Genesis
Gary,
games.
Have you ever played the Sonic Mega Mix, the ROM hack that's on the Sega CD?
I have not.
You've got to play it, dude.
I usually
It's
don't
so
play a lot of like
fucking
ROM
good.
hacks and all that stuff.
Well, here's the thing: it's they take elements of like all three Sonic games on the Genesis, and they made like a brand new game. And it feels like a Sega game. It's fucking impressive, dude.
Tony keeps giving me shit that I haven't played the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like Rescue Palooza or whatever, the fan made game. Usually, like they all look great. Like if it's not, usually it's like if it's not licensed or didn't come out, if it's fan made, chances are I've never played it.
Well, I agree, and a lot of them are shit, but the Sonic Mega Mix is really good.
I always wanted to play the ROM hack of the Mega Man 3, I think it was, with the My Little Ponies, and then they even had like they had a
All right,
Street
Gary,
Fighter.
we're kicking you off the panel now.
They had a Street Fighter
We're going
version, too.
astray. Gary, me and you just got to start doing streams of fucking Genesis stuff.
No, I don't care about all the Genesis talk. It was just the My Little Pony thing.
I'm saying like
no bronies on the panel. Sorry.
Wow. Don't
Wow.
Gary.
You know what? This is nonsense.
Gary's not a brony.
I'm not a
He said he's a
brony.
clopper.
I'm not a brony.
Moving back, this is weird now. Moving back, this is weird.
Play.
Hands in our homes, and that what we saw last year
Gary's a
is
clopper.
really the product we're going to get. I believe that they have to show us that, and it's not unfair for us to do that, right? It's not unfair for us to ask that as well.
82 people here.
So the last part of this, we'll
I
focus our
hope what
initial
they
mass
showed
production
us
on
last
pre-orders and
year
supplying our two major
isn't
distribution
the final
partners.
product.
The focus will remain on direct orders until our cost structures can support.
What do you mean? You said last year was a great product, Saggy. Are you watching?
No,
all
I'm
day?
saying like, well, there like obviously are a lot things that they said that they wanted to like fix and stuff, like simple things like the Moon Patrol UFO issue. So like, I would hope that they
Like
would
that
just improve
input
everything,
lag issue.
and get all those little kinks out of the way.
I
before
never
they
felt
launch it.
lag, man. I gotta be honest
Like
with
that.
you. I didn't
Right,
feel
that's what I'm
lag.
saying. I didn't either.
Like I'll say it was a scam at this point. I play video games on OG hardware, and when I go to emulation, I can feel the lag. I didn't feel any lag on the Intel.
And here's the-
I really
and
didn't.
I-
I'm sorry, I
and I
just
think-
didn't. I know
I
you.
think
I
it
know
really-
Leo can make his videos. I did not feel any lag at all.
I feel the disturbance in the force. Leo is raging right now somewhere.
No, hold on. But have we ever?
His
Have we
face
ever
is turning
dissected
red.
any videos that you were in that you were personally playing that we claimed had lag? Or
Yeah,
were
that's
those only on?
Fine.
Did we? Okay, I don't know if I can't remember.
We
Yeah,
dissected
Leo went over
everybody's
my
videos.
videos. Yeah.
All right. Crazy John says, let's not be weird, everyone. Let's get back to talking about handies under the pier.
Leo's making a video right now as we speak.
Probably is.
The 2-hour video, yeah.
Support the margins required for retail channels. Obviously, the markets continue to be somewhat volatile with rising inflation, rising energy costs, and lingering supply chain issues that affect all manufacturing businesses. And anybody who's had trouble getting a PlayStation 5 knows this. This has impacted both our costs and pricing, and has required us to narrow our initial distribution strategy. Our hope is that we will start shipping production units this year. So that
Our
is
hope is that we start this year.
What that means?
That is so vague.
That's the problem. They
That
keep
is
bringing
so
up.
vague. So they could say they could ship 20 units and say, "Look, hey guys, we did what we said we were going to do."
Yeah, see this
Mission
this
accomplished.
whole argument with the PlayStation and I mean,
This
this
right
at the end
here,
of the day, they're
this-
getting units out.
And this
Getting
statement
units
right
out.
here, and this statement right here is one of the reasons why I'm out, because they can essentially just say, like I said, 20 units, and we've met our goal. I can't continue. I cannot continue to do this. I've got plenty. Everyone's like, oh well, I've got plenty of games to play, and I can wait for my Amico. Well, I've got plenty of games to play, and I don't need a fucking Amico. How does that sound? Like I don't fucking need it. You
Well,
know?
it wasn't for you anyway, John.
It wasn't for me. Yeah, I guess not.
Maybe at one point in
It
time.
was
but
for
not
me. I would have had a lot of fun. I would have had a lot of fun with my kids, but at this point, for me, it's like I don't want to support this company financially.
At this point,
I don't want to give them.
Bros
I don't want to give them
gonna
money.
get divorced. He's going to lose his family because he don't
No,
have
we're
an
not
Amico.
saying we're not saying it's on you. But now that you have a little bit of skeptical criticism that they're saying it's not.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, I know what you mean.
All right.
Notice he couldn't answer any of my questions that I raised in the chat either. When he's like, "Well, the facts are," and I'm like, "Well, the facts are they have to sell." Oh, that's probably where DJC got that, because I was like, "Oh, they have to sell furniture to pay refunds." Like,
I'd probably say first quarter next year, because it's going to take them a while to produce. Then they're going to have to get them, and I imagine they're probably not going to make them in state, so they're going to have to get them shipped, and then they're have to get them through customs. And with the numbers that they're going to have initially getting them through customs, it's probably going to sit in customs for a little bit. Because anything I order from freaking Funstock takes like over 3 weeks to get to my house, just because it sits in customs forever. So I expect them to, if this holds, I could see them manufacturing and getting them ready to ship. But I'm betting a lot of these don't hit till the first day of the year.
That's possible.
The date to me is less important than the fact that they are manufacturing and they are moving something along. I think
Yeah.
you
Because
could
at this point
get
they have to.
manufacturing. If
I
the
think
end of the
a
year
lot
has
of
come
people are
by and
gonna-
they're not manufacturing,
Yeah, I guess like a lot of people are going to lock on to this. Well, we didn't have these by the end of the year. What's going on, kind of thing. And I think that that's kind of more of a flexible date. To be fair, I think that's like what they're shooting for, but it's not like a solid.
But why is everything that they put in writing a flexible date? No. I know they said a number or by the end of the year, but that's a flexible date, guys. Don't fucking. You can't believe shit they say.
Well, I did
there's
say
no-
that they have to get it out by the end of by like at least the end of the year this year, but
I can't believe we're still going on about that. I'm blown away that, like Retro said, that like we're in June and nothing. Like that's what they come out with, another kick in the can down the road. I keep telling myself, how can this get any worse? It's just ridiculous.
and they just continue to go along with it. They just continue to go with it, man. oh, hey, let's go. And television, Phil Adams trying his best, you know. He's giving it the old college try.
I mean,
Come on, man.
what's really crazy is think about what has come and gone in the time. The VCS has released, the Playdate's releasing. Evercade has done 3 things.
They've shipped 2 consoles.
You have
they will be shipping a third probably before this comes out.
The Analog Pocket, the what's
Poly
the
Mega.
one from Poly Mega? I mean, it's blowing me away.
The Steam Deck, which was also delayed.
All right. Do we want to finish this, or do we? Want
I can't because it's all bullshit, Mike. It literally hurts my brain. You know what I would like to watch is the DJC video. If you want to pull that up,
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see. That'll probably be a quick video.
We could watch 7 minutes of Turbo Joe. DJC's got an 8-minute video.
I'd love to hear Turbo Joe's take on what's going on again.
I want to get to that too.
I kind of want to watch Carl's TikTok videos.
No, nobody wants to watch that.
Why don't we take a poll? I don't know. Can you put a poll in the chat? Which one we want
Carl
to do? Or just
has a take on thick girls on today.
Okay, this is the DJC video. All right, let's watch this.
DJC full screen.
It'll be 6 minutes of the video and then 2.
I hope he's not playing Sega today.
Oh God. I had to go and play Rocket Knight to redeem it. I was like, I had Rocket Knight. I put Rocket Knight on and I apologized to it for about 10-20 minutes.
Just Cause, and this is DJC Game Studios. Well, welcome to the show, and we have some Amigo news. A lot of Amigo news. That's right. Phil Allen has posted in the official Intellivision Amico Club on Facebook.
News Authority.
Let's take a look at it right now. All right, here we are. This is the official Intellivision Amico Club on Facebook. This is where all Intellivision Amico fans and almost everyone that's pre-ordered is a member of. If you haven't joined, please do. Let's read it here. Please see a message below from Intellivision. Greetings. It has been a while since our last official update, and I thank you
hate
for your
these
patience.
types of videos.
I hope that this update on the state of Intellivision will answer some of your questions and explain where we are and where we are heading.
Oh, I thought it was skipping.
Rest
I thought it
assured
was
that our
skipping.
We already know what it says.
Investors,
Okay, I
partners,
was like, why is it
for your
skipping? I was
patience
like,
and
Tony,
your
you're
He learned to
interested.
use the arrow key.
Wow.
Continues to say,
Yeah, I was just trying to get to the point where he actually has commentary.
we will be forming internal developers that work tirelessly to create a family gaming experience on Amico that brings people of different ages and skills together in group play. Phil Adam, CEO. So there it is. Well, there you have it. The update from Intellivision Entertainment.
That was it.
Showing they are still going forward. So
Good call, Retro Bro.
I noticed that anytime there's like no official news, people like to make up stuff. A lot of people like to report on stuff that's not happening. I want to make sure that I always share the official stuff from Intellivision for themselves. And, it's fun to speculate on games or who their investor is and this, that, and the other thing. But when it comes to official news, I always wait from the source instead of, that snowball rolling down the hill of speculation that the company's dead or anything.
Well, he
like
does
that.
have the source.
Once again, I'm keeping my pre-orders. I still support the company.
No, it's only a source when it's a good news. When Hans says it's Chapter 11, it's apparently a bad source. He didn't mean it. He made a boo-boo.
I hope people get their pre-orders. It looks like that's the focus. This is fantastic news showing that they are still going strong.
Is Chuck
Going
dumb?
strong.
Hold up, because he didn't just say that.
I hope people
Going
get their
strong.
or anything like that. Once again, I'm keeping my pre-orders. I still support the company. I hope people get their pre-orders. It looks like that's the focus.
He literally read a fucking email, a fucking thing from Phil Adam that said their focus was making the console, not getting the pre-order money. It literally says that in the email. We're going to take the money to try to manufacture, not give you refunds. Sorry, we'll get it to you when we can.
Was he talking about the money?
Showing that they are still going strong and forward.
Their focus. He said their focus is to get you refunds. That's not their focus.
Can they do that?
No, he said pre-orders, not refunds.
Yeah, he said pre-orders too.
Sure.
Listen to it again, Tony.
This is fantastic.
Okay, I was
information,
confused.
that the company's dead or anything like that. Once again, I'm keeping my pre-orders. I still support the company. I hope people get their pre-orders. It looks like that's the focus.
All right, I was wrong. I'm tired.
What?
This is fantastic news showing that they are still going, like they're doing testing, just testing, bug testing, stuff like that, and starting production. And showing that these first production units will be done in just a matter of a couple of weeks. So that is awesome news. That's a lot to read. But anyways, I think it's good. I know we'll be talking a lot of it on this Wednesday's show on this channel at 9.
All right. That was a terrible video.
I'll be tuning in tomorrow.
I'm sure
That's a terrible video.
Of course you guys will.
I'm going to try and get on.
No, Tony
I'm gonna
doesn't
try
tune
and
into
jump
that.
in.
I do.
I don't think you will after tonight, John.
I'm the only one who. I'm the only one from this side of the fence that likes to tune into DJC.
I heard Tommy or Amico say that he watches it religiously.
Yeah, Tommy watches everything. All right, let's watch Turbo Joe.
Oh, this is going to be a doozy here.
It's going to be a good one.
Take a shot every time he says haters.
What is up,
I'm
my
out,
friends? And
dude.
welcome back
It's
to another
empty.
Intellivision Amico update.
What was that?
I said take a shot every time he says haters.
You want to kill us?
Hey, that's right. We have an update. I got an email. All of
Can
the
I
pre-order.
can I
Founders
can I
editions
just
that we
say
have-
something on Turbo Joe real quick? I've met Turbo Joe. I've had a beer with Turbo Joe. I've broke bread with Turbo Joe, like just one-on-one with him. I think for him, he's not really following the Amico stuff too closely. He doesn't talk to anybody. I really just think for him, this is like a fun little shtick that he's just involved in, and he's kind of like a troll, but like a pro troll, if that makes sense. I think at the end of the day, he just turns this off and just laughs about it.
Joe's
I
actually
love
full of
Turbo
shit, too.
Joe.
I don't
just
love
I
Turbo Joe.
I don't love the fact that he's cool with Canadian Gamer, unfortunately.
Well, he was cool with Canadian Gamer a while ago.
He's
Yeah,
cool with
that's
him, then he's
They've
not cool
gone it
with
back
him.
and forth for a while.
That's unfortunate.
I haven't talked to Turbo Joe in a while, Perez. Him and I don't really talk too much. But we never really have. I mean, we just,
Turbo Joe will always be in my heart as my security guard.
He threatened to beat me up, so fuck Turbo
I
Joe.
threaten to beat you up all the time. What the hell?
Yeah, but you're like 5'0". Like, I'm really scared that you're gonna beat me up.
Are you scared of him?
No, but he said he was gonna have his brother and his family in like the Serbian mafia, so I was a little concerned.
You should be. That's how we roll.
Oh yeah.
Editions, anyone that I pre-ordered in Intellivision Amico, it's this email, an update to the customer. I'm going to share with you this update real quickly. Now, the first couple of paragraphs.
Why does he need cuts in his video? It's only a 7-minute video reading a fucking email.
They talk about the financial issues of the company. They talked about starting up an investment campaign on Start Engine, and that wasn't working out. So they refunded everyone's money that had contributed to the Start Engine campaign. And then they talk about taking other measures to ensure their financial future. So that hints to me that they filed for bankruptcy so they can allocate funds and reset their.
So is it confirmed Turbo Joe said bankruptcy? He said the B word.
Is that they really filing for bankruptcy?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, according to Mike Mullis, he's full of shit.
Turbo Joe didn't get his talking points because he said bankruptcy.
Their money. They talk about reducing their operating costs, which is requiring, reduction in staff. Briefly mention means of operating with low costs. And they have a plan on making money for the company, and that is going to be releasing video games to other platforms, meaning the Amico games that they've been working on the last couple of years, they're going to be releasing them on other platforms to help generate money for their Amico console. For example, we may see, games be released on PC, maybe Nintendo Switch. It's possibly we could see Amico games released on the Evercade or even like the iArcade. We see a lot of indie games, brand new games releasing on the iArcade. So that's pretty cool for the future of the company. Also, I'm going to read in detail what they have going on right now. They talk about a test run, an actual print in the Intellivision Amico console. That includes every aspect of the product, including the packaging. They're starting a production run very soon, it says here. Now, they're saying this is, quote unquote, this is the first and foremost an assessment of our manufacturing approach and overall quality of the delivered product, talking about their test production run. It is critically important to show to our current future investors, partners, and customers that we have built a sound platform that delivers on the in-home family experience, which requires our immediate focus on value engineering and hardening of the platform. These units, these Intellivision Amico units, should be completed in the next few weeks.
He's way too calm. This isn't a Turbo Joe video that I wanted to see. I wanted to see yelling and screaming.
You need to get Darius involved.
And he's got the elevator music playing in the background there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
weird choice of music, by the way.
Maybe he's on his meds here.
In the background, this is Kylo Ren, but for some reason, the shape of the hood.
Yeah, it looks like a penis.
That was a big. I was like, why is he got a big old dildo back there?
That looks like a penis.
Totally
So they're
Photoshop.
saying here that they have a test run of Amico consoles that will be printed in the next few weeks. Okay,
Joe.
so we can
It's a
see
lie.
consoles begin to be delivered in some pre-orders' hands, maybe the founders editions. And it also talk about in paragraph 5, refunding anyone that wants their refund. It says, we are slowly processing refund requests. The public's uncertainty of our status in the last few months have understandably led to influx of pre-order refund requests. Because of reduced staff and financing requirements for continued operation, our responses to and processing of these requests have been delayed. Rest assured that our intention is to honor all refund requests. Paragraph
They
6
have been
goes on
delayed.
to explain, we will focus our initial mass production on fulfilling pre-orders and supplying our 2 major distribution partners. The focus will remain on direct orders until our cost structure can support the margins required for retail channels. Obviously, the markets continue to be somewhat volatile with rising inflation, rising energy costs, and lingering supply chain issues that affect all manufacturing businesses.
Well,
Now,
he's
this
just
has
reading the
impacted
fucking
the
article.
Amico's costs and pricing and has required us to narrow our initial distribution strategy. Our hope is that we start shipping production units this year. So listen, everyone that's been saying the Amico doesn't exist, that the Amico's never coming out, the Amico's finished. You have
Here it comes. Here it comes. I'm waiting for it. Give it to me, Joe.
a slew of toxic YouTube channels that all they do is spam bullshit and television Amico videos saying that it doesn't exist. I'm telling you, I've been saying it all along. The Intellivision Amico will make its way. It looks like it's going to start off being, processed direct orders. Like we always see that a lot on YouTube. We see companies that don't make retail stores yet, that their main businesses is selling online. Like I've bought many products that solely exist online. Like I have a one-wheel skateboard that you see on my channel. You have other arcade products, like arcade one-up products that were solely only available through online direct orders. I bought my iArcade, which was also an arcade machine that was only
there's
through
nothing
direct
wrong
orders.
with it. That's
I
what
originally got my
Playdate's doing. I have no
TurboGrafx
problem
16
with
Mini.
that.
You can only get that through direct orders, I believe. No, I'm sorry. I got that on Amazon. But this is something that's very common. I'm just giving you examples of companies that are just starting off, small and through direct orders. That's how the Atari VCS was released.
Did someone give him downers before he made this?
He did. Yeah, he hasn't said haters once yet.
No haters, no yelling, no jerky motions. This ain't a Turbo Joe. This is fake news.
I believe, through direct orders. I don't think you could walk into a Best Buy and get an Atari VCS initially, or maybe you could. I don't know. So I feel like this is a great.
How can you've obviously edited the video because there's cuts in it. How do you leave in there where you say something and then just say, I don't know? Maybe
You don't know without taking a 5-minute search on it. And I believe that VCS was made to order, and then they were released later down the road, and they showed up at retail. So
yeah, I know for a fact that's how it worked because Tommy was bragging how they were going to be in retail and Atari VCS wasn't.
oh, how the times have changed.
Oh, how the turntables.
This is great news for Intellivision Amico fans and anyone that has stuck it through with their pre-order. There's a good chance. There's a great chance. I foresee it releasing maybe in the next 6 months or so, or maybe even sooner. It says here, in this email that the next couple of weeks, their test runs will be.
He said it was
ready
guaranteed
for
the end of the
delivery,
year
so-
last year.
Yeah,
Remember? Remember, I made a video about that.
I do remember.
I made a video about that.
It's coming out, you sucker haters.
That was the Turbo Joe that I wanted to see, but we didn't.
We
get any
missed
of that.
that Turbo Joe.
I love watching
Wow,
Turbo
that's
Joe
pretty
read.
damn cool. Let's just say they print out 2,000 or 10,000 pre-orders and give them
Why
out.
do you say they print out? Like they're just like fucking. It's not a printer.
When
Yeah,
we get
manufactured.
to the beginning of next year, at the beginning of 2023, is this still going to be continuing? Can we take a poll? How many
Dude,
people
these
believe
guys are
this
going to
is-
be in a fucking nursing home one day, just sitting there like, I swear, your Intellivision Amico's coming out this year. Just you wait and see. We're gonna prove all them haters wrong.
I played it.
This is where we are at. Joe, you sat here and said last year, guaranteed it will come out by the end of the year. Now you fall hook, line, and sinker for their same bullshit. What, 7 months later? Are you fucking kidding me? Saggy, please, for the love of God, Please tell me I'm not crazy and you see where I'm coming from somebody who is on the same side of the fence as I was. You have to see the fucking ridiculousness that is going on here. Please,
retro.
Just
If you don't
swallow
have
pride for 8 seconds, Saggy, and just let it come out. This is insanity at this point. This is absolute insanity. I can't keep doing this. This is crazy. What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, dude, I can't. I fucking can't.
Tony, record that. Put that on the soundboard.
That's going on the soundboard.
I go, Tony. You have my permission to upload that. I'm fine. Like this is.
Hey, Retro Bro.
What?
You were exactly like Smash GT like 2 months ago. You did the exact same mannerisms and everything.
Yes, it's fine.
You guys
Listen,
are
I've
twinsies.
seen the light, man. I mean, this is fucking crazy. Like,
Well, now that you're drunk and angry, any of those secrets you want to tell us, Retro?
I'm really not drunk. Actually, I'm just a little buzzed, not drunk.
Was the pizza really that bad? Like Ben Silverpong said?
I wasn't in Boston. That's the Saggy
I forgot about
question.
that. Saggy.
What?
Saggy
They're
loves that
asking
pizza.
you in the chat.
What's her favorite
What?
pizza? Harold's Pizza, whatever the fuck it's called.
My favorite pizza is this place called Peel Pizza.
But
It's
what's-
like gourmet style pizza. It's expensive as fuck, but it's worth it. That's the best pizza I've ever had.
Yeah.
But the pizza in Boston that we had was not that bad.
And now I'm deaf.
Good.
Into circulation, at least they'll have a starting audience. You know, they can start releasing games through their online store and start to make a little bit of income. So I think this is the best email I've gotten from Intellivision in a long time. I'm really looking forward to the company, and I'm looking forward to covering Intellivision Amico on my channel. And it looks like they're going to be releasing some of their games. They're not going to solely be for the Amico. They're going to release certain games that don't require heavily use of their controller. Certain games are not going to need the touchpad or the dial pad. They may be able to emulate on PC or like Nintendo Switch or arcade format games. So hey, I'm excited about this news. Don't believe half the bullshit that people tell you out there. A lot of these YouTube channels, they just exist because they want to spam Intellivision Amico stuff. It brings them views. So good or bad, they're drawn to anything Amico.
So you're
It's
saying
just crazy. It's toxic.
so hold on. So you're saying don't believe Phil, who told me they were doing Chapter 11. Don't believe Tommy, who said they were selling furniture to fucking cover refunds. Don't believe Tommy for saying there's a less than 5% chance this thing comes out. Yeah, just don't believe the fake news guys that the guys I trust, by the way, have said these things. Unreal, unfucking believable, dude.
It's kind of disturbing how some of these people clinging to an Intellivision console that they hate. I find it crazy. I'm here, and you guys that subscribe to my channel for Intellivision Amico content, most of you are looking forward to seeing it released. So there's some good news finally to release to my subscribers, and I hope you guys got some information from this. And I'll talk to you again on the next Intellivision Amico update. Peace out.
Now, was it just me, or did he sound like he had a moist mouth? I know y'all make fun of me, but he sounded.
Are you Turbo Joe?
I might be.
Shave, damn it.
I never shave. All right, it is 11:40. I have a safety meeting at work tomorrow, so I cannot miss.
I'm off tomorrow, thank God.
I'm like the Homer Simpson of my work. I got to make sure everybody else is safe while I fucking get hurt.
Good.
This has been fun, productive.
I may
76
still live stream. I still got some energy in me. I might live stream. I don't know.
76 people still in the chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel so you get more content like this. We get more crazy fucking live streams. And of course, if Retro Bro does pop in the stream, go ahead and hop over to his stream. Give him some support.
Don't. He's out of the cult.
Good. Fucking good, Saggy. Good.
Good. I'm glad I kicked you out before you jumped ship. We knew it was coming.
No, he left before you kicked him out.
No, I kicked him out before he left. He knows it. He knows it.
Fun, productive, and crazy.
Look at his face. He knows it. I kicked him out. I'm now the leader of the cult, so I took your spot. Ha!
No, you can have it.
Good. I'll
for
take
you.
it.
Congratulations.
Good. You're out of the documentary.
Shaggy, that's not a badge of honor you should be wearing.
I will wear it with
How
pride.
could you be the leader of the cult if you're not even in the cult?
I'm the leader of the cult. I've been in the cult before I even knew I was in the cult, so I'm gonna be like that. No, fuck you, Ben Silva, you lying sack of shit. I have hostility in me.
I was told that you lied to him.
He's a fucking liar. He's full of lies. Anyone who's listening to that man's fucking ramblings on YouTube needs to fucking get a CAT scan and make sure they don't have a fucking tumor in their head.
Say, stop being a cuck.
No, I can't stand it when people like legit lie when there's legit video evidence of his fucking lies.
I'm also the leader of a cult, so it's okay.
But
Like,
Seggy,
how are you gonna
you're
lie
lying
to
right
this
now.
group? How am I lying?
Well, I don't want to go over it.
Chappie says Ben Silver equals liar. Tommy Tellerico, not liar.
Oh no, like I said in the chat, it's okay to believe lies when they fit your narrative, but so I can believe Tommy's lies by that logic.
I don't believe anybody's lies.
I don't care if there's a good video. I don't watch your shit, Ben. Make your video. I don't watch you. Maybe like 5 people will watch. Good for you. I'm glad you got 5 new people watching your fucking shit. So they can listen to more of your bullshit lies, bro. You know what happened in Boston. There's video evidence on my channel, still up on my channel, that disprove all the bullshit you went on fucking other YouTube channels lying about, bro. You want to talk about me believing lies, but you're here spreading lies, so okay.
All right. Stop harassing my viewers.
Only one. Now, I'm not harassing your viewers. Your viewers fucking fine, but Ben comes in here still fucking saying, "Oh yeah, you guys treated me so bad," even though you followed us to the pizza place, bro.
Look,
Like,
I think Ben
This is
subscribed to me this week, okay? So you got to lay off him. Next week, he'll be unsubbed again. You could yell at him.
Good.
This week,
Carl,
he's subbed.
Carl 2.0.
Yeah. All right. You know how we do it on this channel. Love, peace, lots of